Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Cape Shit Podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, Hector, also known as CN6.
And I'm your other co-host. This is Hav. And for today's episode, we are going to be ranking our best and worst superhero, supervillain, basically anything Cape Shit castings.
Yep, exactly. But before we get into it, guys, I'd like to remind you guys that you guys can listen to us on Spotify, Apple, Google, SoundCloud, and YouTube. Also, make sure you follow our socials at Cape Shit Podcast or go to capeshitpodcast.com. You're going to see all of our links and socials through there. But with that being said, guys, man, suit the fuck up, man, because we're about to get into it, man. This is definitely I know we're gonna have fun with this one.
Yeah, man, this one, one's gonna be a fun one.
But yeah, go ahead.
So basically, like I said, guys, we're going to be doing sort of a list.
Yeah.
A list sort of video, which is this is the first one that we've ever done.
Yep.
I'm sure this will not be the last kind of video that we do where it's like a list form.
Mm-hmm.
You know, obviously in Cape Shit, we're going to be reviewing movies and stuff. We're going to be doing little discussion videos. This kind of falls under the genre of discussion. But falls in the subgenre that it's like in the form of a list.
Yep.
So this would be one, like the first one of that category. And like I said before, this is going to be talking about basically superhero related castings, like actors that we felt were casted right for a role, wrong for a role, and we're gonna try to give our thoughts as to why we think these people did a good job, did a bad job, and just kind of go from there.
Yeah. So we have the top 10 best superhero castings. And then
this is the list that me and Six collaborated on. We discussed it. We went back and forth with it, and we think that we have a good list because this is in order. We are ranking them from 10 to 1, 10 being good, like really, really good, and 1 being the best casting ever. Now, of course,
and real quick, we also have the top 10 worst.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah, we also have the best.
And honorable mentions.
I was just about to say that because obviously there has been so many castings and we can only whittle it down to 10. I figure, well, fuck it, why don't we just include another 10 to the list and have those just be the honorable mentions? So we would have 10 honorable mentions. So I guess you could count that as like 11 through 20.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
It's just, it sounds better. Top 10.
Right, yeah, right,
that title,
exactly.
That title sounds better.
Yeah, so honorable mention, guys, I'll just say, count those as like what we think are the best or worst castings from 11 to 20. As for 10 to 1 will be like either the best or the worst.
Yeah.
But basically, we're going to kick this off with giving out the top 10 of the best category. We're going to do honorable mentions after this one.
Yeah.
So in the best category, there's a bunch of castings, bro. There's a bunch of people that played a bunch of different characters, man. There are a lot of good ones. And, like I said, one of the reasons why we wanted to do honorable mentions was because there's so many good ones. And it's like, well, you can only have 10 as the best. So who do we think should belong in the best? You know what I mean? And so, like I said, me and Hector, we came up with this list. We felt good about it. So this is the Cape Shit top 10 best casting. Starting at number 10 on the list, we have Josh Brolin, who played Thanos in the MCU, most notably Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame.
Yep. And dude, Thanos was like, he's one of the top
villains
MCU.
Not even MCU, man. I think just in general in superhero genre.
Yeah, you're right, bro.
You know what I mean? And there's going to be a few actors that we're going to bring up in this video that we felt did such a good job with the character. They practically made it their own. I felt like Josh Brolin definitely brought his own sort of like his own personality to the character of Thanos. Because if you know anything about the Thanos in the comics, or even if you've seen him like in an animated TV show or maybe in a video game, I know Thanos was the main villain in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 for the Nintendo Switch. And I noticed that all these Thanoses, they all kind of act similar. They all kind of act the same. They all have like a dark, brooding voice, and they're kind of like I wouldn't say like he's not interesting. It's just that they're very it's very typical Thanos, what you would expect from the comics. Whereas I felt like what Josh Brolin did to the adaptation of Thanos for the MCU, for the movies, he kind of gave like a level of personality to it. He didn't kind of give us like the typical like mad titan, I want to rule the world, blah, blah, blah. I think this whole thing of him wiping out half the universe, thinking that it's for the better good of them, I felt like did a really good job of humanizing him and kind of seeing his side of it. Josh Brolin definitely gave it his all. I mean, I feel like I would even say that, you know, his performance as Thanos was was that one worthy of an Oscar in my opinion.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, he did a really
he did a really good job.
He did a really good job playing Thanos, man.
They did they wrote his character really well.
Yeah, man. I like how like even like when we see him in both movies, you notice that like in all his dialogue, he doesn't really yell. Like he'll yell or shout sometimes, but whenever he needs to be menacing, especially like there's a few scenes I can think of where he needs to be menacing, he never usually raises his voice. Rather, he uses other form of tactics to just get his point across, like getting into somebody's face or like whispering in their ear threats and stuff like that. One moment that sticks out to me was in Infinity War when he was trying to get Gamora to tell her where the Soul Stone was, and in order for her to tell him, he had Nebula stripped like piece by piece, and he was basically ripping like all her robot parts out each other, like torturing her in front of Gamora to get her to spill. Things like that, like that performance that he just gives, like how menacing he is, how soft spoken, he doesn't yell or shout in your face, like it takes a different kind of level of acting to come across as threatening without having to raise an octave.
No, yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up, bro, because you are right. Like even in like when we see him in the video games, I mean, his name is the Mad Titan, right? And even the comic books, like his he has that demeanor of the typical like he's big, he's really aggressive, and here he's not, and he can do it in such a way where you feel intimidated, and it reminds me of Gus Fring from Breaking Bad.
Definitely.
Like that type of vibe where he doesn't even need to yell or whatever. It's just his presence alone and him being so confident and calm.
Yes.
Is what like gets you. It's like, oh shit, this dude means business.
Like when he says,
you know what I mean?
You know, because I remember in Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Because for many reasons, right? I won't get into it. You know, there's a point where he cuts ties with Walter White. He's like, "You no longer work for me. You're not going to cook meth for me." And he has him on his knees in the middle of a desert, and he's like, "You are to never get involved with me or my business from here on out. You're not going to get involved with Jesse. You remember Jesse, the guy that pal around with him?" He goes, "If you fuck me over in any way," and he's not raising his voice. He's like, "I will kill your son. I will kill your wife. I will kill your infant daughter." But he never yells or raises his voice. And you could that line is so cold, and you're just like, oh shit! Like the fact that he didn't have to raise his voice is just like the way he delivered that line.
Dude, absolutely,
you believe it. You're like, this motherfucker will straight up kill an infant.
Yeah,
like because I think at that point, Walt's daughter wasn't even a year old, and you believe it. You're like, yeah, I think this motherfucker would actually do that. man.
Dude.
So it very much. I like that you made that connection. It very much is like Giancarlo Esposito's portrayal as Gustavo Fring, which, by the way, because I know you haven't finished Better Call Saul, he's just as good on there, bro.
Really?
It's just as I
think I'm on the. I still need the last season.
I think you told me that you just need to watch the last season, which I think is on Netflix. So you can take.
Is it on now?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, man, the Better Call Saul, that one's really good too, and Gustavo Fring is just as badass.
I mean, Better Call Saul fire, man.
It is fire, bro.
Same with Breaking Bad. Y'all gotta watch that.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, man. So on the number 10 spot, like I said, Josh Brolin as
Thanos,
from Infinity War, and from Endgame. Also, I did want to bring this up because I'm pretty sure, like on this podcast, right? I'm pretty sure the only time we're ever going to talk about Thanos in this pod is if we like actually get to reviewing Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah.
So obviously that's going to be like a while from now. So while we're on the topic of Thanos, I do want to kind of bring this up, kind of go on a little side tangent. I want to get your thoughts on something real quick. First of all, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Did you know that Thanos was teased as an end credit scene in the first Avengers movie? Do you remember that at all?
Yeah. Didn't they tease like the Infinity Gauntlet or something?
Not his
or
gauntlet.
or the stones or some shit. Or
No,
what
that was
it?
I think in the second Avengers.
Oh,
The first one they
oh.
actually straight up showed Thanos, like his face and everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember
had a
this,
feeling.
man.
I had a feeling. That's why I wanted to remind you.
Yeah, I don't remember
So
this.
in the first Avengers movie, Thanos was teased because, like, obviously, you know, the Avengers, they beat Loki, they saved New York, and then
Yeah.
we get an end credit scene of someone on a throne, and we see his face. And at the time, I was like, "Who the fuck is this?" Right? And then I find out it was some guy named Thanos. I don't know who that was until later on. I was like, "Oh shit, this guy means business." Right? So obviously, and now I'm gonna show Hector a picture. This is what Thanos looked like in Infinity War, right? So this is very recognizable. It's Thanos.
Yeah.
It's who we know, right? I don't know if you knew this, but they actually changed Thanos' face model.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, if you notice, he kind of looks a lot more human. It looks
here,
like Josh.
yeah.
It looks like Josh Brolin's face, right? And this is what he looks like in both Infinity War and Endgame.
Okay.
But if
Yeah.
you go back and watch the first Avengers movie, if you go back and watch that end credit scene, Thanos' face model looks a lot more like his comic book counterpart.
Really?
Yes, dude. Okay, so I'm gonna show you one more time. This is what Thanos looks like in Infinity War, right?
Yeah,
Kind of
okay.
human face. Obviously, he's got the lines on his chin because that's what Thanos has.
I remember the memes,
Yeah.
like the whole like boss sack.
Yeah, ball section, all that bullshit, right? Like, so this is what he
Yeah,
looked like.
yeah,
This is
yeah,
what
yeah.
Thanos looked like in the post-credit scene.
Oh shit, dude! I don't remember that, but yo, he looks fire though.
Dude, like, but
He looks
you-
cool.
But you see how he looks more like he does in the comics?
Yeah,
that's what
dude.
Thanos looks like in the
Yeah,
straight up in the
dude.
comic books.
Oh,
And a part of me,
shit.
I'm not gonna lie to you, as much as I love Thanos,
Yeah.
I think if he had this face model,
Oh,
it probably would have been
shit.
even more fire, bro.
Bro, Meech is you just showing that to me. I'm like, yo, that's fire,
Dude.
That looks fire,
Dude, because it looks just like him in the comics.
That looks fucking cold,
Dude,
bro.
look how he looks. Whereas in Infinity War, it's more
Dude.
human-like.
I don't remember, dude. I
Yeah,
legit
man.
do not remember this shit.
He's more like human-like. They kind of give him a more human face. I think because maybe it has something to do with the how they capture, face capture
yeah.
or something. Because fun fact, for those of you who are listening, I don't know, there was a lot of people out there
Oh, dude.
going crazy for.
No, I want that. I want the other one, bro.
Yeah, because look how he
Dude,
looks.
he
bro.
looks so
Look, let me
cool,
pull it
dude.
up. I'll pull it up. Thanos from the comics.
No, he looks like him, huh?
That's
He
what I'm saying.
Straight up
he looks
like
just
him.
like him from the comics, dude. The
Oh
face
my
shape and the
God.
face shape and look.
Dude, he looks so
Yeah,
man.
like
He
look,
looks
that's
so
what he looks like.
badass,
That's what he
bro.
looks like in the comics.
Oh fuck, dude! Why did they change that?
I'm telling you, man. Look at that shit.
No, yeah, dude.
It looks just like he does here.
Oh,
That's a more
man.
comic book accurate face model of Thanos, but they changed it to a more human-like face for the later movies.
Fuck, bro. Why do you think they did that?
So again, I don't know why they did it. My assumption is that maybe because like I said,
Because
Thanos.
all that would have been CGI.
Right, either
Yeah.
way, no matter how you did it. But you see how you notice how in Infinity War and Endgame, this is how he looks, and it
Yeah.
looks more human-like, more than alien-like. So maybe
I have an idea.
I think the reason why they made it more human-like is to make the face capture for Josh Brolin maybe a little easier in post-production. Because, fun fact, I know that there were a lot of gamers out there, not me so much, I honestly was in the minority, that were pissed that they changed Peter Parker's face model in the Spider-Man game.
Dude, that's a whole different topic. I don't want to get super in a tangent, but
Yeah.
I saw that, and to me, bro, that's a huge difference.
It's a huge difference. And I was
and I'm
like,
surprised you weren't bothered by it.
I wasn't bothered just because I was like, okay, interesting. They changed the face, but like, why though? Why change it? And apparently, you find out that it's because Yuri Lowenthal, who is the actor who plays Peter Parker in the games, he does like the acting, the motion capture, and everything. And when they got John Bobniak's face model, it was a nightmare for the devs to mesh his face model with Yuri Lowenthal's because their face structure is so different. That's why when they did the remaster, they recasted the face model guy from John Bobniak to Ben Jordan, who has a face structure that looks a lot more like Yuri Lowenthal. And I know a lot of people thought that the reason they've changed his face is to make him look more like Tom Holland, which admittedly, yeah, he does look more like Tom, but that was not the case. And then I actually did some research, and that's very much a thing in game and just in movies, is that the
Interesting.
face models has to look similar. Why do you think the face model for Hulk looks like Mark Ruffalo when he's in Hulk form?
Yeah.
Because it's easier. So this is Yuri Lowenthal. This is the guy that plays Spider-Man in the games,
Oh,
right?
wow.
So that's who he is. And
I was not expecting him to look like that.
That dude's 50, bro.
I was not expecting him to look like that.
Yeah, bro.
What the fuck?
Spider-Man. Someone put Spider-Man 2.
Yo, he could be our dad, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, that dude's old as fuck, bro. But yeah, this is what Spider-Man Peter Parker looks like in the game.
Yeah.
So because it has a similar face structure to the actor, it makes meshing the face to his voice, because like obviously he's moving his mouth and his eyes and everything. Like it makes the face capture easier.
That makes sense.
And that's what the dev said. So I think the reason why they did Thanos and make it more human-like was to make the face capture easier for Josh Brolin, and then to make it look more alien-like, just like in here.
And not only that, probably because since he has like a more human-like face, sure, it'll be easier with the face capture.
Mm-hmm.
But not only that, I think maybe people will be able to more actually kind of sympathize in a way with them.
With a more human-like face.
Exactly, right? And
I can see that.
And I think that's what the whole goal was as well. Like, sure, he's bad, but like you could kind of see, like, how do I explain this? They humanize him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they wanted the face to match that. Right, because with this, like, look at this picture, man. Like,
yeah.
Imagine that's fire as fuck, right? But let's be real. This guy, how he acted like, the Thanos that we got in Infinity War.
Yeah,
I don't think maybe it would fit. I'm not sure.
I could see where you're coming from.
You know what I mean?
It could be very true. That could be a reason.
No, but for sure, what you said for you is that definitely makes more sense.
But it's just like it's one of those
It's so
things
sick,
where
though.
it's like what we could have had, bro.
Yeah, that looks sick as fuck,
Thanos
bro.
in Infinity War and Endgame, the same way, the same movie, but only his face looked like this from Avengers 1 post-credit scene.
dude.
A more comic book accurate
my
face
God,
model
man.
of Thanos.
I can't get over that, dude. That looks so badass.
Look how sick that is.
That looks so badass.
That's crazy. And then obviously we see Thanos again in Guardians 1, and he already looks like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And at the time, I didn't catch the difference. I was just like, oh, yeah, that one guy from the post-credit scene. But then as I went back, I was like, why does Thanos look different? When I saw this, and I'm like, oh, dude, he looks more like he does in the comic books. And honestly, bro, if they would have kept this
He looks
face
way more
structure-
menacing.
Yeah, dude. If they would have kept the OG face structure, nah, bro. I felt like that would have been fire.
Dude, it would have been
I
fire.
would 10 times
Fuck.
prefer this than what we got.
We need a
I'm not
cut.
saying what we got was bad. It's just that this just because it
way
looks
better.
so accurate to the comics, it just hits different. You know what I mean?
Man. It looks way cooler.
Hell
bro.
yeah, dude. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up real quick while we're on the
dude,
topic
I had no
of
idea,
Thanos.
man. I just forgot,
because I don't
man.
know when's the next time we're going to talk about Thanos in the
true,
pod,
that's
because
true.
I know we're kind of going through the MCU movies, all these superhero movies that we want to review, and obviously Thanos doesn't come along so much later. So I just wanted to get your thoughts and wanted to see what you thought about
We'll
this.
definitely bring this up when time comes.
Yeah, we'll bring it
up
up another again when we talk about Thanos in another future pod. But I wanted to bring it up now because I was curious if you knew about this or
man.
not.
I had no idea.
But yeah, man, this what could have been, huh?
Fuck, man.
That's cool,
That's
right?
got to be my wallpaper, man.
Low key, man. It looks raw.
That looks cool,
dude.
right? It's like a wallpaper.
It looks fucking raw, man. I'll
Fuck,
tell you what
dude.
could have been. But yeah, guys, little side tangent. Well, then again, we provided some value
so
for
funny.
anybody listening.
Yo,
The
fuck
face
yeah,
model for Thanos in the MCU was changed. You guys can even go and look it up. Look up Thanos from the Avengers 1 post-credit scene, and then look up Thanos and what he looks like in Infinity War, and you're going to see that they changed the face model. He looks more human-like in the newer movies than he did back then when he was teased. But I still just can't get over how
I can't
sick
get
it
over it
looks,
either,
bro.
man. He looks
It's
so
fire.
fucking sick. That's crazy as fuck, bro.
Yeah, man.
We're almost at. We're like at 18 minutes, bro. We only got to the one person.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I know,
shit.
man. I know. I just wanted to bring it up because, I felt like you would have liked that. I
No,
had a
dude.
feeling.
Yeah,
Fuck
bro.
yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, man.
Fuck.
But yeah, man. So like we said, number 10, Josh Brolin is Thanos,
There
and
we
now
go.
moving on to the number 9 spot.
Oh shit.
At number 9, we have Chris Evans as
Yeah.
Captain America, bro.
It's a no-brainer, man.
It is a
That is
no-brainer.
Captain America for sure,
Yeah,
bro.
man. Now a lot of
Like-
people say that. I don't know how much you remember
Mm-hmm.
about the Fantastic Four movies, but a lot of people are not super fond
didn't
of
he
it.
play Human Torch?
He played the Human Torch, and I don't know how much you remember of the Fantastic Four movies, but a lot of people look back at those 2 movies and they kind of see them as whatever. They're not as good or whatever. They hold a special place in my heart. And I really liked Chris Evans' portrayal as the Human Torch. I thought he would have I think he did a pretty good job playing like the young brother, like the amateur one or whatever. But a lot of people say that when he was cast as Captain America, it was like his redemption to what he played the Human Torch. So that's
Kinda-
implying that the Human Torch, like his portrayal, was trash.
wasn't good.
But like,
It's kind
I
of
always
similar
thought
to like Ryan Reynolds with
when he was Green Lantern
and
and he was
transition
given
to-
to Deadpool.
Yeah.
But like, my whole thing was like, I didn't really see him as that bad
That
of
bad?
a portrayal.
I can't remember, man. I only remember the Silver Surfer, movie,
Right.
But even that barely, like I barely remember.
No, I get you. Well, we were kids when that shit. I think,
Yeah,
dude, I
dude.
think Silver Surfer came out
Yeah,
07?
man. Jesus
I
Christ,
know, bro. It was a while back.
Yeah, bro.
But I didn't think his portrayal was that bad. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what people were like, his redemption, right? I was like, I don't know about y'all, man. I thought Chris Evans was always fire. And then he got cast as Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, you know what's really funny? This is kind of funny. When I was younger, like obviously we have IGN, we have all these different news outlets on social media that update us on movie news, comic book news. Like when we know when the next MCU movie is gonna be. Hell, we know when the next phase of movies are gonna be and all that shit. As a kid, when I was younger, I didn't know how to get superhero news from social media. I didn't know
Yeah.
that was a thing. So my way of knowing if some new video game movies were coming out was by going on Wikipedia and just looking up Marvel and clicking the film section and looking at all the movies they've ever made and seeing if any new ones came up on the bottom in recent years.
Shit.
So when I saw that they were making a Captain America movie, I was
Yeah.
like, whoa, what? And I clicked on it and it already had a poster. And it's like the one, I can pull it up. This was the first ever Captain America teaser poster that we got.
Is it with a shield?
It's the one with his shield. It's, let me see. It's this one right here. This is the one.
Oh yeah.
This was the teaser picture that we got, and I was like, "Whoa, his suit looks cool.
He
He's
looks
got
cool
the
as
shield." And I
fuck,
was like,
yeah.
"Wait a minute!" But I recognize that guy, and I was like, "No way, is that Human Torch? Oh shit!" So like, 10-year-old me was freaking
Yeah.
out. Oh shit, it's him, right? And dude, it was maybe like 2010 time when I found out that movie because the movie
Jesus
came
Christ,
out 2011.
Yeah.
I must have found out about it 2010. So from 2010 till now, man, it's been what 13 years. And like, just like you said, that's my Captain America.
No, bro, for sure,
How
dude.
much we've
Like-
come along, dude. Like the way he plays Captain America is fire because it's just like how he is in the comics. Any video game adapted animated TV show,
Yeah,
bro.
dude.
He's always just pure of heart. He always believes in good.
Mm-hmm.
He's always like, you know, we have to do what's right. Like his whole thing, like, is like, if his mission is to save people from a burning building, let's
Yeah.
say, right? And it's like, listen, Cap, the building's about to fucking collapse. It's been on fire for too long. Yeah, you saved a few people. Oh, but
Yeah.
there's still people inside. It's like, hey, man, we got to save the ones we can. He's the mentality of like, fuck no, like we're saving everyone. That's the right
Yeah.
thing to do. And he just has that optimism. That's
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
just brimming optimism, as bright as that fucking
And
star
he's
on
a
his
great,
chest.
and he's a great leader.
And he's
as
a
well.
great leader, dude. And that's another thing
And he
is that
reminds
he
me like of Superman.
absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like I think of
Absolutely, man.
when I think of Captain America, especially Chris Evans, I think about Superman.
Yeah, man, because it's
And-
like it's one of those things where it's like you see a lot of similarities between
Yeah,
the characters because you know both characters believe in good and justice and always doing the right thing and never
Yeah.
using their powers for evil. And it was one of those things where like in a multiverse situation, right? Like in another universe, if Chris Evans was never casted as the role of Captain America, he would have made a damn good Superman.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
You know what I mean?
I could definitely
I
see
could
that.
see Chris Evans playing a Superman in a DC movie because
I could see that, bro.
already got like that bold, you know, proud, just kind of like demeanor of just like believing in good and believing in justice and always doing the right thing. Him, you know, just he's literally like how Superman wears hope on his chest.
Yeah,
that
dude.
shield very much resembles
Absolutely.
justice and hope the
Mm-hmm.
same exact way. But yeah, man, I feel like what Chris Evans did, man, and there's actually surprisingly there's a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
out there. It's a very minority, very very small minority that don't actually like him as Captain America because they
Really?
think that he's not a good actor. You know, one of those people even has a show. That person has a podcast, has a following, and has posted on the internet that he does not think that Chris Evans is a good actor, and that's
Wow.
Ben Shapiro.
Man.
You know who that
Fuck
is?
Yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah.
Man, fuck that guy.
That
man.
motherfucker I feel like hates on a lot of shit. He
Hey,
thought
man.
he thought the Batman was trash.
Come on, man.
He thought the Batman was trash because he's like,
Nah,
basically in this movie, man, it's it's fuck the white supreme people, and we gotta encourage the colored people.
What?
Because of that whole thing with like how they made Gordon a black man, how they made Selena Kyle race swap and all that bullshit.
Hey man, she fun.
But she fine. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, man. I'll let that slide. What you mean, girl? But
nah,
he was
yeah,
talking about
man,
how
he's
like
one
it
of
was
those
like, oh
guys.
yeah, take down the white corporate man and blah blah blah. I'm like, that's not what the Batman's about. What the fuck did you get from this movie?
I don't know.
So I don't know, man. But he has gone on and said like, yeah, man, Chris Evans is not a good actor, and I'm like, you're fucking full of shit.
I mean,
because
like-
he's great
Yeah, man.
as Captain America.
With the-
He fucking kills it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he's on about. I mean, obviously we're not super oblivious. We know there are some current MCU projects that kind of do a political like
Statement.
yeah,
Follow
bro,
an
you know what I
agenda.
mean? One of them would be She-Hulk,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's
that
true.
shit was trash. But with the Batman, I didn't see that shit.
No, me
in there,
neither.
man. I don't know what he's on, man.
I don't know. When I saw the
You
Batman,
know, it's a 10 out of 10 for him. What's that one movie that I saw in church school?
in church school.
Yeah, in church school, like with Jesus and shit.
Passion of the Christ.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's a 10 out of 10 for him, boy.
Hey, man.
Or that one kind of you might not know this movie. It's called Jerusalem.
Okay.
But the Z, it's like a capital Z, bro. Like if it was like World War Z, like it'll be like that, right? And so what it is kind of to me, I saw this as a kid, man. Let me know if you guys know what I'm talking about, guys who are listening. It's called Jerusalem, right? And it gives off like zombie vibes, but like they're demons.
Okay.
So like they're demons, bro. Like, and that's basically it. They're like in Jerusalem. These two people took a trip over there, and there's this demonic type of shit where there's like demons and shit, and they're out there shooting them with guns and yeah, bro. It's
Yeah, that's strange.
it's a like fucking early 2000 movie. I mean, maybe you could find it, Hav. I don't know if you're gonna find it, but it's called Jerusalem with the Z.
I was gonna say
capitalized.
like, so it's Jerusalem.
yeah.
What the fuck?
Here, let me see if I can find it, bro.
But yeah, man, I have at number 9. So, or I should say, we had at number 9 Chris Evans, bro. I feel like he did a really good job embodying the comic book version of Captain America.
Yeah, dude. Look at this.
Oh my god.
Jerusalem.
The font looks like some Star Wars shit.
You see what I mean? Like it's like a demon or some shit on Judgment Day.
hell shall inherit the earth.
I remember watching this, bro, as a fucking kid. I mean,
Makes sense. It's you, bro.
yeah. Look, not kid, but like 2015. See that?
Yeah.
When
When it's zombies.
when it comes to zombies or anything that type of vibe, come on.
I know,
man.
you're on that shit.
I'm on that, bro.
Yeah, you're on that, bro.
Let me see if I can find some more fucking things. But anyways, yeah. Go on, Hav.
What's it called? So yeah, we basically went through the number 9 spot. Chris Evans as Captain America. So now moving on to the number 8 spot. What's up? Oh, he's showing me more shit.
Of the demons type shit.
What the fuck? They
See
actually
that?
I will say they do look creepy. I like the design. Oh yeah, that's fucked.
Dude.
Yeah, that's
like
actually
I Am
fucked.
Legend type shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say that reminds me of the I Am Legend demons.
Loki, I might rewatch this, bro, because I watched this once, like in 2015. I was like, yo, this shit kind of cool. But anyways, it's
Yeah.
Jerusalem. This is 10 out of 10 for Ben Shapiro. For my fallen brothers, man. What you mean?
That's crazy.
Jerusalem 2 confirmed. There's some random shit I'm looking at. But anyways, man, go watch it, guys.
This motherfucker watching Jerusalem.
Jerusalem is right. So it's Jeru, then ZALEM, and you're gonna see it. The Z is like capitalized red. It kind of looks like the World War Z type shit.
Dude, even the font looks like some Star Wars shit.
Does it?
Yeah, like the letter J and like just the lines on the top
I
and
gotcha.
bottom. You know how like that shit
Yeah.
looks like some Star Wars shit.
I got you, bro.
Damn, bro, those motherfuckers some posers.
Hey,
bro.
man, it's on Prime Video, I think.
Oh shit, what the
It's on
fuck?
Prime Video, y'all. So go check that one out.
Bet. I might fuck around and watch it.
Man. Low key, man. I want to see it again. But anyways,
But
Yeah,
So
what
yeah,
we
man.
got?
Moving up on the list, we're at the number 8 spot, and in the number 8 spot, we talked about Thanos.
Oh, shit.
We talked about Captain America. I felt like we should switch it up from the MCU, move over to the X-Men, because we got Patrick Stewart as Professor Xavier.
hey, man. He got the looks, the persona, the charisma,
Yes, bro.
the leadership, man. It's just there,
Dude,
Like,
it's funny because Professor X obviously was introduced years and I should say decades before the
Yeah.
movie even came out. But when they casted Patrick Stewart to play him in that first movie, a lot of the comic books and a lot of the video games started using their Xavier portrayals based off of him. So this is another one of like how Thanos, like, or you know what I mean, like how Patrick Stewart very much influenced the portrayal of how Professor X would be shown in media. I think there was this video game. Do you remember that video game, Marvel Ultimate Alliance?
Okay.
The like 4-player game, like that would be like top down. It
Was
kinda
it
like an
Spider-Man
RPG.
the main was in the front of the
Yes.
picture?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you remember that game?
I remember that one.
So the same developers that made those top-down RPG sort of games, right? The Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Before Marvel Ultimate Alliance, they made these other 2 games called X-Men Legends, and it was based off the Ultimate Universe.
Okay.
So this was based like the X-Men, but from the Ultimate Universe.
Right.
And in both those X-Men Legend games, Professor Xavier was actually voiced by Patrick Stewart.
No way.
Yeah, man.
Really?
They actually got him to voice him in the games.
That's crazy.
So, like, that first portrayal, man, I feel like someone over at Fox saw him play Picard in Star
Yeah.
Trek, and they're like, damn, bro, he's got the leadership down. He's got the bald head and everything. Fuck it, we should make him Professor X.
Yeah.
And they casted him,
And he'd be great,
he's been
dude.
playing Professor X for a while, bro. And it's funny because back in 2017, Patrick Stewart and Hugh Jackman both played Professor X and Wolverine in the movie Logan. And at that point, they actually got the Guinness World Record for playing a superhero character for like the longest time.
Oh my gosh.
And that was like I think they were at 17 years. And then No Way Home came out.
Yeah.
And Tobey Maguire took the Guinness World Record for playing a superhero character for the longest time. And then when Multiverse of Madness came out, Patrick Stewart played him again, and he got the title back. So, like, I think right now currently holds that title until we get Deadpool 3, and it's just going to be Hugh Jackman by himself.
Yeah.
So it's funny but like as of right now, I think Patrick Stewart holds the record for the Guinness World Record of playing a superhero character in a movie for the longest amount of years. So he currently holds that title.
Yeah, man. He's great, dude.
But dude, he is so good. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. The other day, I was actually rewatching X-Men 3: The Last Stand.
Okay.
So I was rewatching it because I forget what I was doing. Oh, I was doing the meal prep sandwich at my house, and I just wanted something to play in the background. And dude, I was just looking at Professor Xavier.
You be rewatching movies like podcasts, bro.
Low-key, man. That's facts, bro.
You be like, hey, man,
I need some casual Endgame.
By hearing the dialogue, you already know what's happening.
I know what's going on.
You're reacting like if you're listening to the radio back then. You know, like back then people would listen to radio. That's how you be reacting.
Yeah, type
No, not this again.
Like, oh, it's another strike. Ah,
Yeah, type shit.
I just hear Wolverine ching. I'm like, oh, it's about to
Oh,
go down.
shit.
It's about to go down.
No, like you just hear him clash with something. You're like, oh, he blocked that. Like you already know. Like you already know what he did. Oh shit, that's what he did.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
fuck.
Oh, that's
Really? Like you just hear him sighing. Oh, that's where you at. That's
crazy.
man.
Like he sighs, right? I'm like, wait a minute. I think he saw his own breath. Oh, he's in the Atlantic.
For real?
He's in Antarctica. What
For
the hell?
real.
Like, what the fuck?
Like you just know everything. Man. It's funny.
Oh my god.
Anyways,
but yeah, man, I was rewatching X-Men: The
yeah.
Last Stand, and I was just watching Professor X as Xavier, and I'm like, dude, such perfect casting. He does such a great job portraying Xavier. And Xavier, you know, in the comics, and you know, especially from where I know him, which is from the animated show, the '90s cartoon.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Not only is he a good leader, does he lead the X-Men, but I think I just saw him as Professor X. I just saw him as like the guy that leads the X-Men, and that's who he is, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like when I watched the X-Men movies and I saw Patrick Stewart portray him, I know, I'm sure, guys, right? I'm sure in the cartoon, I'm sure the comics explore this, but I'm just saying for little Hav, my introduction, like I saw a different side of Xavier, whereas I kind of always saw him as like the leader of the X-Men. Mm-hmm. Watching the movies and watching Patrick Stewart, I kind of saw like a different version of Xavier, where he'd lead the X-Men, but also because he was a teacher, he was the one that ran the school, he would have a lot of conversations with like students, and he would just kind of talk to them one-on-one, the kind of way that like anyone of y'all, whoever, like, you know, remember that really cool teacher you were cool with or you felt like you could talk to, be it a teacher, a counselor in school, someone that you knew from your school that you were cool with. Mm-hmm. I kind of saw this side of Xavier where like you feel like you could talk to him about anything, and he would give you, you know, super wise advice and stuff like that. And I felt like I'm sure that in the comics, that's an Xavier that you guys have known for decades. But for me, my introduction was like in the movies. And it was at that moment that I was like this Xavier guy is more than just the leader of the X-Men. He can also be a friend. And he very much plays that sort of father/mentor figure to a lot of his X-Men. Most noticeably, one being Jean Grey, because obviously she's also a telepath like him. But she's not as powerful, so she trains her a lot with her powers. And also taking in Wolverine, who was just an animal, right? A motherfucker who doesn't have memory of his past. And he kind of takes him in and builds him to be a better person. Like, aside from seeing him as a leader, I saw him as like a mentor to a lot of different figures, and you don't really buy that. You don't really buy if someone can be a good mentor. Like, you don't buy that unless the actor playing them sells it. And I felt like them getting Patrick Stewart, dude. It's one of those things where, you know, spoilers for the Marvels, 3, 2, 1. The introduction to the X-Men in the post-credit scene. It makes me think, well, we're inevitably going to be seeing Charles Xavier. Who gets to play him in the MCU? You know what I mean? Because we saw Beast, and he's played by Kelsey Grammer, who played him in the X-Men movies. And I'm not opposed to having Patrick Stewart back, but my thing is, like, now that he's getting older, how long will we be playing Xavier? Should we just recast a younger guy for him to last the decades, for him to last like the years and stuff? But I don't know, man, because like if they recast them, like who else can you get? Because Xavier, like when I think Xavier, I think Patrick Stewart. Like that's just the face I associate it with. Like who else could do it better? Yeah, that's like the dilemma that I have in my head. I'm like, who could play these motherfuckers, man? Because like he just did it so well. Like how can you beat that? And that's how I think about with Patrick Stewart as Xavier, man.
Fuck, man. We just had, man.
We just got to trust the process.
Yeah,
man.
right. We just got to see.
We just got to see man. What
he's getting. He's getting old, man.
He's getting up there, dude. And Ian McKellen as Magneto. They're both just getting up there in age, dude. Yeah. But yeah, man. What about you? Any thoughts on Patrick Stewart as Xavier?
I mean, you pretty much said everything. Huh? Like, I did say when we first started, like I truly think he did really well. I mean, he captures Professor X like perfectly, I would say, and he's just I mean, I don't know what else I could say to what you said. I agree, man. He's there, man.
Yeah, man. Finally, when we get around to rewatching the X-Men movies for the Cape Shit Pod, bro, you're gonna like start remembering, and you're just gonna see what I'm talking about.
No,
all these characters and shit, bro. But yeah, man. So that's the number 8 spot on the best list is Patrick Stewart as Professor Xavier. So moving on to number 7, we're gonna do another switch up, another switcheroo. We went from the MCU to 20th Century Fox, but you see they both fall under Marvel. So I figure we go and flip to the other side, pay a little visit to DC, because at number 7 we got Henry Cavill as Superman.
Hey, it's been a while since the world's
this motherfucker is going on this. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Ain't it been a while, y'all?
Or has it not been a while?
Yeah, yo, comment down below. How long has it been?
It's been a while since I've been on the screen. Right? The main universe, like this, like I'm the face of DC, and I was nowhere to be found.
That's facts, right?
You know what I mean?
That is facts, bro.
Look, it's Henry Cavill is Superman.
Yeah,
dude.
man.
Fuck,
First of all, I want to kind of address the obvious. I know there's a lot of people listening to the pod being like, "What? You guys are fucking, this is bullshit." Henry Cavill, where's Christopher Reeves?
Yeah.
So Christopher Reeves, as we know, is the OG Superman. He's the one that plays Superman in the first 4 Superman movies back from the 70s and 80s. Mm-hmm. And I know a lot of you guys are like, what the fuck? What about Christopher Reeves as Superman, right? Well, here's the thing, guys. We're not disrespecting the legacy and the history of the Superman movies from the past. We're not saying that he's not worthy to be on our list. It's just that both me and Hector, we haven't seen
we haven't seen them at all.
Christopher Reeves Superman movies. So we didn't really feel comfortable adding him to the list, not knowing anything about him. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We're not saying that he doesn't deserve to be on here. Like, oh man, that's old news. I'm not about that new. No. Nothing like that. Like, nothing like that. It's just that. It's nothing like that, guys. It's just that like
we haven't seen him.
We haven't seen the movie, so we couldn't really give anything. Like, even if we were like, but we should pay respect to the past and add him on the list.
Like how?
Like I guess we could add him on the list, but like what
like
can
honorable
we
mention?
But like what even as an honorable mention, what can we say?
Yeah.
If we haven't seen the
We haven't
movies,
seen 'em.
what kind of thoughts can we just give
Exactly.
about, like, how can I say, like, well, what I really liked about what he did with Superman if I haven't seen the movies?
Mm-hmm.
So rather to like avoid that, we rather play it safe and pick the Superman that I've actually seen, which would be like the Brandon Routh Superman, the CW Superman and Lois Superman, and Henry Cavill. And I feel like of the three, the one worthy on the best list would be the one that I feel like a lot of people are familiar with, because they most
sure.
likely will watch movies
I grew up with that
over
Superman.
with TV shows and stuff, and that would be Henry Cavill.
Exactly.
But that's basically the reason why we didn't
But-
include Christopher Reeves in the list. Not saying
Yeah.
he's not meant to be on it, it's just that we don't really know
Exactly.
much about
And-
his portrayal.
And don't fret, guys, because that's what the point of the pod. We're gonna get to that eventually.
Oh, yeah,
in the future,
yeah.
we'll definitely watch those movies for the first time and review them and give our thoughts and stuff. But yeah, that's basically why we didn't have him on the list, and that's why we have Henry Cavill, dude. I mean, Henry Cavill, man. I grew up with Henry Cavill, man.
Yeah,
that
man.
was my Superman.
That was my Superman, because
You know what
that's
I mean?
kind of like how my first introduction was a movie called Superman Returns, which is like I told you was like that spiritual successor to the old school Superman movies, and they got that guy Brandon Routh to play Superman. That was my first introduction to Superman, but like I barely remember that movie. I just remember like
okay.
him doing Superman shit,
Yeah.
like saving the world and all that stuff. But it wasn't until Man of Steel that was my first introduction to what I knew would be this
Yeah,
modern
dude.
day Superman, because they kind of rebooted him and they have a different story and everything. And
Yeah,
I was
man.
like, oh shit! So they got this guy to play
and
Superman.
and when I saw him, man, in the end credit of Black Adam, man, I was hyped, bro.
Oh, dude, that shit was hype.
I was so
All 5 minutes
hyped,
of it.
bro. His fucking suit looked cool. His
You know what
line
I
was
think?
cold as fuck. It's
You
been
know
a while.
what's
since
fire,
the-
bro,
since
is
the
that
world's
his
finished.
suit looked cool. I think we talked about this before. His suit
Yeah, we
looked
have.
cool because it was vibrant.
Yeah.
Like the
was
yellow
bright.
in his suit popped, the blue in the
blue
suit
and the
popped.
red.
Because even though I liked him in his other movies, right, Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, all that, even though I liked him in those movies, I felt like there was a color gradient on the movie
Oh, for
that
sure.
made the colors muted, and it doesn't seem as bright
was
and
a lot darker.
vibrant. So, and I get it, because these movies, you know, the Snyderverse, as people like to call it, very much was influenced by the Christopher Nolan Batman movies and how gritty and
Yeah.
grounded they were. There was a time in Hollywood where a bunch of different movies were trying to copy the Christopher Nolan wave of
Yeah.
how he was making a Batman trilogy, but more realistic and grounded, like, because people like that shit. So even Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man's went that direction, the first one at least. Tarzan, at one point there was a Tarzan movie live action that was also like that, and you can very much see that Man of Steel kind of follows that same trope, because even the colors are muted. It's like a
Yeah,
darker
definitely.
color gradient and stuff to the movie. Even like everything down to his origin and how he even lose, you know, his dad,
Yeah.
Jonathan Kent, is way different and way darker than how it happens in the comics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think what I liked about it was
Even like the like I know there's like a small detail. Even like his title, like this title card, like the Man of Steel, like that was also pretty dark as well. Even like the posters that would release.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it was definitely a much darker, grittier tone of Superman, and I kind of it reminds me, and I make the connection with like the Batman, Matt Reeves, the Batman.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, sure, the Batman is always, you know,
So it's gonna be dark and gritty.
dark and gritty, but for some reason, I feel like Matt Reeves, the Batman, was a lot more darker because it was dealing more with like his emotions, early stages of grieving, right? And you could really see that, like that, what's it called? That dark and like him not doing well mentally, and how I don't know how to explain it, dude. But I don't know. I kind of made that connection with that. But what were you saying, Ive?
No, I was gonna say that that even though this was such a different take on Superman, and like it was kind of like a much more darker and grittier take, I still actually enjoyed Man of Steel.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude.
I very
Hell
much
yeah.
enjoyed it, and a lot of that came from how Henry Cavill portrayed Superman.
Dude, like one of my favorite shots is in that film, the one where he's in the atmosphere, and he has like his hands out, whatever,
His
and
arms
it's just like Earth and shit.
I'm trying to remember what scene that is.
It was his first. I think it was when he does his first flight or some shit.
Oh.
I think after or something like
Yeah,
that.
and when you
I
saw
can't
that
remember.
shot, you
I
were
was like, dude,
"That's
that shit's hard as
Superman."
fuck.
You're like,
dude.
that's Superman.
Yeah, man, that shit was so
that's
fucking
like,
cool.
That's the comic book character brought to life.
Dude, that shit was so cool, bro.
Yeah, I can agree, man. Because like
Yeah.
even a lot of things, like even in Batman v
me
Superman
see if I can find
and
it.
Snyder Cut, like I really liked Henry Cavill's portrayal, man. Again, very much similar to Chris Evans' portrayal. Like Henry Cavill, I felt like did a really good job in the portrayal of Superman as someone who is just, with a heart of gold, and it just believes in truth and justice, and he's just so likable. The charisma he carries, like, Superman is very rarely someone who raises his voice and it always greets everyone with calmness. But like when he's faced with an enemy, he's not out here, shouting like you're not gonna do anything to my world. Like he's very stoic, and he's very like, you are to turn around and leave immediately. Like he never wants to resort to violence unless he has to. And I feel like Henry Cavill did a really good job embodying what Superman really is, just like how he is in the comics.
Yep.
Dude, like he deserves all the fucking props. I very much like the way that he portrayed Superman in those movies, man. And it sucks because a lot of people, I agree too. I agree with what people say on social media, is that despite how good he is though, like yeah, he's good and all.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I kind of agree with people on the internet that say that it's a shame that he was a really good Superman, that Henry Cavill kind of got this unfair, like he didn't really get a shot at showing his entire potential of who Superman
he didn't really have a chance. Like he didn't really have his...
The only true chance he had was his one solo movie, Man of Steel.
Yeah, dude.
Because Batman v Superman, he had to share the runtime with Batman and all those other fucking characters, Lex Luthor and Lois Lane and her side plot, and then Wonder Woman, and then fucking Doomsday, and it's like, what the fuck? And then we see him again in Justice League, and that's even more people, because that's a literal team of superheroes, and he doesn't show up till the very end. So it sucks because a lot of people agree together. A lot of people are in agreement. I agree as well that Henry Cavill didn't get a fair shot to show off his portrayal as Superman because he didn't get the opportunity to show it off more other than just that first solo movie, dude. Mm-hmm. And obviously seeing him in the post-credit scene for Black Adam raised a lot of hype because we thought we could finally see him back.
Fuck yes, bro.
And then James Gunn came in and then like changed it all differently for the best, ? Hopefully, right? We'll see how his DC universe turns out. But when I heard that Henry Cavill wouldn't be coming back, I will admit, like, I was pretty upset about it because I was just like, damn, bro, he didn't get his fair shot as Superman.
Yeah,
this was like a glimmer of hope of like, oh wow, like we might get to see his shot like this, him give it another go and like seeing what he's really made of. Maybe he can give us a better performance of Superman than Man of Steel and be like, oh, Man of Steel 2 was the shit, like that was my Superman movie, blah blah blah. And like he never got his fair shot. And it's one of those things where you kind of think about it, you're like, damn, I kind of feel bad for Henry Cavill. Like you get the opportunity, like the dream role of a lifetime. I feel like in every actor's life, you have dreams of a dream role that you would want to play.
I found it and I messed up. I mean, come on, man, Hob, I can't. It's been so long since I've seen these movies.
What
man.
happened?
The scene that I'm talking about, it's in the Snyder Cut.
Oh,
not Man of Steel.
Oh, okay.
Or is it this? Or is it the normal?
Is it 2017?
Well, here's the thing. I found the scene, but I could have sworn it was an OG cut as well. This one I have here.
Right here. He's gonna play the scene for me, guys. Hold on.
This one.
The Snyder Cut.
I could have sworn
it is. It's Snyder Cut.
Yeah, but wasn't this scene right here in the OG as well?
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
Not this part, but hold on. This part.
Oh.
Wasn't that in the OG?
I don't remember, bro. I honestly don't remember much of the original Justice League.
I can't remember either, but I remember seeing this shit. But wasn't that hard as fuck?
That is fire.
Ain't that hard as shit?
That's a fire shot.
Dude, what? I'm gonna do more
research.
Yeah, more research on that because what the fuck?
Yeah. But like I was saying, back to what I was saying, I feel like in every actor's life.
But either way, like for like Man of Steel, like this whole shot, like his first flight shit, bro.
Oh yeah, the shot where he's like in the Arctic. I don't even know where he's at. I think he's at the Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah, and like the cinematography in this shit is so fucking fire, dude. It's like, look at this.
Walking into the snow when he puts his like fist down on the ground.
Yeah, dude. Like, look at this. Look at this shot right here.
Oh, dude.
And then watch this, when the sun be hitting him and shit. The sun's gonna hit on him. Like, I think this is what I was getting confused about. Because that other scene I show you, I really like that scene.
Yeah.
And then this whole sequence of First Flight and Man of Steel. This is where I was like, yo, dude, look at this.
Yeah.
Look at that shot, man. Yo, that's so. Look,
Yeah.
Javi's smiling right now, man. Look at this. Oh man, dude. It's the first flight from Man of Steel, guys. Like, I think this is what I was getting confused about. But the other one, I could have sworn it was in the
Boom.
OG.
And right here, he just starts to
Cut.
jump.
Yeah,
And
he's doing his thing.
He's just jumping.
But
He's
anyways,
not so much flying.
no,
But
yeah,
eventually
but,
he learns like, oh shit, I can
yeah,
fly though.
exactly. So that whole thing, bro.
But yeah,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Can you keep going, bro?
So
I'm gonna try to figure this
Let me
shit
see.
out.
So what I was so basically what I was saying was that I feel like in every actor's like career as an actor, right? Like I
Yeah.
feel like you will always have those dream roles, like, oh, I wish to play a role like this. And it's not so much that these actors have a dream role of a role like, oh, I want to be able to play this character, like a specific character.
Yeah,
I think when an actor has a dream role, it's not so much they want to play a specific character. They just want to be able to play a part in a movie that'll completely just change their lives. One that where it's like, oh, I know that character from this movie. Like I felt like for Bryan Cranston, obviously it was his portrayal as Walter White.
yeah,
I feel like everyone, when they think of how good of an actor he is, that's the one they go to. Same with what's his name, Aaron Paul as Jesse. They think the same thing. Like when
Whatever, man, I can't find it,
for
man.
every obviously like Tom Hanks, right? Tom Hanks, the guy that voices Woody in Toy Story.
Oh,
people,
yeah.
people see Forrest Gump, like his
Yeah.
portrayal as Forrest Gump. Like I feel like for any actor, they always want that dream role. Not so much I want to play this character, right? But a character that'll totally just that will just show him off in the Hollywood space.
Yeah.
One that, like, I guess we would say puts him on the map, and now they start
Definitely.
getting more work. And I felt like for Henry Cavill, he was able to get a role that put him on the map. And not only did he get a role that put him on the map, but of all roles, he got fucking Superman. The literal, you said it yourself, the literal face of DC. Correct me if I'm wrong. He was also like the very first superhero in comic book media, wasn't he?
Yep,
In
he
Action
was.
Comics.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you're not just playing Go ahead.
He's the reason why Marvel started doing superheroes as well.
That's because of Superman.
Superman was the first ever superhero. Yeah,
Yeah, so like, not only did he get a role,
that got popular. Yeah,
you know, not only did Henry Cavill land a role as a superhero,
one of the most iconic heroes. Man.
but he got the most iconic superhero of all superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that you're like, wow, what an honor and opportunity that he was given. And then you look at like his run,
oh my god,
and you're like,
that shit was
he
cut
never,
short.
and it's like he never
Oh,
got
God. Hey,
a
man.
proper shot to really show off his portrayal as Superman.
Let me just
bro.
be the face of DC and die in my second movie. Let's do that, and then continue on without me, y'all. Like, what's going on out here, man?
I don't know.
That's sad as fuck, bro.
I get what Snyder was doing. I get
Yeah.
it, right? You're gonna introduce Doomsday. You're gonna want to adapt the death of Superman because
Yeah,
Superman
the death and
dies.
return of Superman. Yeah.
Because Superman dies at the hands of Doomsday. I get it, but like, why
in the
introduce
second
Doomsday?
movie? Why in the second movie of your whole universe? It's like, I know we're a broken record. We always mention this, but every
always
single
talk
time
about
we
this.
mention this, we always bring that up in your second movie. Why do that? In your second movie, like, at least give the man a trilogy. Like,
For real,
like give him a
what the
trilogy
fuck?
at least, right?
Motherfucker had one solo movie and then was doing side quests.
For real,
Like,
bro.
what
Maybe
the-
have the trilogy where he dies, right? And then he
or
comes,
something.
and then he comes
at least
back.
At least you can confidently say, oh, he had his proper shot as Superman. 'cause
Exactly,
he had a
but no, he
trilogy
didn't,
of
dude. He's like,
one solo movie and then played and then had to share the screen with other characters for the rest of his career.
yeah, bro. Like,
It just sucks, bro. Like, it's sad. It's like,
it's sad, bro.
Cavill never got.
and he
his
was hyped
proper
as fuck. Remember
when he was coming
yeah,
back.
dude, he was hyped
for Black Adam,
dude.
bro. And then you hear news
That shit
about
was
how he quit
crazy,
The Witcher
bro.
from Netflix to play Superman full time. He's like, I want to leave this because I want to invest in this. And then this fucking bullshit happens to him.
Fuck, man.
I just feel bad for Henry Cavill, to be honest, man.
For sure. I wonder what he's doing now.
I know he's gonna try to get something else off the ground.
I mean, why are we feeling bad, bro? I'm like, why? I wonder what he's doing now. He doing better than us. That's You know what I mean? You do it better than us. Why are we
That's
tripping?
true, bro.
No, but either way, it does suck, right? It's
Yeah,
just,
man. You know, it's one of those things, bro. Like, you know, obviously you always talk about like, oh man, who knows, right? Like maybe this
Yeah.
podcast could blow up one day. We could have guests. I'd
Dude,
love to
that'd be
have
so
Henry
cool.
Cavill here.
Oh shit!
I would like to have him
That'd be
here
cool
and
as
just
fuck.
kind of like ask him the questions. I feel like we
Yeah.
want to know, like, hey man, like, be real with us. Like, how did it feel?
He's
that,
media
like,
trained.
Yeah, but I feel like now that he's
he's-
no longer with DC and he's no
Oh,
longer
you
a
think
part
so?
of that, he can maybe be a lot more open.
You think? Yeah.
I feel like maybe he could be more honest, and we could just ask him, like, how did you feel that you were given such an iconic role, a role of a lifetime, you could even say, and you never got your proper shot to, like, have even a trilogy or to show off your role as Superman in the universe and blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. Like, I'd like to know what he thought. Because we can assume all we want, but, like, what did he think about it?
That's true, dude.
Because, you know, he's very passionate for the role. Like, we even saw how excited he was when Black Adam
fuck
came
yeah,
out,
dude.
how he was excited to come back.
Fuck
man.
yeah.
But yeah, man, I felt like
I mean, hopefully we could see him like
in an Elseworld.
in an
thing.
Elseworld,
Dude,
or
it has to.
or
happen.
if we ever get to like a multiverse shit,
Yeah.
with James Gunn's like plan,
Yeah.
maybe we could see him, and it could be one of those moments. Oh,
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
right.
Yeah, definitely.
It could be kind of like that. But yeah, that's Henry Cavill, man.
Yeah, man.
Who else?
Justice
Who's
for
next?
Cavill.
Justice for Cavill.
Hashtag Justice for Cavill, man. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, man. So that was number 7
Yeah.
on our spot. So at number 6, we're sticking with DC. We're keeping this trend, and we got to go the opposite of Superman. Because obviously, there's two
Oh,
people.
shit.
There's two people. If there's a Superman, there's another man out there, and he ain't super, but he's a bad. I don't.
But he's a bad.
But he's bad.
That's
No,
a-
I mean, ayo, pause. What?
I don't get it. What do you mean? He's a what? He's bad? Are you saying bad?
Like it sounds like
Oh, he's a bad man.
he's a bad. Yo, pause.
Pause,
No,
though.
Hold on.
Hey man, hey man. Maybe I mean I don't know, man. Christian Bale, man. He's that. And the Christian Bale's Batman. He's that playboy Batman.
That's true.
He's that type of Batman.
But yeah, man,
Uh,
that is true. At number 6, we have Christian Bale as portrayal as Batman, The Dark Knight.
Yeah, man. He was a really good Batman.
He was a really good Batman. Obviously, you know, we had to include him on the list because I feel like he's the most iconic. He's
Oh, for sure. man.
other than I
Definitely,
feel
dude.
like other than Michael Keaton, I feel like he is the most iconic
Absolutely.
actor to have played the role of the Dark Knight. But honestly, again,
that
the same-
trilogy is iconic.
dude, that whole trilogy
what I
is
mean?
fire. That's
Yeah,
such
dude.
a fantastic trilogy, dude. I love the Dark Knight trilogy. It's so great. All 3 movies are fire. None of them are misses. They're all fire in their own way. And just like with Henry Cavill, guys, you know, the reason why Keaton isn't on the list is because we didn't really grow up with the Tim Burton's Batman movies.
That's true.
We grew up with Christian Bale's, and like that's the one where I actually went to theaters and watched the movies, and like I bought them on DVD and Blu-ray, and I would rewatch them, and like these were the movies that we both grew up with.
Yeah,
That's why
dude.
Keaton's not on the list. I also thought, you know, Keaton wasn't that great, but that's besides the question. I'm just saying.
That's
sorry,
crazy.
girl.
A lot of people gonna disagree with that,
That's,
man.
that's good, bro. I'll fight him. We won't fly him out though. But But yeah, man, Christian Bale is Batman.
Christian
Obviously,
Bale.
we've had different portrayals of Batman from different
for sure.
actors, and like you said, Christian Bale was very much like that playboy.
For
kind
sure,
of
he
version
was.
of
Yeah,
Batman.
dude. He
And I
was
know-
that comic book accurate Batman.
And a
for
lot of
sure.
people really like that one because it like makes sense. Like, you know, oh, like Bruce Wayne would purposely make himself look like a reckless playboy, so no one would suspect that he'd be Batman at night type shit. Like, because they're so different in character. And I get that, and he plays the role very well. Like that first Batman movie, like you see the way he plays the reckless billionaire Bruce Wayne when he's like pulling up to a restaurant with models. Oh shit, what's up, man? Like he recognizes someone at the
a stripper
table
pole in a private jet,
type shit,
like
on some Tony Stark shit.
on Tony Stark shit, and from Iron Man.
Yeah,
that
man.
shit's crazy.
I like that. Like the scene that sticks out to me in Batman Begins is that's what I'm describing. When he pulls
Yeah.
up to a restaurant, he's got 2 models in each arm.
Hey, man.
He pulls up in a Lambo and he
evil
sees
word.
someone that he knows. That's an evil word.
It's an evil world, man.
But he pulls up and he sees a friend, like someone he knows. He's like, "Oh shit, what's up, guys? You having dinner together? You know what? How about we push these tables together and we just all have dinner together?" "Oh, I don't know about that, Mr. Wayne. This place is kind of straight. They're kind of, I don't know if we can do that." "Oh, they should. I own the place." And he like does
That's
this to the
crazy.
waiter, and I was like, dude, he plays that role so
No, for
fire,
sure, dude.
He nails that
Absolutely,
reckless
dude.
playboy, but at the same time, on the other side of the coin,
Yeah.
he plays a fucking menacing ass
Yeah.
Batman, dude. Like his Batman is so good, dude. Like the way he has the gadgets, his voice, the way he intimidates the criminals, dude. He does a really good job at playing the Dark Knight because he's very much, you know, that monster, that ghoul that lurks in the alleys and dark and stuff like
You
that.
just called him a ghoul.
Well, he is.
Planet Drool.
Fucking
Planet Drool.
shout out Sharp Boy Lava Girl, man. That movie's
Hey, man,
garbage,
that
bro.
shit 10 out of 10.
No, fuck no, it's not, bro.
10
I
out of
promise
10.
you it's
Planet
not.
Drool.
Dude, that movie, like, it's funny because like people shit on MCU
Yeah.
for their bad CGI.
No,
Shark Boy
I
and
know,
Lava
man.
Girl,
It's really
bro,
bad.
so bad, dude.
It's kind of like Spy Kids.
dude, yeah,
Spy Kids 3 or some shit.
Dude,
That
Spy
one's
Kids was
fire,
made
though.
by the same guy
Oh, was
as
it?
Shark Boy. Yeah,
Fuck,
bro.
That explains it.
But
I still like him though.
Nah, yeah,
10 out of
I still
10.
like him though. But no, but yeah, dude. I felt like Christian Bale is very much like he had to be on the list, man. He's very much
absolutely,
the most iconic.
dude. Absolutely.
And I will say though, while we're talking about Batman, I do really love Christian Bale's portrayal as Batman. However, if you were to ask me, like, if I could rate it out of 10, what did I think about Christian Bale's portrayal as Batman? If you were to ask me, what would I rate it out of a 10? If it was Batman Begins, the first Batman movie, I would have told you a 10. I would have told you that motherfucker killed it and it's a 10 out of 10.
yeah, but then like,
But here's the thing. Then The Dark Knight comes out with Joker. Then The Dark Knight Rises came out with Dark Knight Rises with Bane. If you would have asked me what I think about his portrayal as Batman with all three movies in mind, I would bump it down from a 10 to a 9.5. And people were like, why though, Hav? I'll tell you why.
I think I know why.
I'll tell you why.
Is it because?
It's because in those two movies, he changes his voice.
Yeah, I was about to say, didn't he like change his voice?
He
to
changed his Batman voice.
Batman. Like he made it like
No, like in the first movie, dude, he just makes his voice deeper and it sounds menacing and it sounds good. Like Falcone sent them to kill you. Like it's a very dark voice. Whereas like in the other two movies, he snarls a lot. Do you notice that? Hero could be anyone. Like that bullshit.
That's funny.
Yeah. And it's like, why do you talk like that, bro? Batman should not be talking like that. I'd much rather take Ben Affleck's voice changer than that shit.
Dude, bro. I don't know.
I didn't like that he changed his voice to make it sound like that.
I wonder if he decided to do that, or was it like
I don't
the
know,
directors?
dude. I'm not sure why they decided to change
The directors
the
maybe
voice.
were like, "Hey, nah, man, change that shit." You know what I mean?
I don't know. But dude, if you were to listen to his voice in the first movie, it's fire, and they should have kept that for all three movies. But then he changed it to just like, to what like the voice that he has in the Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises. I still love him as Batman, but I'm like, dude, if it wasn't for that voice, it'd still be a 10. But my only complaint with the Bale Batman movies, especially Dark Knight Rises, the last two in the trilogy, is that his voice, it's different. They should have kept his voice, the one that he had in Batman Begins. That's true. And should have kept it throughout, bro. But yeah, I just wasn't a fan of how he changed his voice, dude. That's the only thing that I think holds me back.
And also was kind of worried, like when Matt Reeves is Batman with Robert Pattinson. I was also kind of worried, like, oh, how is he gonna do the voice?
Yeah.
But no, it was
his
good,
was
man.
very much the
Yeah,
same
dude.
way. Like he just deepens his voice a little bit.
Yeah, but it was really good.
Not as dark as Bale, but he kind of is like more of a whispery
Yeah.
kind of Batman. Like, so like I do like that. And also another thing that we want to mention, guys, is that for any of you guys who know anything about me and Hector, or if any of you guys are listeners hopping over from the HRV pod, then you guys know that we have set the record that for us personally,
Oh yes,
we think
yes
that Robert Pattinson is our Batman.
Oh shit, man.
Yeah, man. So that's I know
Hey
that's
man, calm down with the pitchchforks, y'all.
I know.
You know they'd be like, "What the fuck are y'all talking about?"
Yeah.
It's either Christian Bale or fucking
it's Michael Keaton.
him or even Ben Affleck, bro. People
Oh yeah,
love
that's
Ben
true.
Affleck.
Yeah. Sorry, those three. Those are the three. So when we say Pattinson, it's like, whoa, what are you guys on about?
I don't know
And
what it is, man. It's just
here's the thing, guys. You know, obviously, we have another podcast, the Heat Ray Vision podcast. We have our first episode where we reviewed a movie, a show, anything was the Batman. So if you guys really want to get our thoughts as to
back
why we
in
thought
March 2022
of last year.
Jesus.
So if you guys really want to know like what our thoughts were on that movie, we recommend you go and listen back. But you know, I think you know what would be really cool is if we like re-reviewed it, like one of those like it's been 2 years type thing. How do we feel about it now?
We could do that for this pod.
Right, that's what I'm saying. For Cape Shit, we can like rewatch the movie and kind of give our more solidified thoughts now that we've had time to process this Batman. But for us guys, we think Robert Pattinson is our Batman. And honestly, I prefer his portrayal as Batman over Christian Bale. So the question is like, so if that's the case, why is Bale on the list and not Pattinson? It's because for two reasons. One, I felt like the most iconic one of the two would obviously be Bale, and we wanted to respect that. Also, we also felt like it's an unfair comparison because Bale completed his trilogy.
Exactly. I was about to say that, bro.
And the Batman, Pattinson only has one movie in.
He only got one movie under his belt, man. We need to see more from him.
We need to see more. And maybe, who knows, maybe his second movie
Oh my God, I'm scared. It better be good, man.
I'm going to be honest with you, bro.
It's got to be fire.
Yes.
It's got to be,
I'm going to be real. I'm not tripping. The reason is because I know Matt Reeves, the director. Hey. I know his work, and he makes movies. He makes fire movies, bro.
The third movie is going to be a musical.
Ugh, fuck out of here, bro.
What if they do, what if they do that shit?
Like what they're doing with Joker, Joaquin Phoenix? Nah, bro. I would not fuck with that. If
or what they did with the Marvels.
Singing Planet.
Planet
Drew.
Drew. More like Planet Boredom.
Boredom.
I was trying to boredom. I was trying to like rhyme with Drew, but I couldn't. I'm like, fuck. Like more like
Planet Drew, more like Planet Snooze.
I should have said that, dude. More like Planet Snooze. Oh,
more like snooze. But like I don't really snooze it because it rings again in 10 minutes.
Snooze, Planet Snooze.
That's
man.
funny
Jesus
as fuck,
Christ, man.
But yeah, that's why we didn't put Pattinson on the list because we felt like it was unfair. Like he didn't even have his. We didn't even have his trilogy yet. So it's like why even? That's kind of an unfair comparison. What the fuck,
man? Oh my God. I hope it's one of those. I hope I give if he gets a trilogy, right?
Yeah.
I want to rate them all 10s out of 10s, man.
That's dude. That's my.
I want that, dude. Right? Because if you guys don't know, guys, Hav and I, we gave the Batman a 10 out of 10, man.
Yes.
It's a masterpiece. And not only that, another thing I want to say is that the theme music, man, is probably one of the best superhero theme music I ever heard.
You always bring that up. That you always you love his theme.
Dude. I love it so much, bro, and it's up there. I would say equivalent to Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man theme.
Yeah. By Danny Elfman.
Yeah, dude. Like that to me, they're like equal, dude. Those are my two top favorite themes of superheroes ever, bro.
Yeah, man. I agree.
It's so fucking fire, man. Both of them are fire.
But yeah, man, who knows? Maybe it'd be fun, like.
But here's the thing, Hav.
Yeah, go ahead.
I guess I already know the answer for you, man. It's easy. But I was gonna say, better. Which is better, Spider-Man 2 or the Batman?
The movie?
Yeah, the movie. Spider-Man 2. Come on, man.
I don't know, man. Like
they're both really good, but I think Spider-Man 2 is just like up there, like a notch, man.
Yeah, it's just slightly above it, man. I really like Spider-Man 2.
I know, man. I know. This man, you saw it like 20 times, man.
That's kind of accurate.
Probably more than that, man.
Probably more. I'm not gonna lie. But
would you, if Tobey Maguire signed you, would you remember how we talked about? I think it was in the Superman. Why We Need Superman Legacy.
Yeah. If
Stan Lee signed you, you get it tattooed.
Yeah.
What if Tobey Maguire did that to you? Would you? What if Tobey Maguire actually signed you? Would you get a tattoo?
Yeah, bro.
Would you actually?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
There's actually a dude on TikTok that actually has tattoos on his back and shit, like from like.
Oh no. Yeah. I know people do it, but I was just asking you, like, would you ever do it if Tobey Maguire, like, if you actually met him?
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. And I put like his little spider symbol next to
it. But what if like he did it big as hell? Like really big. They're like, oh, I got you, bro.
Yeah, like it's like my whole arm.
Yeah, shit. Dude.
Shoulder to wrist.
Yeah. Hey, man. Fuck.
I don't know if I could. I'll be real.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, he got me fucked up.
But like let's be real. Like getting another man's tattooed on you.
I knew you were gonna say that. I was waiting for it.
Ain't that kind of?
I was waiting for that, bro. I was waiting for you to say it.
Hey man, what you want, Javi? You want another man's name tattooed on you, girl? Might as well put it below your back, make it a tramp stamp. A tramp stamp. What you mean, girl? How about in your lip, your bottom lip? How about that? Hey, I'm just saying, Hav.
Listen, bite me
for real. Now listen, I get it, right? But hey, man, you never gonna catch me get another man's name tatted on me, Hav. Hey,
I'll be damned.
I'll be damned if I let that slide. I'll be damned.
Not even Stan Lee.
Not even Stan Lee.
That's
man.
crazy.
Hell no. Man. I mean,
dead as hell too.
I mean, I'd meet him. I get a picture with him, but like, get his signature tattooed on me. Like that's some crazy, man. Tattooing me like I'm a comic book, bro. Like that's crazy.
That's funny as fuck.
Hey, that's all you have. That's all you.
That's funny as hell, bro.
Hey, you freaky for that. I want them all. No, that's Mario. Man. Mario, that's I want them all.
From the Omniverse.
From the Omniverse. When I'm done, no one remains.
Mario, what the fuck's on the floor? Those are the remains.
Where are their top halves? I only needed the bottoms.
Oh my god. That's funny as fuck. I forgot you made that joke on the He-Man Vision podcast.
Oh yeah, fuck. Tell him. Oh, I forgot. We're on a different pod.
Yeah, bro. We're doing game shit.
Fuck, dude.
Dude, it's because we made these jokes when we were reviewing Loki on the other pod, guys.
Fuck, do you remember which pod was it?
I forget which one it was, dude.
It was the 5th or 6th episode.
That we started making.
So yeah, guys, go to the link in the description, right, of this episode. I linked I linked our other podcast, the Heat Ray Vision podcast, in the description of this one. Click on it. It's either Loki season 2 episode 5 or episode 6. Where we make that joke and you guys will understand it. but yeah, go watch that. Man. That shit's so funny, man.
Shit, bro, it's because the jokes just came, bro. Like it's just like as soon as we start laughing really hard, then we think of something else and we say we just laugh again, bro.
Oh my god. No one remains.
No one remains. That's funny as fuck, bro. It's just funny. Oh my god, bro, it's so funny. Mark will be mad as hell listening to this, bro. He's like, we still on this.
Oh yeah, speaking of Mario, because I think we mentioned this before. He's our other co-host for the He Ray Vision pod, and he actually said that he actually listens to this one.
Yeah,
and he says it's really good.
Yeah, man.
He said that it's really good that we have like that type of duo vibe shit. I mean, bro, we're cousins, man. Even before the pod, we'd talk like this, fuck around like this. So, like, it's nothing new to us.
Right.
But anyways, yeah, let's get back on track, guys.
Yeah.
Let's get back on track.
Yeah, for real. Before we start fucking dying.
Yeah,
man.
okay.
So that was, okay, so Christian Bale as Batman, that was the number 6 spot. Yo, shit, you thought of something else. I already know, bro.
I can't, dude.
What happened?
Oh, my God. Fucking Mario, dude. Where are the top halves? I only needed the bottoms. Yo, he Jeffrey Dahmer. He Jeffrey Dahmer them bitches.
He just ate those shits.
Oh my god. Okay, man. Fuck. Get it together, man. Fuck. Oh my god. Oh, okay, fuck. All right, guys. We're back. Okay, let's get back into it. Fuck. All right, we're okay. What's the next one?
So now we're at number 5 on the best.
Oh
list.
My god, bro, we're now 12, bro.
That's crazy.
This is so fucking. Why are we like this, man?
Hey, man.
All right,
we'll just keep it rolling, man.
All right,
so just keep it going.
Oh yeah, number 5. It's the counterpart to Christian Bale.
It is
right. It's Heath Ledger's
as Joker.
Joker, dude.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man. Heath Ledger, man, he's definitely an icon in my opinion, bro. When it comes to his acting skills and portraying another iconic character, and it got to the point where he was so iconic in his portrayal of the Joker that future people who playing as Joker actually use his type of acting style and stuff. Like we saw that one guy from Matt Reeves, the Batman at the end credit scene.
Oh yeah.
The way he was acting, bro,
was
come on.
Very much Heath Ledger inspired.
Exactly, man.
I feel like even Jared Leto's version was
absolutely
inspired.
Yes, bro.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, and this just goes back. And I mean, we've said it before, guys, and this just goes back to the
Joker. the best Joker, bro.
Yes, dude. I think it just goes back to that topic of like actors that make the characters their own, man.
R.I.P. By the way.
That is true, man. And it sucks, dude, because
Unfortunately.
you know how about he actually won an Oscar for that role.
Oh, did he?
He won an Oscar, but it was posthumously because he died before the Oscars could air.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, man. It sucks. I think his family had to accept the trophy in his honor.
Do you know how he passed?
Drug overdose.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and I think it was accidental too. I don't think it was like suicidal or nothing like that. But it was sucked, bro. It was.
I wonder what's like.
And then apparently there was a rough draft that Christopher Nolan made of the script for Dark Knight Rises with Bane, where there was supposed to be a scene where Batman goes to Arkham Asylum and is face to face with Joker, but obviously that couldn't have happened. But he said that there was going to be a scene like that. Yeah. And it's one of those things where it's like, damn, I wonder how that scene could have gone down. Like, I wonder what would have been said or anything like that. But, yeah, man, he ended up passing away before.
What's with like a bunch of actors, like, getting into drugs and stuff, man?
Hey, man, it's just one of those things, dude. I feel like maybe being an actor is being a stressful. I mean, even Ben Affleck, bro. When Ben Affleck got the role of Batman, like, he said that it stressed him out so much that he fell back into alcoholism, man. And that's why he kind of left the role as Batman, because they were making a Batman movie.
I remember,
like, after Justice League,
like
they wanted to make a solo Batman movie. He was going to star in it and direct it and write the script. And then some months went by, and he's like, hey, guys, I'm not going to write it anymore. I'm just to star in it, and I'm going to direct it. And then another few months, he was like, hey, guys, I'm not going to direct. I'm just going to star it as Batman. And so, like, and then he slowly just like, you know what, I'm just going to quit being Batman altogether. And we find out in later years in interviews because he was stressed the fuck out. And he fell back into drinking a lot and became an alcoholic and all this shit. And because they practically scrapped his Batman solo movie, which would have had Deathstroke as the villain, instead they ended up hiring Matt Reeves, and that's how we got Robert Pattinson's Batman. Yeah. But Robert Pattinson's Batman was supposed to be Ben Affleck's solo movie.
Gotcha.
But yeah, man, it's something about just actors, just like when they get into the acting world, man, just gets stressful. You just do whatever you can to get by. Ben Affleck was drinking, and all these other actors are in drugs.
I know,
and shit,
I know it's easier said than done, y'all, but drugs and everything like that,
addiction in general,
it's not the answer, man.
It's not, bro. It's not.
Like, legit.
Because Heath Ledger, man, he was young. I think he was like in his 40s when he died.
I get it.
It's still too young. Like, he had a whole career ahead of him.
Absolutely, dude. And it just sucks. And I know it's easier said than done, guys. Me saying, oh yeah, it's not the answer, right? But that's why it's important to build friendships, right, and build a strong connection with your family, to where you don't need those type of things to like calm you down and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, R.I.P. Heath Ledger, man. What an icon, bro.
Yeah.
Anyways,
man.
what do you got?
And even his portrayal as the Joker, like you said, was iconic.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely, bro. It was fucking done. So sick.
I feel like his portrayal as the Joker, man, he did a really good job of capturing like how psychotic the Joker is and how crazy he is. But like, if you notice, Joker in the comics and the games and the shows, all this bullshit, he's a lot more animated.
Absolutely.
He's a lot more like maniacally laughing all the time. He's always got like the high pitched kind of voice. He's always giggling and shit. Heath Ledger's Joker is a lot more tame than the ones that we get in the comics and in the video games and stuff, but it's still iconic. It's
absolutely.
It's one of those things where I think to myself, because I'm sure we're going to get a Joker in DC's in James Gunn's DC universe, right? Who they're going to get to play him, I don't know. But it makes me think like, well, Heath Ledger, I think, is the best portrayal of Joker that we've gotten to date. But he's not entirely comic book accurate because he's not like he doesn't laugh all the time. He's a lot more stoic. Like even like that scene where he's with Batman in the interrogation room. Like he's a lot more tame. He laughs a few times, but he's not like always laughing, and he doesn't always have the crazy eyes, and he's not always smiling. A part of me thinks to myself, I wonder in the future, in James Gunn's DC universe or something, somewhere in the future, if we get a more comic book accurate Joker, or one where he's always crazy, one where he's always smiling, one where like he's always like, just basically how he is in the comics, like a lot more animated. Yeah. It being a more closely resemblance to the source material, could that adaptation of Joker be better to beat Heath Ledger's? I mean, I guess it just comes down to the actor.
Yeah, bro, we just got to see, man.
We have to see who would play them, and if they were able to pull that off. Yeah, I know a lot of people like fan casting Willem Dafoe as the Joker.
I could kind of see that. Though.
I could too,
can
and that
see
would
that.
be cool, man. But like then again, he's also up there in age, and I just
Yeah,
feel like
man,
it
he
wouldn't
is
have
up
worked.
there.
But hey, man, Elseworlds, right? If he wants
Like
to
an
ever
Elseworld,
play it,
yeah, dude, that'd be sick.
that
as
would be
fuck.
fucking sick, dude. Speaking of Willem Dafoe.
Oh shit!
Oh, you already know we had to put him on the list, girl. At number 4, we got Willem Dafoe, man,
Dude.
as the Green Goblin.
He's like one of my favorite superhero live action villains,
yes,
bro, ever, dude.
absolutely.
Like, like, dude, I don't know how to explain it, dude. He's just super fucking good. I love his portrayal of the Green Goblin. I love his voice too. The voice that he makes when he's speaking as a Green Goblin.
He changes it a little bit.
Yeah,
when
dude.
he goes from talking as Norman Osborn to the Goblin.
Yeah, dude.
He just changes his voice to where it just sounds creepy and shit, bro.
It's so, dude, it's so good.
It's good as fuck, bro.
And not only that, like I really like his fucking his suit.
That's
right?
very interesting that you say that.
The reason why, right, is because I understand that it's not like the comics, right, guys? In the
Yes,
comics,
a
he has
lot
a
of
traditional
people-
mask and everything.
And his mouth and everything can
Yes.
move. A lot of people actually do hate that design because
Well-
they're like, "What the fuck? He looks like a Power Ranger and shit."
But the reason why I like it, bro, is because okay, you have to remember, guys, right? So sometimes bringing things into the comic book world is completely different from the live action cinema world. Some things will work, some things won't work.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So for the suit and his costume, legit, because his costume hobby is like legit a costume, just like a mask. Like if you go to Party City and you just put on a fucking mask.
Yes.
Right? And if you bring that to live action, it would not look fucking good.
Yeah, right.
It just wouldn't look good,
Mm-hmm.
especially the type of clothes and stuff. So, like, I understand why they decided to go this route, where it's a more metallic, right? Yes, he has a mask, but it's a fixed face.
Yeah, it's a helmet.
Exactly, like a helmet. Mm-hmm. I definitely thought it was a smart move because if they did it to where like how they did it with the comics, where it's just like a costume, whatever the fuck, it'll just look like he came out of Party City, bro.
Yeah, I get you.
Or Halloween Spirit or Spirit Halloween or some bullshit.
Yeah, Halloween Town.
Yeah, type shit. It just wouldn't look good, bro.
I get you.
It's just.
I guess for me, bro.
So I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it at all.
No, yeah, and you have a good point. I think
And I
for
guess
me,
also
Go
real
ahead.
quick,
Yeah.
I know another thing too, missing the purple, the purple
The
color.
lack of purple, yeah.
Right, I
That's
understand that, but to be honest, man, like I overlooked it because of the reasons I just said, and not only that, because William Dafoe did such an amazing job portraying the character, I just let it slide. I didn't give a fuck.
That's
man.
true.
You know what I mean?
Now, for me, I have a much more basic answer.
Oh, okay.
Than you. The reason why I didn't really mind his suit
Yeah.
in the movies was because I was just really young when I saw the Spider-Man movies,
Mm-hmm.
and I just kind of grew up with like, okay, yeah, that's how the Green Goblin looks in the movies. Yeah, he looks different in the comics. And in the 90s cartoon, but that's just how he looks in the movies. And I just kind of accepted it. Whereas I could understand people a lot older than me who grew up
for sure,
on the
bro.
comics and the cartoon would look at this and go, what the fuck? Like, why did they change
What are you
his
on
look
about?
so
I
bad?
get it,
type
man.
shit.
I
I
get
get
it.
it. For
I
me,
get
it's
it.
just like, because I grew up with it literally when I was like
Dude.
2, I just kind of grew up with it and I
Dude.
just accepted it.
You know what's crazy, man? Fucking actually. So okay, on our HRV pod, guys, we have our socials and stuff. We upload clips. We uploaded a clip about the Loki. Remember that Loki clip that went viral and stuff, talking
Okay.
about how you felt like
His
you
switch
weren't.
up was too sudden.
Yeah, and you didn't feel connected to him because he wasn't our real Loki and stuff. In the clip, you say, "This is not the Loki we grew up watching." Blah blah blah. Some dude in the comments, right? Because it ties back to like what you're saying about older people. Some dude come and said, "Growing up." Like question mark.
Oh, yes.
And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, well, we were 12 when this shit came out. Like this Loki came out. We were 12. And he was like, he just like said, LOL, I was in my 30s or some shit.
Yeah, bro.
I'm like, what the fuck? You were in your 30s? So now you're in your 40s.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and that's just, I just connected to what you said now because it's true. You know, older people, like these heroes and stuff has been around longer than us, bro. And like, for so many years, and it's garnered so many different fans. Kids that would just legit just pay 10 cents a dime to get a comic book, right? And they grow up now, they're like in 50s or 60s, you know, that grew up with these things. And I could definitely understand like their type of what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? I understand not their hatred, but I understand like why they don't like when there are changes like that. And even though with me, like it didn't really affect me as much because I thought logically speaking of how good the character would look if we really did it like the comics. Like he just, or not even that. What if they pulled a fucking like? What if they like did that shit where they did with Mystique in
X-Men.
in X-Men? They do that where they paint him and shit, whatever. Like I don't. No, man, it just wouldn't look good. It just would look cheap. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I get
He
you.
looked like Peter Pan or some shit. I don't.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
And here's the thing.
Like I don't
too.
know how else they could do it if they did try doing the.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now here's the thing.
I just don't know how they do it.
A lot of people say that they didn't like his little Power Ranger suit in the first Spider-Man movie.
That's kind of funny though. I kind of do see the Power Rangers.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
So a lot of people say they don't like
kinda
that
funny.
look.
Yeah.
And obviously, Willem Dafoe playing the Green Goblin without the suit on is scary as hell. Because he even puts on prosthetics to make those teeth like look like fangs. And he's got like the crazy look in his eyes. And people actually said, bro, fuck this Power Ranger fucking suit, man. Look how good he looks without the suit. Why couldn't you just take the mask off?
Like-
and then we go to No Way
I was about
Home.
to mention No Home. No, he looked
He didn't
fucking
have
fire.
and he didn't have a mask
And
on.
he had that hint of purple with the hood and everything.
That too. And a lot of
know?
people are like, well, technically by not having the mask and just having Willem Dafoe's face, you have Willem Dafoe, which pleases the Tobey Maguire Raimi fanboys,
Yeah.
but you're also pleasing the OG fans.
That's
because,
true, yeah.
Because in the comics, he was able to move his eyes and mouth and nose and everything, like, be
Absolutely,
expressive. So you kind of do two with one sort of deal, right? So how did you feel about his portrayal when he was just shown without that mask and it was just his face?
I think I like both, right? I
Yes.
really like both. I did like that he did look more like the comic books. We got the hints of purple and
purple.
stuff. And not only that, I will say, I guess I'll give it to the OGs, right? I did like him more here because we can actually see his emotions and
That's
the type,
true.
and the facial expressions that he's doing.
I think the only thing that killed me was, and admit it, I get it, guys. In No Way Home, he barely wears them. He has them on for like 5
Yeah.
seconds of screen time, and then he takes them off. It's those goggles.
Remember
Remember those black goggles that he
yes,
wears? I feel
yes,
like
yes,
that's
yes,
too
yes,
Doc
yes.
Ock. Like I feel like it doesn't fit
Yes.
him. If he would have had those goggles off and just had like the hood up and it's just his face for the whole movie, like I said, he barely has them on. He takes them off eventually, but
Yeah, I get
without
you.
the goggles,
I forgot about
that
that,
whole
yeah.
look was fire.
Oh, absolutely, bro.
Yeah,
He looks
man.
sick. Actually, wasn't it? It was a mix of like that metallic shit and with cloth, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was because
Yeah.
it was a sweater.
That
it
shit,
was like
that shit
a
was cool as
hoodie.
fuck. Yeah.
But then he got into that fight with Peter Parker in the apartment building, and so like the suit just started like it was a
It was
sweater.
like a mix.
It was a sweater hiding his armor, so the more ripped up it got, you saw like the
Yeah, bro.
green
I would say I
under.
like that a lot more. Yeah.
It looks a lot more comic book accurate, man. But then
Yeah.
again, I think it's just the nostalgia, man. That green suit in the Raimi movie, it also just sticks.
Yeah, I
out to
didn't
me
mind
as
it,
well.
man. I didn't mind it at all.
Yeah, man, but like, dude, Willem Dafoe, man, the way he portrayed the Green Goblin, like I
Dude,
said, the face, the
one of my
voice,
favorites, bro.
everything, and I really like that scene in No Way Home when he was just Norman Osborn, but then Peter's spider senses are going on, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And he realizes it's the Goblin.
I love his voice.
So he
and
webs
the-
them,
Yeah.
and like that switch, it's like a flip of
Like
a
he
switch. How he can
smirks and
turn
everything.
from Norman Osborn to the Goblin just by switching his voice and his eyes and everything. Like he's got it down like fucking clockwork, dude.
Dude,
He is
it's
so
amazing.
good as a villain. I agree, bro. He's definitely top tier villain in
Absolutely,
in
bro.
the movie universes, man.
Absolutely.
He is fire.
Who we got next?
All right, man. So at number 3, I got another childhood hero of mine, someone that I grew up with in the movies. At number 3, bringing it back to the vibe of X-Men, I got
Yeah, man.
Hugh
Jackman.
Jackman as Wolverine, dog.
Dude, like you just got to see Logan, bro, and you already know
It's
what's
raps.
up, man. Like that's all you got to see, man.
That's raps, man. That's
Like-
true. Now let me ask you this before we talk about his portrayal and stuff.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there. I'm sure you've heard of this. There's a lot of like, okay, right? Willem Dafoe, Green Goblin.
Yeah.
A lot of the OGs. Oh, what the fuck is this suit, bro? It's not comic book accurate, right? That Power Ranger suit.
Yeah.
Same hate goes towards Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. There's a lot of OGs out there who are like, how the fuck could you cast Hugh Jackman, who's 6 foot whatever, when Wolverine is Danny height?
He's shorter than Danny, actually,
That's
bro.
fact.
He's like, I think Wolverine, like he's like 4'11" or some shit.
No way.
I think so.
No, he's like 5 foot.
Really?
He's gotta be.
Let
Fuck
me
no,
see, bro.
4'11".
I think he's in the fours, man.
Nah, bro,
me
that doesn't
see.
sound right. He's like at least 5'3", 5'4".
5'3". Oh, I think you
That
might be
sounds
right.
right, dude. 4'11".
see.
No way, 4 feet. If it's 4 feet, I'm losing my mind, bro,
Let me
because
see,
that's
man.
too short.
No, you're right. 5'3".
Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right.
In stature, with his height officially listed as 5'3". Yeah, and the comic books. However, in the X-Men film series, yeah, the dude's 6 foot.
Yeah, bro.
He's over 6 foot.
Yeah, you see that?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Just tall,
I could have sworn
dude.
he was shorter, dude. I could have
Nah,
sworn
man.
he was in the
Fuck,
fours,
no,
man.
Dude, that's 4 foot. That's like
4'11", 4'12".
That's like a
type
10-year-old's
shit.
height.
Yeah, man. I mean, hey, man. Hey, he's short though.
He is, bro.
He's short as fuck, man.
Yeah, he is.
But yeah, Danny's actually one of them. Danny, you guys might know Danny.
From like HRV pods.
Yeah,
or
but-
he's gonna be in our discussion video that
In
we're
the
putting
future.
out soon
Yeah.
for the updated James Gunn DC news and stuff.
Yeah, he's actually he's one of them. He was pissed because he likes Wolverine a lot, and he's like, nah, man. Like the reason why I liked him because he's a badass character and shit, and I could relate with him. Because Danny's not 5'3". He's like maybe 5'6". I want to say 5'5" maybe,
something like that around there.
like around there.
Yeah.
So Danny, like, yeah, he's kind of short and whatnot, but he would tell me like, yeah, man, like I love his character. Not only that, it made me feel like I could relate with him. Like because not only was he shorter than me or whatever, or short like me, he was a badass, and I fuck with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he was definitely one of the
I
people
got
that
you. No,
that hated
absolutely.
it.
But here's my thing again, kind of with the
With
Green
me-
Goblin shit, bro. I kind of just grew up with it, so I didn't
Yeah,
really mind
dude.
it.
Me too, bro. Me
And
too.
I can
That's how it
understand.
was.
I can understand like but it's not comic book accurate. But dude, all you got to do
But
is
here's
just
the thing.
watch his portrayal, watch how he plays them, and
'Cause-
it's like, dude, fuck height.
Because I grew up with Hugh Jackman's Wolverine too, right? And then when I
Yes.
started reading the comic books, hey man, the best ever run is Claremont run, man. You guys gotta, fucking Claremont's X-Men is like one of the best storylines. His run is so amazing. But anyways, it is kind of when I would read those storylines with when that involves X-Men, and I see Wolverine. It is kind of weird when I started seeing him. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is he so short compared to everybody? You know, because I grew up with Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. I'm like, dang,
He's like
you know what I mean?
the tallest one there.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it was kind of weird, but then I guess maybe that's why I never really thought of it as anything. Because same
Yeah.
as you, bro. I grew up with him,
Yeah.
like with Hugh Jackman.
Right.
But yeah, that's, hey man, shout out to Danny.
And
though,
it's one
man.
of those, yeah, right. But it's one of those things, bro, where like you just look at the way he portrays Wolverine.
Oh yeah, dude.
And it's one of those
yeah,
things
bro.
where like he nails all of Wolverine's characteristics down to the T. That like height is like, dude, fuck height.
No, I
That's
get you, bro.
That's the least of my worries.
Absolutely,
because
I get you.
He's got his berserker rage down right. He's got like the way he always says "bub." He
Mm-hmm.
can rock smoking a cigar. He can rock the leather jackets and
Yeah.
shit. You know, he's got like even then, like I was worried. Like I'm sure a lot of OGs out there were worried. Like, damn man, if they make a live action Wolverine, how will he look with his pointy hair? Like, will that look kind of weird or cartoony? And somehow he was able to make it look normal and kind of look fire
You know,
and shit.
Speaking of him, man, do you think in the well, here's the thing, right? That's if they recast Wolverine in the
For the MCU.
Do you think they'll do that? Like they'll make him average height, shorter, or whatever? What do you?
I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like okay. So fuck, it's a kind of a bad comparison because you've never seen the movies, but
Yeah.
a lot of people fan casted Taron Egerton to play Wolverine, and that's the guy that's from the Kingsman movies. So he's like the young guy, the one that gets taken into the spy organization. He like learns the shit. A lot of people fan casted him because he's about, I think he's not 5'3", but he's like maybe I think our height, maybe a tiny taller. He probably might just be your height actually, because I know you're taller than me.
Yeah.
And he's got like the the small kind of physique thing
gotcha.
down. So like you just give him the hair, you give him the claws. If he can nail the berserker rage and everything else that Wolverine's known for,
Yeah.
a lot of people fan casted like that should be Wolverine. A lot of people fan casted Harry Potter, Daniel Radcliffe to be
man.
Wolverine,
Nah,
bro.
hey, man.
I was like, whoa, what? I've never heard of this.
The boy who lived.
The boy who lived, the claws that cut. I don't know, some
real.
bullshit. But like when I heard that, I was like, I don't know about how I feel about that.
Nah, fuck no. Okay, but here, another question. What about the new Wolverine game we're gonna get?
Yeah,
What about that? You think they'll keep him at the 5'3" type height, comic book accurate,
I don't know, man.
or
I
they
mean, if
do average?
I don't know, man, because like it's one of those things where you would please a lot of fans. Like if you keep them short, you're pleasing the comic book fans, but they know that there's going to be a lot of youngsters out there. We kind of fit in that category.
Yeah.
They're going to play these games.
Why are you
that
short
grew
as
up-
hell, bro?
That like grew up with Hugh Jackman. Maybe
Yeah.
they'll break bread and like meet in the middle type shit.
No, but like, if I, like
5'9"
they
type shit.
like not gonna lie, Hob, they took it too far, man. 5'3" to over 6 foot. 5'3" Hobbs over 6'2".
I heard
bro.
the story. I
That shit's crazy as
like
fuck.
I vaguely remember like the story of how he auditioned and got the
Yeah.
part and everything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't think they were looking at like
No.
I'm sure
no,
if they were,
no.
I'm sure they were probably like, you know what, he's got the acting.
No,
down,
yeah,
he got
yeah.
it down. Well, fuck it.
No, yeah, I'm
Like,
just fucking around. I think it's just kind of funny.
No, I know. No, it's a huge
You know what I
jump.
mean?
It's a whole foot. Like,
Yeah, it's a crazy ass jump,
it's
man.
a whole like foot. And
So I'm just
twitches.
I'm wondering, man, if they would do that if they ever recast him again for like the new Wolverine for the MCU, or if the new Wolverine game that we're gonna get, I wonder if they're gonna stick with that height or not.
Yeah.
But that's kind of true, bro. I think a lot of people have that stigma or have that portrayal that Wolverine isn't that short. A lot of people don't know that actually, and we already established, not many people read the comics, right?
That's true.
So they don't know that this motherfucker is actually short as hell, man. 5'3".
Yes.
I
Bro.
I don't know why I thought he was like in his fours, bro. Like 4'11", 4'12". I don't even know.
Dude, I think
But yeah.
4 foot is like
Let's see.
That's considered
like this
a-
right here. Like no, that's like 3
no,
feet
it's
maybe.
like 3 feet, bro. No, I'm saying 4 foot. Isn't that? Oh no, I think I'm wrong. I was gonna say, isn't 4 foot technically considered a little person? Like when they have dwarfism.
I don't think so.
No, I think it's
no,
3
I don't,
feet.
Yeah, I have no idea,
I think
bro.
it is 3 feet. But yeah, no, I was like 4 foot. Like,
Nah,
that doesn't
nah.
sound
Hey, but
right,
5'3".
bro.
I mean, 5'3". I mean, hey, man, that's still pretty short,
pretty
dude.
good.
That's
like you walk up. That's like when you walk up to them, you do this bullshit. You put the arm on the shoulder.
yeah, dude.
Not even on his shoulder, probably on his head. Like,
No,
hey,
yeah,
that's
no.
crazy.
Actually, I'm not even joking. I think 5'3" is shorter than Danny, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
dude.
crazy, bro.
And that man crazy. Hey, and actually, his first appearance was
The Incredible Hulk.
fighting the Hulk. imagine Wolverine, man, 5'3", fighting the mighty Hulk. Hey, man, it's a raps, bro.
That's
what
true,
the
bro.
fuck, dude?
That's an unfair comparison.
Hey, dude. Hey,
It's funny as fuck.
but yeah, man, Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman, man. Like I said, I just he played him. He played him correctly, he played him right. I feel like
Fuck yeah, man.
he got the berserker rage.
Watch fucking
down.
Logan, yo.
For real. Yeah, man. I feel
Fire
like he
fucking
does,
movie.
He does a really good
I
job.
can't wait to rewatch that and review it on here.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I can't wait till we watch all the X-Men.
A bunch of
movies.
shit, huh?
All the X-Men movies, man. Because
dude, fuck.
I mean, I'm excited to rewatch them,
Yeah.
but I'm also excited to rewatch them with you. That's cute, right?
Hey, yo, pause, man. Hold
What you
on,
mean?
man.
That's cute, right?
You trying to tat a man's name on your body?
We're back on
Tramp stamp. What you mean?
No, I just mean like his bitch. I just mean like I'm excited because since you haven't seen him in a while, it'll be like as if you're watching it for the
Oh,
first
for sure,
time,
dude.
bro.
I saw them when I was a kid.
Yeah,
man.
dude.
Like,
So I'm
it's a
excited to
raps.
see like how you think about them now that it's been years. You get to see them for the first time, essentially. Like I want to see like what you think about like the first X-Men movie type shit, bro.
yeah,
I want to see
I got
what
you,
that's
man.
about. But yeah, man. So that was number 3. Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. At number 2, we
Oh,
got
shit.
we got personally my goat right here. We
Come
got
on,
my
man.
goat, man. I don't know what to tell
It was
you.
a
man.
no-brainer, man.
It is a no-brainer. There's a lot of people out there that give him hate. Fuck y'all, man.
Really?
I swear to God.
Why?
I don't know.
Why,
man. It's just, I don't
dude?
know, bro. A lot of people
Why?
hate on this motherfucker. I think he's fire. And of course, y'all, we can't have a superhero list without Spider-Man.
Yeah,
and of
man.
course, the one that we had to include at number 2 is Tobey Maguire
Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man.
as Spider-Man from the Sam Raimi movies.
Dude,
man.
like I don't know, man. He's just a perfect fucking dude. Like, if we're looking at origins of Spider-Man, right, and Amazing Fantasy 15, right, and even early on, it's like this dude is like he's a nerd, man. He's geeky. He's not really like hey, pause, right. He's not really attractive and stuff like that.
yeah,
right? You know, he's very kind of awkward. And that's how Tobey Maguire is. So, no offense, Tobey Maguire,
I always
but you
say it, bro.
That's how he is.
That's what I
man.
say. I say the Raimi movies, even Maguire's portrayal, it's the one that most resembles him
Yeah,
in the
dude.
comics. Now, granted, I didn't grow up reading the comics, but I grew up on the 90s cartoon.
Yeah, dude.
I grew up on that shit.
That's
and
a
that,
fire fucking.
It is a
oh
fire
my God.
animated show, bro.
Dude, that's
and my
so
thing
fucking
is,
fire.
I size up Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man portrayal with the 90s cartoon, and it's like, because that's my Spider-Man. The 90s cartoon is what I kind of grew up with as a kid. So when I saw the movies, I'm like, yeah, it plays the same. And I kind of just, in my brain, I was like, that's how Spider-Man's supposed to be. So when you give me like Andrew Garfield and he kind of had like that skater punk kind of vibe to him, I'm like, why is it so different? And that's when I realized, oh, he's
the
based
Ultimate?
on the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah, but I
And
don't
that's
like
how-
that. I don't like it.
No,
I don't like
I'm
that
sure.
shit.
No, everyone has their preference, and I understand that. I'm like, oh, okay, so he is accurate to the Ultimate Universe.
Ultimate Universe, bro. I could never really get into it.
I only know very little. I
Yeah,
know.
I couldn't really get into the Ultimate Universe, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know. I just felt more connected with like the OG shit, but I understood why they did it. They did it because
It was like, I remember you told me, you were explaining to me that the Ultimate Universe was kind of like DC's Nude 52.
yes, exactly,
It was like a way
just
to kind
exactly
of revamp the Marvel Universe.
for newer readers and stuff. Just
Mm-hmm.
because, as we know, the 616 timeline, right, from the comics, is starts back from the very fucking beginning, right, of Marvel Comics. And so all that type of publication history, man, it's just a lot of people, a lot of storylines, a lot of deaths, a lot of resurrections, so much shit that they decided, you know what? How about let's just do what DC did, right? A New 52, and create a whole universe where where new readers can actually start from the beginning.
Even though technically didn't Ultimate come out before New 52?
I think so, yes. But
y'all know what we mean.
yeah.
Y'all know
Like,
what we mean.
yes. So that's what the whole plan was, right? Just for new readers and stuff. And honestly, man, I tried getting into it, man, but I don't know. I just couldn't. And not only that, like some of the art style, like some specific artists, like I didn't really like some artists. That's another thing. The only thing obviously that I really liked and that obviously stuck is obviously the no-brainer, the introduction of Miles Morales as Spider-Man.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? That's
Hell
the
yeah.
only thing that I really did enjoy, and obviously he became a like iconic, and honestly because of the Across the Spider-Verse, he's even like more popular than
Even
he was.
more famous. Yeah,
Exactly.
Do you think now I know you haven't played the games, but do you think Miles Morales became mainstream with the Spider-Verse movies or when he was introduced in the Insomniac games?
Which came out first? The movie or the game?
Okay, so Spider-Verse came out summer of 2018. Miles Morales was introduced not as Spider-Man, but as a side character in the first Spider-Man game later that year.
But
So
as a
few
side
months-
character, not
yeah,
as
as
Spider-Man.
a few months apart.
The Spider-Verse did it.
Okay, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, Spider-Verse did it,
Yeah.
bro. Like absolutely. That's what popularized.
And
it.
now we have Spider-Man 2, where you could play as both of them, and you can play as Miles as Spider-Man, and also he's had his own game, his own standalone game, and this was all coming out while Spider-Verse was popping, and so like now there's a whole generation of people who see Miles Morales as their Spider-Man. But yeah, I agree. I think the best thing to come out of the Ultimate Universe was probably Miles Morales.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, back on Toby, bro.
Dude, I'm gonna say it again, man. This is peak Spider-Man for me.
Dude,
The way he portrays Spider-Man, like I'm gonna be honest, him as Spider-Man, he's good. But I think when I think about Tobey Maguire, I think about his portrayal as Peter, right? I think a lot of us, we all attribute to who's behind the mask, and because obviously that's when the masks are off, you can see the emotion in their face and everything. You connect more with a face than you do with a mask.
Absolutely.
You know what I
bro.
mean? Like that's why a lot of people out there are like, "Oh, I prefer Gwen Stacy or Mary Jane over Black Cat."
Yeah,
because Mary Jane, Gwen Stacy love Peter Parker, whereas Black Cat just loves Spider-Man, and there's a difference
Yeah,
type
dude.
shit. And so I'm the same way where it's like when I think about any of the Spider-Man, any of the actors, I always think as how they were as Peter. And Tobey Maguire, man, he definitely nails that old school like Stan Lee, Steve Ditko era of Peter Parker. The just like the vulnerability in his face, like how he's always like a good kid. He always believes in like with great power comes great responsibility. He wasn't popular. He always got beat up, but despite all the bullshit that he went through, he still chooses to be good. You know what I mean? It's like it's one of those things where I think to myself, like in a multiverse, right? Like, what if there was a Peter that went bad and used that as his
Oh, shit.
as his
That'd be
like
cool.
as his motivation is like all those times I was bullied and pushed down and blah blah blah.
Yeah, that
like,
would be cool as
and
fuck.
use that as like as his villain era type shit. But I don't know, man. Something in just like his lines when he portrays, like when he says the lines in the movie, the way he has those scenes with Aunt May and with Mary Jane, it's like it's so like
And-
they're all so just sincere and close
Yeah,
and just
dude.
personal, and like a lot of it just comes from how he's able to deliver his performance and his lines with such vulnerability, dude. You could just hear it in his voice. Like, he's got just that, like, puppy dog look on his face, the blue in his eyes, and you're just like, that's Peter, man. Like, that's just Peter Parker. I don't know how else to describe it. And I've said this before, movie-wise, in the movies, I think Tobey Maguire is the best portrayal of Spider-Man. But if we take any adaptation ever, and that includes movies, TV shows, and video games, I think the Insomniac Spider-Man is the best adapted Spider-Man, in my opinion. I think Insomniac beats all of them, even Tobey, in my opinion. Yeah.
Fuck, man, I gotta play them, man.
No, they're good. Bro. That's why I'm telling you, bro. You gotta play them because they're that good, bro.
And we'll review them on Cape Shit, man.
Oh, you best believe, girl. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire.
But yeah, I mean,
what do you think?
Another thing I want to mention, right, with Toby is, I really did like that the first movie, they actually did the origin story. And I understand that many people say, hey, we don't need origin stories. Oh, we already know. And I get that, but I'm glad we got that with him. And the fact that the origin story of him is super fucking accurate. Everything is really fucking accurate to the comic books.
We get it, right? No web shooters.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only thing.
No, but actually, eventually, right, because of this movie, in the comic books, they eventually had it to where the main 616 Peter Parker actually had those types of organic webs.
Really?
Yes, bro. I swear. Yeah, I swear. And then, obviously not for long, right? Eventually, he went back to his normal web shooters.
Right.
But they did that as like kind of like an homage and kind of like, all right, guys, you see, it's canon, right? Technically, because this did happen. But obviously, he went back to his web shooters.
I guess for me,
Here,
bro.
let me see if I could.
I guess for me, bro, growing up, the reason why it didn't bother me that he didn't have the web shooters and they were organic is because it would make sense, right? Like if you get bit by a spider and spiders can produce web, then why couldn't a human produce webs out of their? You know what I mean? I feel like that would make the most sense. And I get a lot of people's complaint is that, oh, they're now web shooters, and he created his web shooters. He built them, and which is like one of the big attributes about Peter Parker is just how smart he is, because he's able to like build, you know, the web shooters, and then obviously as they modernized Spider-Man in the comics and stuff, he started to have other gadgets, other like web-based gadgets that he kind of like Batman, like where he would just use them on his enemies and stuff. And a lot of things that a lot of what people say is that, well, Peter Parker's supposed to be really smart, and Tobey Maguire doesn't really show that. But I guess in a sense, like in the movies, you do kind of see it because like he's in college, he's always in the top of his class. He's even tutoring Gwen Stacy's her baddie ass and shit. Like, I just feel like they just showed other ways where he was just smart without having to use the web shooters.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? That was a whole controversy that people felt like, they didn't really show that his intelligence, right, being able to make those web shooters and stuff. But yeah, I have it right here, that it was because of the movies, it eventually became a reality in the comics where he had organic web shooters for a short time. And it says right here, I have it. I pulled this up. It says, it happened in the comic crossover story, The Other, created by a number of writers and artists. And when there was it says right here, when there was a brutal encounter between a dying Spider-Man and the vampire-like creature Morlun, ended with the wall crawler's death. His subsequent rebirth resulted in increased powers, including night vision, stingers, and the development of organic webbing. So obviously this was a short time, right? But it happened actually. So technically, it is canon.
It's canon.
Right. You know what I mean? It's technically canon. But I didn't really mind it at all. I'm not gonna lie. I just didn't really mind it. I think it's cool, but I know I definitely agree with what you said, bro. It definitely makes sense. Spiders can produce webs. It makes sense that if you get bitten by one, you can also produce like webs. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I could definitely see the other side where other people are kind of upset that they make the argument, well, it doesn't really showcase how intelligent he is, that he can, make his own web shooters and stuff like that.
Exactly. But then again, with people arguing like, well, it doesn't show off his intelligence, I attribute that back to Hugh Jackman and his height.
Yeah,
it's
true.
like, well, height's whatever because he plays the character perfectly.
That's true, bro. That's true.
So it's like
I
I can
agree.
dismiss that one thing if he's able to do everything else right. Because then, you know, obviously when you have actors that do everything wrong, you end up on our 10 worst list, which we're gonna get to in a bit.
I mean, yeah, God.
What happened?
Just looking at the time.
How far are we?
An hour 47.
Damn, for real?
Yes,
that's
bro.
crazy.
We're not even.
We're not even at
in.
number one.
Hey,
That's
man,
crazy.
We
Any
just got a lot
last-
of shit to say.
Any last Tobey Maguire thoughts before we move on to the number one spot?
My Spider-Man.
That's my Spider-Man too, bro.
Forever, bro.
That's facts.
I don't give a fuck,
That's
man.
facts.
The best Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man 2, bro.
That's facts. That's also facts.
Amen.
That is also facts.
Oh man, it's
But,
so fucking good.
But yeah, man, so that's Tobey Maguire at number 2. So just a quick recap, right? Josh Brolin as Thanos at number 10. Chris Evans as Captain America. Patrick Stewart as Xavier. Henry Cavill as Superman. Christian Bale as Batman. Heath Ledger as Joker. Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin. Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. And at the number 1 spot, this one's obvious. A lot of people knew this one was going to be on here. I'm sure a lot of people were like, that's crazy. Y'all haven't mentioned him yet? Well, that's because he's number 1, cowgirl. Fuck you mean. And that's Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. Come on, he had to be on this list, bro.
Had to be, man.
Had to be. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there where if they were to make a list, I'm willing to bet a majority of those would put this motherfucker at number 1.
You think so?
I think, yeah, man, it has to.
Dude, where do we even begin with it, man?
Dude, it's just like you
that's
know,
just Iron Man, dude.
the
I don't know.
The reoccurring theme that we keep mentioning about how actors play the role so well, they practically made it his own. Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man is the literal embodiment of that sentence, of that phrase. Oh,
exactly,
he did it so well, he practically made it his own. A lot of people say that about a lot of stuff, right? Like, obviously, you know, Josh Brolin as Thanos, Nolan North as his portrayal as Nathan Drake, you know, stuff like that. Nah, man. Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man literally is, like, the embodiment of that phrase. He literally made the character of Iron Man very much his own. He owned the character. Yeah. And I'll even go as to say that his portrayal, like Heath Ledger, was so influential that if you notice, bro, after his portrayal as Iron Man from that first movie, there were a lot of TV shows and video games that had Iron Man in it that, if you notice, their charisma, their way they talk, like, they all very much resemble the vibe that Robert Downey Jr. had, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that. But, like, a lot of them even borderline sound like Robert Downey Jr. impressions just by how similar they look, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I could, like, pull up of numerous video game examples of Iron Man, and, like, they all just sound like clones of Robert Downey Jr., which just goes on to show that, like, I get it, right? Because movies are mainstream, and that's a lot of people's introduction to heroes and stuff, so it only makes sense that you would want to adapt them in comics and in video games and in TV shows and have them be recognizable to the broader audience. But, like, it just goes to show just how influential he was on the character, man, how much he made it his own. Like, to the point where, like, every other adaptation going forward fit the vibe. I kind of see it as, like, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
everything adapted after James Gunn's first movie very much resembles to his first movie. That's how I see Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man, bro.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
how I see it.
That's. I mean, I agree with what you're saying, How. I mean, I don't know how else I can add to it, but to just say, that's my Iron Man.
That too, bro.
And I don't. And even, like, there are some instances where sometimes when I would read comic books and stuff, and even with, like, Batman, I always, like, every time I read, I use the voice, like, in my head. I don't explain it.
Yeah.
I do that with him. I do it with Batman, but I do it with the Batman from the animated universe.
Kevin Conroy.
Dude, R.I.P. man.
R.I.P.,
I do it with him. When I read Batman comics, I read it in his voice.
Yes, bro. Absolutely.
So I do that a lot, dude. And I think one of them is with Iron Man. I just, every single time, like, if I'm ever... granted, I haven't been reading at all, like, because I've just been busy and stuff. But whenever I did before, I'd always, like, use his voice for everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's just that iconic to me, man. He's definitely, I think he truly deserves number 1 spot. He, even just him as himself, it's just Iron Man.
And I feel like, okay, I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah.
How, like, him, and even in interviews, he just acts like Iron Man.
Yeah, dude.
I just feel like when Robert Downey Jr. was just playing Tony Stark, bro, it just felt like he was just playing himself.
Yeah, dude.
He definitely had a lot of fun with the role, and that's why I also say that it's like, oh, he just basically made the role his own because he's just playing himself at that point.
And it's kind of funny, right? Because I remember we mentioned it is like, even though that's himself, right? Because Iron Man, he could be kind of egotistical, playboy, international playboy, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that he's like that in real life, if you look at his Twitter, you know who I am.
That's his bio.
It's like, man, fuck, like
this motherfucker.
My side is like, all right, cool. That's Iron Man. My second point is, man, fuck you. Like, what do you mean, bitch? Fuck.
Yeah, dude.
You're right, though.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, though.
It's just, you know who I am.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
crazy. Man.
But yeah, man, Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. That's the number one spot on the
number one
best
spot,
list, bro. Yep. So that's basically the top 10 of our
best
superhero castings, guys. And right now,
still with us? Hopefully y'all
yeah,
still with us,
hopefully
man.
y'all still with us after fucking however long.
An hour 53.
That's fucking crazy.
An hour
dude.
53, man.
Now we're gonna move over to. We're still gonna be on the best section, but now we're gonna move over to the honorable mentions. I will be honest, because they're honorable mentions, I'm pretty sure we're not gonna have a whole lot to say.
Yeah, we'll get just breeze through them.
Yeah, we're gonna breeze through these ones, not because of crunch time, but because it's been going too long, but because honorable mentions, because they are just honorable mentions. I don't think that we need to spend too much time on them. So again, guys, honorable mentions, think of this as just 11 through 20 on our list of best superhero castings. So at number 10, or I guess 20 at this point, we have Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn.
Dude, absolutely fire. She's amazing. She's my Harley Quinn, and I'm super glad that she's coming back for the new DC for James Gunn's new DCU.
Yeah, man. So I agree with that. My only thing, bro, is that the reason why I have her at number 20 or 10 of honorable mentions and not higher is just because she's the only live action portrayal of Harley Quinn that there really isn't one to really compare.
That's true, man.
And I think even though she makes a good even though I feel like she does a really good Harley Quinn, I don't know, man. I might be in the minority, but like I think she does really well. But like,
you think there could be something
better?
Yeah.
I don't know. A part of me is like, maybe. Because I don't know, man. When I see Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, I don't know. Maybe it's just because Tara Strong's portrayal in the comics and in the video games, just that voice that
I know what you mean.
The bats, Mr. J, that bullshit.
Right.
Like it just sounds so iconic that it's because she doesn't have that voice. For me, it's like it's not quite the same. It's like Mario and his whole thing with Ahsoka, right, from Star Wars. Like the voice is not the same type bullshit. So that's my Mario moment right there. But at least I ain't fruity, y'all. What you mean, girl? But yeah,
at least I keep the bodies whole. That man keeps the bottoms.
Man. I don't be doing all that. But yeah, man, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. At number 9, we put Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange.
Fire, man. He's really good as well.
And this one, I'm completely opposite with Harley. I think I can't think of an actor that can play Doctor Strange better than Cumberbatch, man. He does a really good job of playing that like kind of like soft spoken, like kind of like you could just tell like even when he's talking to people, he has this demeanor in his voice where he's like, I'm better than you. Like he just has this ego because he had that before he became Sorcerer Supreme. But it's just the way he portrays this kind of like asshole, kind of like egotistical, but he's still a good guy type thing. Like he does a really good job in his portrayal as Doctor Strange, man. At number 8, we have Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. Again, the reason why I put him on this list and why we agreed on it is, again, like at first I wasn't really a fan of his portrayal.
Yeah, me too, bro.
Because it was so different than what I was used to. And then I found out that he was based on the Ultimate Comics and that was source accurate. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. But then as I got older, I would go back and rewatch his movies and I'd realize that I kind of grew to like his portrayal more.
Yeah.
Because
there were some good scenes.
There was a lot of good scenes. He definitely made it his own. Say what you want about the movies and the mistakes and the flaws that they carry. I don't think that it's the director's fault that the movies turned out the way it did. It was very much Sony meddling with the movies the way they fucked over Sam Raimi for Spider-Man 3. That's what happened with both Amazing Spider-Man movies. Say what you want about the movies, but I felt like Andrew Garfield's portrayal as this more like chip on his shoulder, kind of like has an axe to grind with the world because he's pissed about his parents dying, kind of angsty version of Peter plays a big part in his character development in that first movie, how he becomes Spider-Man for the sole purpose of finding his uncle's killer and wanting revenge. But then he saves his first life and realizes he needs to become more. And I just like how he becomes angsty teenager, chip on his shoulder, to like realizing with these powers, I could do more and be better. And like, that just feels like it fits perfectly with the character development.
I agree.
I feel like I kind of grew to liking his portrayal even more, and I felt like he was just worthy to put on the list. So he takes up the number 8 spot. What do you think? Any thoughts on Andrew Garfield?
No, I mean, I agree. I didn't like him at first either, right? That's because, I mean, like I already told you, I didn't really get into the
Ultimate Comics.
Even the Spider-Man. I didn't really get into Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man.
The closest thing to Ultimate Spider-Man I came in contact with was his Ultimate Spider-Man game.
Okay.
Remember that one where you could play as both Spider-Man and Venom?
Yeah.
That fucking game's fire, bro.
But yeah, dude. I mean, yeah, like I said. But then I do gotta acknowledge that there are some really cool scenes with him, especially that one scene where he's helping that kid when the car's like falling.
That's the first life he saves. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, dude. So I gotta admit there are some good scenes, and he does a really good job playing as him. But yeah, that's all I pretty much I gotta say.
Yeah, man.
But this next one, man.
This we had to put it on here. He's not even a superhero.
He's not, but he's really that good.
But he's that good.
He's that good.
Yeah, man. We got J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson.
Dude, this man is like completely accurate. Jav, I'm gonna send you the comics where he's in, and he legit just acts like that, bro.
Yeah,
it's so funny, dude.
I know, dude, and it's funny because
it's so funny
in the Spider-Man universe,
and he looks like him too, bro.
Yes, bro, he
looks like him,
and
too.
It's so funny because in the Spider-Man universe, dude, if you notice, like everything is so serious.
Oh yeah,
in the Spider-Man, like his backstory, his parents died and his uncle dies, and like the whole thing, right? And like easily the goofiest, silliest part of the entire Spider-Man universe is just J. Jonah Jameson, because he's always shouting, he's always yelling, and that fucking wall crawler menace, blah blah blah, and all this Spider Menace, all that bullshit, and right. So like when they were trying to find like who would play him in the movie, right? And like they were like, well, we need someone who can say these kind of silly, goofy lines and like say this shit, but like say it where like it sounds silly. As the audience, we hear and we're like, that's just silly. But his acting has to be like, but he believes it though. Like he's saying it like he believes that shit. Exactly. So he has to be able to pull off both interpretations correctly. And flawlessly. And dude, J.K. Simmons, you could just tell, dude, watching that first Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie, you see the way he plays him, you could just tell he has fun with the role.
Like his cigar and everything.
Dude, he has so much fun. Like I could just imagine him showing up to work like, this is gonna be a fun day. Like, cause I get to act like this. I get to say these lines. I'm gonna have some fun with it. Dude, he has such fun with that role, and he carries that on with the next few movies. And he was so good that the MCU's J. Jonah Jameson is still J.K. Simmons.
Yep.
At the way of Far From Home, that post-credit scene, I was like, no way, that's crazy. I screamed. I was like, yo, it's fucking him. He's back, and he's bald now. Okay, cool, but he's still Rado. And it's like, yeah, dude, oh my god, that was fire. But yeah, man, we had to include him on an honorable mention, man. J.K. Simmons.
In this next one, I'm gonna let you take the reins, on this next one.
Yeah, so I gotta take the reins on this one just because I've actually seen this TV show. I've seen The Boys, and you haven't, but we will for Cape Shit.
We will.
And dude, you're gonna love The Boys. I can't wait for you to check that show out. But at number 6, y'all, we got Anthony Starr as Homelander. And well, I guess I got to take the lead on this one, guys.
Speak your thoughts
so,
on
obviously we only have the first 3 seasons of The Boys, and I think The Boys is an incredible TV show, but easily the scene stealer, the person that I feel like does the best job in the entire show is Anthony Starr as Homelander, man. I feel like his portrayal as Homelander is a scene stealer. Just the way he plays this narcissistic, psychotic character, but at the same time, he has to hold his composure because he's under contract to be seen as this image of good for the public and everything like that. Like, I just love the way he plays Homelander, because he's able to do what I feel like a lot of these actors do, and that is to switch back and forth between like one version of this character to like a menacing evil version of the character, and being able to flip it back and forth. And there's a lot of scenes where like you could tell, like with J.K. Simmons, he has fun with the role because he has a lot of lines where he smiles and he's having fun with it, and you could just tell he very much knows how to have fun with this role while also taking it serious when it has to.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Homelander, fantastic. I think he's he's easily the best character in the Boys TV show, man. One of top 3. But yeah, man, at number 5 on the honorable mentions, we have Tyler Hoechlin as Superman, and that is the Superman from the CW show Superman and Lois.
Once again, Hav taking the reins on this one.
I got to take the reins because actually, guys, the first, I believe it's the first 3 seasons of Superman and Lois are out right now, but I've only seen the first season, y'all. I've been slacking.
They confirmed that the 4th one
that's coming out. It's going to be the last one.
Yeah.
Which will cut all ties of the DC universe with the CW, man. Which after Gotham Knights, like, hey, thank God, right?
I guess.
Yeah, I guess it's for the better, man. Shout out Arrow. The only OGs know about Arrow. But, yeah, man, Tyler Hoechlin. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I had to put him on this list because I saw the first season of Superman and Lois, and I got to tell you guys, I have not seen, in my personal opinion, a more perfectly adapted version of Superman in the modern age than this one. And I even go as far as to say that this is my Superman. Hector's Superman is Henry Cavill.
Yep.
Mine is Tyler Hoechlin, man.
Hey, man, it might be David Cornsway in the future. You never know.
Well, now
man.
we got that guy coming in, and hopefully James Gunn does the character of Superman justice, man. I'm just hoping for the best. But yeah, man, the only reason why, obviously this guy is like, I consider this dude as my Superman. I like Henry Cavill and all, but my Superman is this version of Superman. And the reason why he wasn't on the best list is because me and Hector, we both agreed that while he's good, and I know Hector can't really speak on it because he hasn't seen the show, we both agreed that it only makes sense to choose Henry Cavill in the best list because he is the most well-known and the most iconic.
Yeah.
So I had to put him on the honorable mention section just because I feel like everything that we said that Henry Cavill does well as his portrayal as Superman, in my personal opinion, Tyler Hoechlin does slightly better.
That's great.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man, once I see it, man, we'll see.
I know,
dude,
and it's one of those things because I've heard you, bro. I've heard you speak so fondly of Superman the character.
Yeah.
That I'm just excited when you actually watch the show because you're gonna see what I see. You're gonna be like, dude, what the fuck? That's Superman. Like, you're gonna see, bro, when you get there. I don't know if it'll convince you to think that it's better than Henry Cavill. It just, that's what it did for me. But when you eventually get there, man, you gotta let me know. But yeah, man, like I said, everything good that I said about Henry Cavill as Superman, I think Tyler Hoechlin does a little better. And it also helps that in the show he also has two twin teenage kids that go to school, and obviously Lois is in the picture, and how they all play a part in his character development in the show, dude. Okay, yeah. It's done so fucking flawlessly, man. Like, that's my modernized Superman right there, bro. Until, who knows, right? David Cornsweet.
Yeah, man, right?
We'll have to wait for Superman Legacy. Number 4 on the honorable mentions, man. We had to include this guy once again for the iconic factor because he's just iconic, bro. We had to put Tom Hiddleston as Loki.
As Loki, man, dude.
And this kind of hits a little differently, man, because Loki season 2 just wrapped up, Tom Hiddleston is claiming that this is just the end of his 14-year journey playing Loki, man.
I mean, dude, he did an amazing job as playing Loki. Even when we did get glimpses of him playing as the evil Loki and stuff, and even though I don't agree that even though I kind of don't agree that he is essentially like a good guy, right? I kind of liked him as a villain, but either way, I did like the MCU show, and I did like his portrayal of what was given to him. And in my eyes, man, like, Tom Hiddleston, he did an amazing job as playing as Loki. That's like my Loki.
Yeah, man.
Like,
it's just he very
much likable. Hit the charisma, the jokes that make his demeanor, just everything.
The menacing, bro.
Yeah,
just how menacing he is when
those scenes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man. In the first Avengers movie, it was very much peak Loki, in my opinion.
Yeah,
bro. First Avengers movie, man, when he was the main villain. Stole every scene he was in, bro. Does a very good job playing this menacing figure.
Exactly.
He is one of those villains that does raise his voice a lot and scream, and a lot of people say, oh, when villains scream and raise their voice, they're not as menacing. It feels like they're trying too hard. Not him, bro. Yeah. When he raises his voice, it's business. Like, it really means like, oh, he's actually scary when he raises his voice. It doesn't sound like he's trying too hard, in my opinion. But yeah, man, that's at number 4. At number 3,
oh shit,
I know Hector liked this one. We both were like, yeah, man, we had to put him on the list, bro. And I don't know, man. I know there's a lot of people out there that didn't really give, those Netflix Marvel shows a shot.
Dude.
That's their loss, bro. Because we gotta tell you, when we tell you, man, that Charlie Cox's Daredevil,
dude,
was the best version of Daredevil I've seen adapted, bro, we ain't lying.
Dude, he's fucking fire.
He is fire. Not only is he fire, bro, but that whole Daredevil show, all 3 seasons, bro, is peak Marvel just
TV
storytelling, bro. Storytelling in general, bro. And it's one of those things where when Hector was finally getting into the show, I was excited because I'm like, dude, you're about to see what I'm seeing, bro. You're about to see that this show is fire.
So fire.
And I remember that we had this conversation. I can't remember if it was on the pod. We'll bring it up here, though, that you believed that the Daredevil show overall, and just also the universe with the Defenders, right, with Jessica Jones, Luke Cage,
dude,
Iron
that was
Fist,
really cool too, man.
You said that whole universe, the Netflix universe, Daredevil, Marvel shows, at the time was a better universe and a better collection of stories put together than what Phase 4 was at the time.
Absolutely, 100%.
That's crazy.
I still stand by it, bro. Like, it's really fucking good. Like, Luke Cage was really fucking good. Jessica Jones was really good. The Defenders was good. Even Iron Fist. I understand a lot of people didn't really like Iron Fist, and they complained about, his powers and, whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, because I know you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil it. But there's a reason for it.
Gotcha.
And there's a reason why I excuse it. And it's unfortunate because obviously that show got canceled, so we can't necessarily see more of that. But I understand why, right? So Iron Fist was really good. Even the Punisher, dude, everything was really good. Granted, I didn't finish certain
Universe.
certain seasons for the shows. But dude, it was so fucking cool, especially the way I was watching it. The way I was watching it was like chronological order. That was really cool. Like as fuck, like every time like they'd make a reference, oh shit. And I guess the reason why I liked it is because the way the show was directed and even just filmed, and the what's it called? How practical and how grounded everything was. Like, you don't see that type of filmmaking anymore, like nowadays, bro. Like, in my opinion, when it comes to superhero movies. And it's so weird. I can't describe it. Just the camera lens, the type of cinematography that it has going on. Even some of the dialogue. Like, there's a lot of dialogue in these shows, and it's just super fucking good. And it's exactly what the MCU should be. Right? That's how I see it.
I agree.
But unfortunately, that's not the case. But dude, it's so fucking fire, man. Charlie Cox, man, that's Daredevil. That's my Daredevil, man.
Yeah,
it's so
man.
fucking cool, man. Oh man, so fucking cool.
Yeah, man.
Amazing.
I guess it's one of those things where, like,
Amazing.
we mentioned earlier, like, in a world where Chris Evans never got Captain America, he'd be a good Superman.
Yeah.
Do you think there'd be a world where if Charlie Cox wasn't Daredevil, he'd be a good Batman?
A good Batman. Interesting.
What do you think about that? Maybe in an Elseworld story.
Like an Elseworld.
I would be okay if it was an Elseworld story, bro, and not so much DC continuity, just because play it safe, right? You don't want to fumble the bag and be like, oh fuck, all right, like maybe he wasn't a good choice. But I'd like to explore like a DC's version of What If, an episode of where like Charlie Cox is Daredevil, just kind of see how, or as Batman, I mean. Charlie Cox as Batman, I'd like to see how that would turn out.
I'd like to see that too. That'd be interesting. Because I do understand that obviously Daredevil is like the Marvel's like type of Batman, and obviously we could throw in Moon Knight in there. Like I would say those two characters are Marvel's quote unquote Batman.
Right.
But I guess maybe that's why I liked Matt Reeves so much too, because that one was like super practical and like grounded as well. And
yeah, man,
dude, it's just fucking.
And also,
fire,
it was like a take on Batman where it's like, well, what if Batman was just so broken and so like Batman's broken?
Dude.
He's a broken human being. He's a broken character because of his past and what happened to his parents. Yeah, right. I get it. But like, what if we got a version of Batman that was so depressed, so broken that he can't even put on a fake Playboy, persona for the public image? I'm like, will we ever get that though? And then we got Matt Reeves Batman, and like our prayers were answered. I was like, dude, this is the version of Batman I've been wanting to see. And
dude, it's really fucking cool, man.
So I agree, man. That's why I feel like that's why I also connected so much with Pattinson.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's at number 3. We got Charlie Cox as Daredevil, and at number 2, we're staying in the Netflix universe here. At number 2, we got John Bernthal, or some of you guys know as Shane from The Walking Dead, playing the Punisher.
Let me tell you something.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
tell you
right. I thought you were actually gonna say something.
Oh no!
But I know that's true. Hey, let me tell you something, man.
Let me tell you something, man.
Let me tell you something. Or he's always scratching the back of his head and shit. Like, what the fuck?
Let me tell you something.
He always has
Let
a
me tell you
little
something, Red.
yeah, right. Red. He calls him Red and shit. But yeah, man, John Bernthal, man.
When I put them down, they stay down.
Dude, that line was so
my-
cold, man.
Hey, honestly,
no,
bro,
no,
that whole scene better than Phase 4.
That's crazy.
Better than Phase 4, man.
You talk about when he had Daredevil chained to the chimney,
And that whole dialogue, bro.
where they're talking about like you shouldn't kill people. Oh yeah, this is why I do it. Blah,
That's
blah,
like
blah.
that
conversation.
whole scene, that entire scene and dialogue was better than any dialogue that I've gotten from Phase 4.
That's crazy. You know what though? I kind of agree though. That's crazy,
Hey, man.
bro. Nah, man. For real though, dude. John Bernthal is Punisher, man. Fucking fire, dude.
Dude, yeah, dude. He's so fucking cool,
He's such a
bro.
good character. Because like, I'm not too familiar with Punisher from the comics, bro. I just know kind of like basic like surface level details about him. I just know that he's got the skull symbol. He always deals with hella guns, and his like family was murdered, and so his whole thing is like revenge.
Yeah.
But I also have heard that in his comics, he's very like rated R, super bloody,
Yeah.
super graphic. He's just like he's all about like that fucking murder
Yeah,
spree
his-
bullshit. So when you see John Bernthal strolling up in season 2 of Daredevil, and he's
Dude,
on his
it's so
fucking murder
fucking
spree
sick,
shit,
man.
dude, it is so fucking accurate. And you could just tell that someone who be doing this murdering spree bullshit is not all right in the head.
Oh,
so
for
you would
sure.
have to get an actor who knows how to play that kind of crazy, aggressive character. And who else but to get fucking Shane from The Walking Dead,
Dude.
Because that's practically
It's
who he plays in The
basically- yeah,
Punisher.
bro,
it's just
basically.
Shane umped to 11. Right?
Yeah,
dude,
dude.
when I heard that when I saw Daredevil season 2 and I see Shane pulling up in the hospital coming after, I forgot who he was coming after for. I was like, what the fuck? He's in this show? Like, who's he playing? And then in the second, because that's episode 1 of season 2. In the second episode, they're like, yeah, they call him, his name is Frank Castle, blah, blah, blah. They call him the Punisher. I was like, no way, we're getting the Punisher, and he's played by
Dude,
Shane?
he's so fucking badass. Not only that, man, he's coming back.
Yes.
They confirmed
They
it
confirmed,
like months ago.
He confirmed that he will be coming back along with Vincent D'Onofrio, Kingpin, Charlie Cox as Daredevil. They're all coming back for Daredevil
Oh
Born
my
Again.
god, man. The entire universe is
I cannot
so
fucking
cool,
wait,
man.
dude. And I hope, right, because we just got that first...
Dude, it's so fucking cool.
We got that first trailer for Echo, and it's being rated TVMA. Dude, I just hope they keep Daredevil Born Again TVMA, man.
Dude.
Keep it the same vibe.
Dude, it could
as,
be like I said. Remember how they fired the directors and writers and shit?
Yeah, bro. Which thank
What-
God, bro.
Maybe
'cause
Maybe they are gonna transition
I
to that.
really hope so, dude. And you know what, dude?
They got
Maybe
to, man.
If it does, bro, like I feel like they just got to start making these shows and movies and shit more mature. Not necessarily let's start making every MCU movie MA rated R.
No.
I'm just saying, but
Have certain
like
characters.
hey man, crazy, right? It's crazy, right? You hold back the humor for
Like-
most of the fucking
Like imagine
movie.
the Punisher with the Avengers like fucking around like with Thor like doing some humor shit.
Yeah,
It's
Love
like,
and Thunder shit. It
like,
wouldn't
what
make
the
sense.
fuck?
It doesn't fit.
No, bro.
So
Fuck outta
like
here.
it's
Nah,
one of those
man.
things, bro, where I'm just excited. It's like just to see
Yeah, dude.
them go back to that tone and to that whole vibe and everything, bro. But yeah, dude, John Bernthal, he does such a great job of playing just that addictive sort of like revenge mindset, this crazy
yeah, dude.
psychotic murder spree. Like, no, you don't understand. Like, I have to get my revenge, and he's like super obsessive about it. Dude, John Bernthal fucking kills it. I actually believe like after seeing him in The Walking Dead, seeing him as Punisher,
I can see no.
he's had other roles in other movies that I haven't seen, but I want to. I could tell like he is probably like one of the top like best actors working in Hollywood right now, dude.
Oh shit,
Yeah, dude,
that's
he's-
a big statement.
He's really good, dude. In everything he's in, he always fucking kills it.
I only
man.
know him from Shane from The Walking Dead and,
And
The
Punisher.
Punisher. That's
Me
it,
too.
Yeah.
Me too. But he's done other stuff, and like he's just so good. Like I'll see clips and stuff.
His
but, like,
podcast is cool too.
I like his podcast.
It's pretty
That's a
cool.
really cool podcast, man. We recommend you guys check that out. But check us out more. Though. Subscribe to us, like our videos, leave a comment, right? But yeah, man. Number
Hey,
2,
man.
John Bernthal as the Punisher. At number 1, we had to put this
And honorable
motherfucker-
mentions.
Yeah, we had to put him on here, man, and that's Ryan Reynolds.
As
As
Deadpool.
Deadpool, man.
Dude.
Jermaine girl.
Deadpool, man. I mean, hey, whether he's playing as the Free Guy from the Free Guy movie,
Yeah, right.
whether he's in the Mint Mobile, he's still Deadpool.
Yeah,
throughout.
he's just
through
Deadpool.
and through, man.
He's just who he
Another
is. bro.
another example where he embodies the role and without even trying.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. I agree.
It's Deadpool, like definitely no brainer. Ryan Reynolds, dude, amazing.
He's good
First
at
two
just
movies, fire.
he's just good at keeping like that quip, like fast
dude.
shit talking trait about him.
Absolutely.
The way his charisma carries when he breaks the fourth wall, looks at the camera right at you. How he
he's so
plays
good.
Deadpool, and dude, talk about the biggest redemption comeback ever.
Oh fuck.
Not,
yeah.
I'm not even talking about Green Lantern. That's obvious. I'm talking about the first Deadpool we ever got, which was X-Men
Oh
Origins.
yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
When he
I don't know
had
what the fuck
when
that
he,
was.
when he
man.
had his mouth sewn shut.
Dude,
I can finally make this joke. I can finally make this joke, and you
Okay.
get it. The swords coming out of his arms like he's Baraka from Mortal
Like
Kombat.
Baraka.
The
Okay, I
swords
get that
come out
shit,
the
yeah.
arms and shit, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck going
The
on.
merc with the
man.
mouth, but his mouth is sewed shut though. What the fuck? And if that's not bad enough, he shoots Cyclop lasers out of
No,
his
man.
eyes.
I don't even know
What
what's
the
going
fuck?
on, man.
I will say,
I don't know what the fuck was
I'm
going
gonna say
on
something
there,
crazy
man.
right now. Ready?
Oh,
I'm gonna say
shit.
something crazy. People might not subscribe, low key.
Oh no.
But Barakapool, as people like to call him from X-Men Origins Wolverine, if there's one thing that he does have over Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool, from like the Deadpool that we like, if there's one thing that he does have over the Deadpool that we all like, is that Barakapool can actually teleport.
Mm.
You know how Deadpool, one of his powers is that he can
Yeah.
teleport? Barakapool teleports in that fucking movie. But this Deadpool doesn't. And fun
Yeah.
fact, Ryan Reynolds did an interview promoting Deadpool 2 with that one Let's Play motherfucker, Jacksepticeye.
Mm-hmm.
And
He
they're-
played with it. What the fuck?
yeah,
Oh,
guess
shit.
what they played?
What?
The Deadpool game
Oh, okay.
on the 360.
Okay. I got you.
So they played the Deadpool game, and they're literally just playing the game together while talking, while doing the interview. And Ryan Reynolds straight up looks at Deadpool do a fucking teleport. He's like, "What the fuck was that? What did he just do?" Like, "Oh, Deadpool just teleported." He's like, "He can do that?" He's like, "Yeah, man. In the comics and the games, Deadpool can teleport." He's like, "What the fuck? I did not know that."
Oh shit.
And it's like, well, it was obvious, cowgirl. We've never seen him fucking do it. And I bet you in Deadpool 3, what if they make him teleport? And we're like, oh shit, he did it. And he's like, damn, this could have been useful in the last 2 movies.
dude, that'd be sick as fuck.
I'm calling it right now, man.
No way.
No, I'm calling it. They're gonna
Oh,
make that
no.
joke, bro. I'm
You think
telling
so?
you. Bro, we're Marvel gods. We've already called
Fuck,
shit
let's see.
before. We've called shit before.
All right, let's
bro.
remember it. Let's remember which pod you called.
Yeah,
this out,
bro.
man.
I'm telling you, they're gonna bring his teleport power.
I
in
can
the
see
third
that,
movie.
man. I can see that.
He's gonna be like, "What the fuck? I had this power the whole time? Huh? That could have been useful in the last 2 movies."
Yeah.
Come
yeah,
on,
dude,
bro.
That'd be
It's obvious.
fire.
I
That'd be
can see
cool,
that
dude.
shit, bro. But yeah, dude, Ryan Reynolds, man.
That'd be so fucking cool.
terrible Deadpool portrayal the first time around. They come back, they do it again, they do it right this time, and he
It's
went
fire,
from the
dude.
worst version of Deadpool, fucking Barakapool from X-Men Origins,
To the
best live action Deadpool we have gotten, and probably the best
Absolutely.
version of Deadpool we're ever gonna get, man. I don't see another actor playing Deadpool as well as Ryan Reynolds, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But yeah, that's it for our honorable mentions, man. Now
Yeah,
we're gonna
man.
get into our top 10 worst
Oh my god.
and honorable
This
mentions.
is just gonna be nothing but negativity, bro. We're just gonna be angry the whole time.
Hey man, the high is gone, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
not-
bro, we 2 hours and 20 minutes, in, bro.
oh shit, that's crazy.
This honestly, if we keep going the pace we're going, bro, this might be like a 4-hour pod, bro.
Oh shit.
I'm not gonna lie. So what?
crazy.
So what? Maybe to save time, maybe we should. I don't fucking know, man.
I just say we keep rolling, bro. Fuck it.
Yeah, we keep rolling, man. Let's
Just
see. Let's
fuck
see
it.
what
Let's see
happens.
what
y'all.
happens, bro.
Are y'all still with us? I don't know, man. I don't even
Hey,
know,
I
man.
know. Forgive me, man. I don't want to sound disrespectful. Fuck. What's the one listener who said he listened to our pods multiple times that he knows them by now?
I swear.
Josue's gonna know this
Josue.
bullshit, bro. If it's 4 hours long, he already watched it 5 times, bro.
Fuck, man.
That's crazy.
Fucking
Shout out to
Josue.
Josue, bro.
Yeah.
My man Josue, but I know he doesn't like that too. That's just all jokes, man. We're just fucking around. But all right, man. So now we're gonna get to
Hey,
the top.
but if he comments about this, and that means he did listen to this whole thing.
Yeah.
Because we're like 2 hours and 20 minutes.
That's
in,
crazy,
man. What
bro.
the fuck?
Hey, you know what,
Unbelievable.
Josue, right now, bro, comment like Josue was here, and we'll know that you made it past the 2 hour 20 mark, bro.
Yeah, on
That's the
YouTube.
only way
Yeah,
we'll know.
Comment on the video.
Comment on the video on the on the YouTube platform, bro, and that way we'll know that motherfucker actually made it, bro. That's crazy. Listen to the whole thing. But yeah,
Jesus
man. So
Christ.
now we're gonna transition from the best to the worst.
To the worst, yes.
So now here we got the top 20 worst castings on here, bro, and we're gonna do it like we did last time. We're gonna go with the top 10 worst, and then do the honorable mentions later. So at number 10, this one's a little weird. This is not really a casting. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of breaking the rules here, guys. We couldn't really think of a superhero casting, a 10th person on the list. So I figured, what else can we put at this list if we can't figure of a 10th? Because we can only come up with 9, and we're like, okay, but like everyone else seems like honorable mentions. They're not worthy to be on the worst list. So what else can we put? So we're kind of breaking the rules here. This is not a superhero casting, so we decided to put what is the worst adaptation in superhero genre that we have seen.
Yeah.
And the one that came to mind that me and Hector agreed on at the number 10 spot, we said that Doomsday from Batman v Superman was easily the most trash adaptation of Doomsday I think I've seen adapted, bro.
Yeah, I would agree with
I
that,
had
bro.
more fun playing as Doomsday in the Injustice fighting game than what I saw in fucking Batman v Superman, bro. At least he actually looked like Doomsday with the rocks and the stones and shit
I know
coming
what you
out,
mean,
bro. But yeah, man, he just came out looking like a fucking CGI troll, bro, and like, and
It
I
just
get
did
it.
not look cool.
I get it. Like during the fight, he would take battle damage, and that's when the rocks would come out. I don't know if you noticed that,
Yeah.
but like, how much cooler would it have been if he had that shit from the start, though?
That
And it
would've
looked
been-
accurate, like
bro, that
comic
would've
book
been
accurate, bro.
That would have been fucking
But
cool.
like, yeah, man, I just didn't like his. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, like, there's not really much to say about this.
No,
It's
not much to say.
It's not really a casting, but like, I just wanted to share my frustration. Trash. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think the CW show, Superman vs. Lois, I think they had Doomsday in the show.
Oh, did he? Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's CW, bro. So I don't know how good
shit.
he may look, bro. So here,
They didn't have enough funds, bro.
I don't
They
know.
needed to get.
man.
They needed to get a loan from Disney, bro.
For real, dude. Here, let me see. So
CGI
this is
be expensive.
It is. I mean, obviously, it's gonna be CGI here. So I pulled up a picture.
Is that him right there?
He's kind of hard to.
It's hard to see.
It's hard to
yeah.
see. Hold on, let me pull up another picture. Damn, there's not a lot of pictures on here.
I mean, that explains it.
Well, I guess. Oh, that's right. I had this on. Right here.
CGI, man. What the hell? I mean,
He's got the rocks.
yeah, you got the rock shit going on, but
Stones coming out. Oh shit! What the fuck?
yeah, I mean, is there another one?
I'm trying to see.
I guess not.
Oh, right here.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you got the rocks and shit going on.
Yeah, man. I'm wondering. Oh, look! What the fuck is that? A reverse Superman symbol?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Interesting. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to watch the show to see what that means. But I mean, he looks alright, I guess. But no, Batman v Superman looks worse. He actually
Yeah,
looks
I
fucking
mean,
worse.
okay, so now we get to our number 9 spot, Hav.
So I got to take this one because
Take this rank, but what the fuck? Damien Dark actually appeared in what? What is this?
this is the Arrowverse.
He appeared?
Yes.
What the fuck? Because all I know, I don't know too much about him. All I know is that he's like a villain for the Teen Titans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the comics and everything.
So in the Arrowverse,
That's all I know.
At number 9 on the worst list, we have Neil McDonough as Damien Dark.
Yeah.
And Damien Dark, guys, in the Arrowverse, he was basically the main villain for Green Arrow. He was in the Arrow show, and
Interesting.
that was season 4. Now, guys, the reason why we have him on the worst list is because I thought Damien Dark was hyped up to be this like big super villain that was going to be problems for Arrow and all them other characters, when really they had to nerf this motherfucker. They nerfed him, even though as much as they hyped him up, because this guy was said to be in the Arrowverse was said to be a pupil, a student of Ra's al Ghul in the Arrowverse, and he comes in and talking about how he gained all these different powers and all this shit. Yet when he goes up against Green Arrow, he never uses those powers, which I think is crazy. Like one example I always bring up is like in one of the episodes of Arrow season 4, he shoots an arrow at him and he stops the arrow with his hand in midair, like he had the Force from Star Wars.
oh shit.
Then he shoots 3 more arrows and he just stops them all, and he's able to redirect the arrows and fling them back to him. So you can see, so he basically has the Force from Star Wars.
Type
And you were
shit.
like, damn, so he can control shit with his hands and his
Yeah.
mind. So like, but like he never uses that power.
And it makes sense because Green Arrow doesn't even have superpowers. So how do you go up against someone with powers? Because he could just easily use his mind, pick up a car, and just throw
chuck
it
it on him. Yeah.
Right, you know what I mean? But obviously, if you do that, how does Green Arrow dodge that? He has
Exactly.
no powers.
You can't, man.
So my whole thing is like, if you had to nerf this character to make him beatable for Green Arrow, and oh my god, that whole season was so bad, bro. The season 4 of Green Arrow was trash, and even the last episode where he has that last boss fight with Damien Dark, he kills him.
Mm-hmm.
He kills Damien Dark. Spoiler alert. Such a wasted character. The boss fight wasn't even cool.
Oh,
It lasted short as fuck, maybe 3 minutes max.
Yeah.
And then he basically bests him. He puts him down on one knee or two knees, and he just grabs an arrow and spears him through the chest, kills him. Like that. And I'm like, damn, this motherfucker had the force.
So like, what happened?
Well, like, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I'm
why
like,
couldn't he-
damn, CW, if y'all had to nerf this motherfucker, then why couldn't you just come up with a different character, a different villain to be in it? So I felt like just hyping up this character, man, and then just nerfing his powers and made him like kind of lame
Yeah.
is what puts him on the list for the worst for me.
I got
And
you.
it just stings worse because I loved Arrow and that show was fire. And that was the first season I could say was like, ugh, trash, bro. So fuck Damien Dark.
So
bro.
what? Number 8, we got
Jamie Foxx as Electro.
Electro.
I mean, I guess he was cool, bro.
He was okay.
He was cool in No Way Home.
yeah, I thought he was okay in No Way Home. I was like, all right,
Right,
But
like, he
I
was just
really
cute.
liked his suit though. Like I liked his appearance and everything.
I like how
comic
when every
book
time he
accurate.
shot out the electricity, he'd have the iconic shocker.
Dude, that shit was
mask and
so
shit.
fucking sick, man.
That was cool. I just wish he would have
But-
kept it the whole time,
dude,
rather
that'd be
than just
fucking-
rather
yeah,
than it
dude,
just
that'd
would
be
just
fucking
show up when
raw.
he would. Because it's funny because he would shoot electricity and it would only appear when he'd shoot, but every time you shoot at electricity, the camera would cut to whatever he blasts, so you don't even get a clear shot of his mask because the camera cuts away from him.
Yeah.
So I would have liked for him to keep the mask.
Yeah, bro. But if we're talking about from,
The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
dude, I don't even know what the fuck that was, man.
Yeah, man. They kind of made his character be like that nerdy character. They very much tried to make him be what Jim Carrey Riddler was in the old Batman movies.
Yeah.
Get it? Like he was like that nerdy character where he was kind of like I guess you could say, I don't know, in a way, Joaquin Phoenix Joker, where he was just like always belittled and he was always punched down by
Oh, okay,
society.
gotcha.
That he was just like, I'm gonna just become a villain and fuck this world, right? But I don't know, man. Like I didn't really feel like he was
Nah,
that
dude.
menacing of a villain.
Nah, not
I don't,
even, bro.
he barely has any fight scenes with Spider-Man. He only has like 2. That's only because there's like 2 other villains in the movie and they didn't know how to like balance it all together. So I just felt like Jamie Foxx is a good actor. I mean, he's won an Oscar for playing Ray Charles. But it's just like,
I think he just missed the mark with this guy.
yeah, man, I couldn't really buy him as a menacing villain, and like, I don't
Yeah.
know, I just couldn't really just
Not even
connect to it.
even in No Way Home, bro. Same shit.
Yeah,
Like, you
I
didn't
mean, No Way Home,
Like you didn't really feel like him as a villain.
No, right. I feel like with No Way Home, bro, it was just Jamie Foxx playing more Jamie Foxx. He wasn't really playing Electro. He was more playing himself, which I think why his portrayal felt a lot more acceptable in No Way Home. Because he just felt like he was just playing himself. The same way we say Robert Downey Jr. and Ryan Reynolds playing their own characters. They're just playing themselves at this point. I feel
Yeah.
like that's what he was doing in No Way Home. But yeah, no. His portrayal in Spider-Man 2, bro, was whatever.
Then at the number 7 spot, what we got have?
At number 7, we got Tommy Lee Jones as his portrayal as Two-Face. So in the same movie that Jim Carrey played Riddler,
Oh yes,
Batman,
yes.
we had
Yeah,
Two-Face
Yeah.
in that movie. And here's the thing about Two-Face, y'all, is that Tommy Lee Jones's portrayal as Two-Face is so goddamn bad. It's goofy. And here's why it's bad. Tommy Lee Jones, fun
Yeah.
fact, he is the actor who plays Abraham Lincoln in the biopic.
Oh shit! Really?
He is the
What
actor.
fuck?
He's the guy from the movie There Will Be Blood. He's the they abandoned my child. That
Oh,
guy.
yes,
that
yes,
motherfucker.
yes.
This guy is known for making serious drama movies that it's like, what the fuck are you doing in Batman Returns, bro? Where like it's super like cartoony and silly, and it's like it was like the first Batman movie because it takes place in the Keaton universe.
Right.
They just recast him. It's in that universe where like they started making the Batmobile look like cartoonish, and like Gotham City, rather than being a dark brooding city, had neon lights and all this bullshit. So I feel like because the movie was silly in a sense, he had to act silly to fit with the movie.
But it didn't just like it wasn't.
It wasn't even like because Jim
That's not
Carrey
his, like, strong suit. You know what I mean?
exactly. At least with Jim Carrey, he was always the comedic
That's true,
actor,
bro.
and he can
Yeah.
be animated and kind of fit that role. It's like watching what's a good example? Like think of a serious actor, bro, being silly, and they just can't pull it off. I'm trying to think like what's a good example?
Like Leonardo DiCaprio.
I feel like he could maybe play it, bro. I don't know. I feel
A silly
like
character?
I feel like he could pull
I
it
always
off.
see him in like serious movies, like drama type movies.
Yeah, but I feel like he's played but he knows how to pull off comedy.
Okay.
Because you know,
Yeah.
like even in the even in Killer Moon and Flower Moon, when he was yelling at his wife,
But that was in comedy though.
and he was doing that bullshit.
Yeah, I mean.
Like even he knows how to do shit like that. I don't
But
know,
even
man.
then, that was in comedy though. That was serious. Like he was for real.
But like he can
I get
still.
what you mean.
You know what I mean? He can still
Let's
pull
see.
it off.
Someone who's like a serious actor who could play
Who can pull off? Who can't?
who can't pull off something
comedy,
silly.
bro.
I
I'm
mean,
trying to think of like
I don't know, bro. I can't think of anybody.
I don't know. I mean, imagine Aunt May, bro,
Yeah, I can't.
from Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man,
Yeah, I go
being goofy.
That's a whole different shit.
That doesn't make sense.
No, man.
See what I mean? I'm talking Aunt May from Tobey's movies, not the other ones.
No, yeah.
That doesn't make sense, bro.
Yeah.
That's what this motherfucker was in the movie, bro.
Yeah.
It's not good.
I don't know what the fuck happened, bro.
But yeah,
And
man,
then-
Tommy Lee Jones fucked that motherfucker.
no.
And while we're on Batman,
Oh no.
yeah, you remember what we put at the number 6 spot, girl?
George Clooney as Batman.
George
No.
fucking Clooney, man. Hey, man, George Clooney, bro, as Batman is
man.
so trash, bro. That is not Batman.
No, man.
I'm
that's,
not. And when I say that, now listen to me, Hector.
That's
Listen to me. When I say that's not Batman, I don't mean like, oh, that's not my Batman. No, the person he's playing in the movie is just not Batman.
Who is he have?
He's not Batman.
He's
What the hell?
he's con man.
Because I felt scammed out of $12 a movie ticket in
For
1997.
real. Where my skis at?
Bro,
I'm getting
that's what I
serious.
mean, though, bro. Batman busting out the skates, bro, to start skating around the ice rink. What the fuck, bro? What kind of bullshit? And then the whole
Hey,
thing with
man.
the bat nipples and all that bullshit.
Dude,
and,
no, man.
And then you remember when he? Oh my god, let me show you. I'm gonna pull up a picture. Do you remember when he? So at the end of that movie, right? Because he has like his Batman suit. But then at the end,
Here,
of
put it on my card. Cha-ching.
oh my god, the credit card. never leave the cave without it. Fuck out of here. That's not even. He doesn't even change his voice. It's just George Clooney talking, bro.
You didn't even try, bro.
Yes, that's what I'm
You
talking
didn't
about.
even try to do.
But look, dude, and then like you know what's the most trash, bro? Easily is his suit, because in the suit he has like a Batman suit, right?
Yeah.
And it's whatever, it's Batman suit, whatever, bat nipples and whatever the fuck, right?
It's
But then-
so trash.
But
bro.
at the end of the movie,
Oh, no.
him, Robin, and Batgirl or Batwoman, whoever she's supposed to be, they all get revamped suits, bro. Look at this bullshit.
Nah, bro. What the fuck is that, man?
It's like the black shit, but
Oh
like
my
with
God.
with the white abs, white bat symbol, white shoulder pads. What the fuck? And Batman rocks dark clothes to blend in with the night. Where's he blending in with this?
Hey, man.
What the hell? He's got fins on his ears,
blend-
like he Aquaman. What the
He
hell?
blending in Spirit Halloween. man.
Yeah, bro. Like what the fuck?
No, the bat nipples are crazy, man.
Yeah, man. What the fuck were they thinking,
The
dude?
bat nipples are crazy,
What the
bro.
fuck, bro? But yeah, no, George Clooney, bro. That was just not Batman.
George Clooney, man.
He was playing some other character. He was,
Yeah,
not, but
dude.
that was not.
Fuck out of
Batman.
here, man.
He said, "Fuck out of here, man."
Where my skates at, man?
All right, man. At number 5, we have.
Oh yeah, you got to take the reins on this one.
I gotta
too.
take the reins on this
Yeah.
one. So at number 5, man, we got Julian McMahon and his portrayal as Doctor Doom. Now, obviously, we've had 2 Fantastic Fours. We've had 2
Yes.
Doctor Dooms. This is the Doctor Doom, man, from the Chris Evans Fantastic Four movies, the one with Silver Surfer.
Oh, okay.
And I know, guys, I get it, right? I understand that, like, there's another Doctor Doom from that other reboot, shitty Fantastic Four movie. And yeah, that one was bad too, but something about this version of Doctor Doom was worse. And the reason I think is because, and we're going to watch those Fantastic Four movies for Cape shit, right? So we'll get there.
Yeah.
You're going to see, Hector, that Julian McMahon's portrayal as Victor Von Doom
Oh,
feels like dollar store
Willem Dafoe's Norman Osborn.
Oh no.
It feels like Dollar Store Norman Osborn. Why? Because his villain arc is the same as Willem Dafoe's. Because you remember how in Willem Dafoe, like Norman Osborn, his whole thing was like he's the CEO of his own company, Oscorp, and he makes military weapons for the military, and this whole thing where like the military is like, we're gonna pull the funding away from your company, and we're gonna sell the company, you're gonna be left with nothing, and all this bullshit. Same thing happens to him in this movie where like he's a owner of a company, and like they're screwing him over of the company, and like they're taking his company away, and it's like, so he has the same journey as Green Goblin, but with none of Willem Dafoe's great acting. It's just like you're supposed to feel like, damn, like that's like,
I get you, bro.
like they're fucking him over, like they're taking away his company, all this bullshit. You're supposed to believe his villain arc, but like it just you don't believe it because it's like you don't have enough. Other than that, the movie's like an hour and a half long. It's an hour and a half long, and the movie has to try to introduce 4 heroes at the same time. So obviously, you're not gonna have enough screen time to establish the villain. So you don't have enough screen time to even give a fuck about what his motives for being a villain are. So you just kind of like, who gives a fuck? And you know why it's a shame, bro? It stings worse because despite him being a trash Doctor Doom, you got to admit the costume design.
It's fire.
Yeah, do you remember how
I don't remember.
I got you. I'll pull it up.
I legit don't remember, bro.
So Doctor Doom's costume design from the Fantastic Four movie, bro.
Like he had the hood and like the
dude, it's
and everything.
yes, bro. It's just like the comics. It's so fucking trash, bro, because the portrayal is bad, but his suit looks like his costume design, all that look.
That does look pretty cool, yeah.
Like he's got the hood, the 2 big gold buttons on the side.
Yeah, the fucking
long
mask.
trench coat. Look, I can pull up a closer pic. Look at this. Look at the mask, bro. Hold on. Let me zoom in a little more. It's a little blurry because it's not high res. But even the mask looks cool,
bro.
Dude. Like that whole design, he actually looks like an accurate looking Doctor Doom.
Fuck.
Only for the design to be, for the portrayal to be trash, bro. Fuck, man. That's such bullshit.
Hey, man.
But it is what it is, man.
Dr. Doom,
That's
bro.
Dr. Doom, man.
And
so
then,
at number 4, I got to take the reins on this one again.
Yes, we're Gambit.
Taylor Kitsch as Gambit. Again, George Clooney Batman. That is not Gambit. And again, he is also from X-Men Origins Wolverine. So
shit.
Which not only do I get one of my favorite X-Men in live action, and it's done bad, but it's in the worst X-Men movie ever, Origins Wolverine. Actually, I don't know. I kind of like Wolverine Origins a little bit just because it's Hugh Jackman and it's Wolverine. But it's still a bad movie. And dude, Gambit was done horribly. And you gotta understand, Hector. I really like Gambit, the character from the '90s cartoon.
Oh yeah,
I even
dude,
liked playing.
Cool,
there's a video game. Fun fact about me: my favorite video game of all time ever is a fighting game called Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Oh shit!
And one of my
That's your
mains,
favorite video game of all time.
all time.
Wow.
It's a fighting game, bro. And one of my favorite characters to play as, one of my mains, was Gambit. Just because growing up, I always thought Gambit was cool. His accent, the way he talked, the way he would throw those exploding cards and shit.
His cards.
He would always have his cards like he's playing poker, psych ass, and he just throws them and explodes them and shit. His fucking
Now you see me. Now you don't.
Types, yeah, right.
Throws
Some
them
bullshit. Like his whole like the staff, like just everything about Gambit was so cool that when I heard he was going to be in a movie, 9-year-old me was like, oh shit, and then I watched it and I was like, he doesn't even have the accent. Let alone all he had were the cards and the staff, and he didn't even have cool action scenes with them. He didn't use them to make it look cool. But also, let's be I really like Gambit's character design in the comics. The trench coat, the long from the long boots that go up to the knee plates, right? The little headpiece where it only covers his whole head but only exposes his face.
His face,
and hair.
everything else right here,
and his hair and shit. We didn't even get that. We just got some dude in a long trench coat, and they gave him a staff exploding cards and they called him Gambit. And bro, he's nothing like Gambit from the cartoon or from the comics, bro. And I was so angry. And did you know that we were gonna get that Gambit movie? You've heard about that, right?
The Gambit movie.
Yeah, bro. You didn't know
really?
about that?
No.
So 20th Century Fox, before they got bought out by Disney, they wanted to make a Gambit solo movie.
Oh wow! What the fuck?
I think it was going to be an origin movie, and they were gonna make his own.
And they were gonna use that Gambit?
No.
Oh shit!
They actually casted to play Gambit Channing Tatum.
Oh no!
Yeah, bro.
Nah, we're good, man.
Really? You think so? You think that wouldn't have been good?
Stay with Magic Mike, bro. We're good, man.
I don't
We're
even
good over
watch
here.
that shit.
I haven't seen it
21
either,
Jump
but-
Street.
I mean, yeah.
Better.
No, those movies are fire. Those are fun.
Right, yeah.
But like, I don't see him as.
As Gambit?
No, man.
I don't know, man.
don't
When I heard he
think
was
so,
playing
bro.
Gambit, I was like, interesting. That's not who I would have thought.
Yeah, right.
I guess I'll watch it though. Who knows, right? Because could it be worse than this though? Taylor Kitsch.
Yeah.
That's my thing. It's like I don't know, man. Right? As long as they give him the suit, I'll be like, at least they got the suit right. Right? I'm gonna be honest though. I'd have to go back and do research. I don't even know who was writing it, who was directing the movie. Could have been a good director. Who knows? But like after Disney bought out 20th Century Fox, they completely scrapped the movie idea, and it never got
Probably
off
for
the
good
ground.
reasons, man.
Who knows, bro?
Probably for
But
good
we
reasons.
were gonna get a Gambit solo movie, and Channing Tatum was supposed to
Yeah.
play Gambit. So who knows, man? What could have been?
Channing
right?
Tatum. I
The
don't
fuck?
fucking know, man.
All right, now now
shit.
we're at number 3. Now these top 3 is
Yeah.
gonna be fun because these are actually characters that you and I have
Yes,
actually seen the
yes,
movies
yes,
for.
yes.
We know so now you can I can stop taking the reins and oh man, I can't wait for you to
Yeah.
hear what you got to say about this shit, bro. For these last 3. So at number 3, and I know I feel like there's gonna be a fraction of people who are gonna listen to this and go, what the fuck? I don't agree with that. Fuck you. You don't know your shit. And that's Tom Hardy as Venom, bro.
Yeah.
As Eddie Brock.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
Listen,
you know,
man, what can we say, bro?
I mean, I don't know how to explain it, man. Like, I was okay when the first Venom movie. I was okay with him, like just with Tom
Hardy playing.
Tom Hardy as it's just playing as Eddie Brock.
Really?
Like, I was okay. Like, I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna pass by. Let me see what the fuck's going on. And then the whole element with Venom, bro, it just made it worse.
Yeah.
And I did not like his portrayal as Eddie Brock, and especially with Venom. And I didn't like the duo that they were doing, that they had going on. It's just, especially Venom, bro. Like the actual Venom, like that shit was like that's just trash, bro.
Now ready for this?
I don't fucking like that shit.
Now you ready for this? I'm about to hit you with some Christian Bale shit.
Oh shit.
You know how I said that Christian Bale changed his voice as Batman in the movies? Did you notice that? Because I don't know if you knew this, but Tom Hardy does the voice of Venom in the movies.
Oh really?
He does the voice of Venom. So
I had no idea.
Not only does he play Eddie Brock,
I thought it was some other person.
No, he does the voice of
Oh
Venom.
fuck.
I don't know if you've noticed, but did you notice that the Venom voice changes in the movies?
I haven't noticed, bro.
So in the first Venom movie, it's just Tom Hardy's voice, but like his voice is altered deeper, so it sounds like Venom, and he talks like with a deep voice like
Right.
this and blah blah blah. Like it sounds very much like that. But with Venom 2, do
Yeah.
you notice that Venom talks like a fucking idiot?
Yeah.
Remember
dude.
when he busts in through the church and like gets Carnage, Father, right? Time to
Right.
die, right? I'll admit that is a funny scene where Carnage is like, "Time to die, Father," and the priest was like, "Oh, not you, Father,
Yeah.
you, Father," and Venom is like, "Oh shit!" Like he talks weird,
Yeah,
and shit.
dude, it sounded like.
And he's like, Venom, where are you? What are you doing?
Dude,
I've miscalculated. That is a red one. And it's like, he sounds like Yoda.
Yo, are you guys listening to Hive right now? That's like the craziest impression that you've done, bro. Ever, bro. That's crazy. You get a man's name tatted on you. That shit was crazy as
You're a
fuck,
bitch.
man. Like that was the most crazy. That's the most craziest fucking impression, bro. You actually sounded like him, and he sounds like if he was like Cookie Monster or something.
Yeah, bro. He sounds
Like
like
some
he sounds
weird
like-
ass-
No, he talks like Yoda if his voice.
No,
was
yeah,
deeper.
yeah, and I guess maybe that's what made me hate him even more,
No,
man.
dude, no. Easily.
Because I'm
Venom
trying to.
2 is what made me hate this portrayal even.
Because I could have sworn in the
worse.
first Venom.
Venom talked like Venom.
I could have sworn he talked kind of like that too.
No, bro, he talked a
or
little
at least he was
more
kind
normal.
of like dumb todavía. Like
No, he
still
was
kinda-
dumb. Like dialogue was trash, but he still talked.
Oh,
sounded
okay. You're
like
talking
that.
about like his voice. Okay, I'm talking about like his overall stupidness.
No, he was still kind of like that.
Yeah, I did not
a little
fucking
bit,
like
but
that
then
shit.
Venom 2 amplified it to where like they're just straight up
Yeah,
low
dude.
IQ.
Sony, man, just sell Spider-Man.
For real,
bro.
man. Stop being bitches. Stop giving us Craven
Like-
the Hunter, Madam
like-
Web, all this bullshit. Now that Bad Bunny, Lucha Libre bullshit's not even happening anymore.
Yeah, we don't
Little
care,
Muerto
bro.
or whatever the fuck it was called. They're not even making that anymore. I don't know if you heard that. They scrapped
what?
that shit.
What? Wait, they're making what?
Remember that? You know how Sony are making like Spider-Man supervillain origin stories. Remember that they were making one of a Lucha Libre.
Oh
wrestler
yes,
guy?
yes, yeah. I know.
And
that
it
they're
was
not
Bad
making-
Bunny.
yeah.
They scrapped that.
I wonder why.
Yeah, right.
Come
What
on,
the
man.
fuck? Yeah,
Come
man.
on,
I'm
dude.
just over it, bro. I'm over this Sony
A
universe.
nobody.
Morbius, Tom Hardy.
I mean, yeah.
Sony, what are you doing?
Yeah, man.
Like,
Hey, spoiler alert for the rest of this list. Even the honorable mentions, Morbius is not anywhere on this list. That's how much we hated Tom Hardy. I feel like he was worse than Morbius, dude. At least for me, it
Yeah.
stings worse because I love Venom.
that's true, bro.
I love
That's
Venom,
true.
the character, dude, and I just played Spider-Man 2, bro, and I'm putting that motherfucker up there as peak Venom. The Venom that we get in Spider-Man 2, the game, is so good. So fucking good.
Fuck, man.
And they got Tony Todd to do the voice of Venom, and he's really and he's known for doing deep voice acting in movies and
So
shit.
it actually sounds good. Not
So
like
it actually
Cookie Monster.
sounds no, yeah, exactly. It sounds fucking fire, bro. And I'm gonna be honest, hey man, hot take here, right? But Tom Hardy's portrayal as Venom is so bad. I think Topher Grace's portrayal from Spider-Man 3 is better than Tom Hardy.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay, you know what? I could kind of see that, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, man.
Venom in
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3, Sam Raimi, Spider-Man 3 is better than Tom Hardy Venom. I don't give a fuck what anybody says about that, bro. I don't give a fuck. And you're all gonna think, but like, no, but he was trash and blah 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 and this and that. But like Venom was too skinny. At least in Tom Hardy, he's big and right, whatever the fuck, you know. Yeah, well, all that bullshit, whatever. But guess what? At least Spider-Man 3, while it didn't do it well, it wasn't executed well. At least gave us Eddie Brock's whole story arc.
Yeah, dude.
More accurate to the comics, right? He was a photographer at the Daily Bugle. He had beef with Peter Parker. Peter Parker fucks him over, and that's how he starts the beef. Peter Parker rejects the symbiote, so they bond with Eddie, and both Eddie and the symbiote have the same mindset of like, we need to kill Peter. And like he becomes Venom like that.
Yeah, bro.
Like that whole story arc is just like the comics. It's
Yeah.
just like in the 90s cartoon. It's just like in Spectacular Spider-Man. It's just like how Venom's story's been told all the time.
Mm-hmm.
At least they told the Venom story from the comics accurately. Done well, done rushed. Yeah, I get it, right? But at least it was done well.
Yeah,
What was
dude,
the
that's
origin
true.
story for Tom Hardy? If Spider-Man's not even in the picture. He's
Nah,
in
man.
fucking Los Angeles, not even in New York. And listen, hate me all you want. It's a nitpick, hate me all you want, but at least Spider-Man 3 Venom had the symbol.
Oh, the white spider.
At least he had the spider symbol. Fuck y'all, right? I don't care.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I still think Spider-Man 3 Venom is better than Tom Hardy
yeah.
Venom. Sorry. I don't give a fuck.
I could agree with that, bro. I could see that, man.
I will admit, Tom Hardy
And it's-
Venom, the Venom design looks just like Venom.
It's cool.
Like the eyes.
And
that,
Carnage
yeah.
was cool.
And
too.
Carnage was cool.
Yeah.
Like the designs are fire.
Yeah.
It's just the portrayal, the voice, the way
Execution.
they act is nothing like Venom. I'm sorry, but character design is one thing, guys. I would rather that the portrayal is fire and is accurate to the characters than like, well, but he's big like he is in the comics. Oh, but the eyes
Yeah,
are just
I
like
agree,
the
man.
tongue and everything. Look, I don't care. At the end of the day, it's a cosmetic issue, but the
Yeah.
portrayal is everything. And while not perfect, it's not, right? I still think the Spider-Man 3 one is better. It is what it is. Sorry, nice.
No, yeah, I can agree with that, bro. But I mean, moving away from Venom, man, I don't even know what the fuck going on, man.
I don't even know what to say about
Number-
this one, man.
Number two spot we have is Jared Leto as Joker, man. Honestly,
Yeah,
man, like,
and and just in case y'all didn't know he was crazy,
Like,
he got damage on his forehead.
in case, right? I mean, like, do we really need to explain like why he's bad? Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, man. Listen, I'm gonna be
Like,
honest.
is there people out there that actually fuck with this guy?
That's my thing, bro. Is like, is there?
No,
I've
way,
not met
bro.
anybody who
Said-
actually. I know someone.
No.
No, you don't know them. It's
Oh,
a
okay,
friend of
okay.
mine. But like, I think I had a comment, and she's a woman, right? It was like, it's like she doesn't really
What typical?
typical shit where like they don't know the comics, they just like that. I was like, why do you like this Jared Leto Joker so much? I asked her.
He looks
She's like,
hot.
no, she's like, because his relationship with Harley Quinn is so cute.
Oh my god!
And I'm like, yeah, typical. Like women just go for the romance bullshit.
Oh
They don't
my
care about the
God.
comics. Fuck out of here. She didn't even. I even asked
Fuck
her.
with his girls.
Yeah, right. It's like I was even like, you got to watch the Robert Pattinson Batman. It's fire. No, ugh, gross. Like, no, I wouldn't watch that. Why? Because Robert Pattinson isn't a good actor. He was in Twilight. Blah blah blah. This and that. And I was
Hey,
like,
man,
yeah, but
that's how we
but
thought.
Twilight was just were bad movies. But he's a good actor. He's done other good shit. It's like, no, it's just I don't care. So it's like it's one of those stubborn
Hey,
bitches
man.
where I'm just like, all right, whatever, bitch. You ain't even that bad.
I'm not gonna slide.
Yeah, bro. What the hell?
I don't even want to slide.
Fuck no, bro.
That's crazy,
That's
man.
crazy, bro. I'm
But yeah,
fucking wild right now.
Yeah, I don't know if like just Jared Leto as Joker, man, it was just
You know what it
really
felt
trash.
Like?
It was
It
weird.
felt like? It felt like if Jim Carrey was playing Joker.
Low key, huh, man? I can see that, man.
That's how
Jim
silly
Carrey.
it felt.
Yeah, it was silly as fuck.
And
Like
you know-
too silly, bro.
Yeah, bro. The tattoos, the whole thing with
the
damage on
design.
his forehead,
The entire
the
design.
emo eyes and shit, bro.
Like-
he doesn't even have the mask. He just has black lipstick or whatever the
Yeah,
fuck.
dude. I don't know what the
And
fuck's going on.
I will say
man.
there are some cool things. Like one cool thing that I did like about his Joker is a lot of people think that he rocks a grill. Like, oh shit, drippy Joker or whatever the fuck, right? And it's not a grill, guys. It's been confirmed. David Ayer, who was the writer and director of the first Suicide Squad movie, he said that Joker does not wear a grill. Jared Leto wears a grill because the Joker has metal teeth. As an actor, that is a grill. But the Joker actually has metal teeth because he's had encounterments with Batman, and those metal teeth is because he's been punching him so much that he loses his teeth.
Yeah.
So I like that little detail because it shows that he has a history with Batman, and with Batman
Right.
being as fucking brutal as he is, like, damn, punching all those teeth out that he has to get metal teeth. That's cool. But other than that, bro, like, even his laugh.
Yeah.
You remember how he laughs, bro? That fucking bullshit. He sounds like Dracula.
Yeah,
that bullshit.
I know what you mean,
One,
bro.
Two from Sesame Street. One,
Two,
three. Like, what was he going for, bro? With a Dracula laugh?
Hey man, fuck this guy. Bro.
He said, "Fuck this
like,
guy."
honestly, bro,
Hey,
he's just
man.
the worst fucking. Like I don't know what else to say. Like I don't know what else to say, man. He's just fucking trash.
Yeah,
man.
I don't know, bro. It's
He's just
so
trash.
bad,
Like fuck
bro.
this guy, man.
It's so bad.
Like why do like they actually filmed this shit? They edited it, right? And they said this shit fire.
Send it out.
Send that bitch out. This gonna make his millions.
It's
You know what I
funny as
mean?
fuck. Now, okay, I will say we got to address right.
Oh
I will
shit.
admit.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think I know where you're gonna. Oh, I'm gonna go with this. I will say Jared Leto's portrayal as Joker, I did like better. Like he did a better version of Joker. All 2 minutes of screen time he had in the Snyder cut.
Yeah.
Why? Because he held back that silliness bullshit and his acting back.
Yeah.
His laugh is actually it's the same. His laugh is kind of trash, I'm not gonna lie. They removed the tattoos, the
Yeah.
damage bullshit, right? They
Yeah.
removed that. His hair was longer. It's not that frat boy college bullshit
Yeah.
Diplo hair that he got going on or whatever the fuck. Motherfucker's hair looked like he's a DJ at a EDM festival.
Like he
bullshit.
looked like a GTA 5 character.
Yes, bro.
that's what he looked like, bro.
Like a creature character in
Yes,
GTA
bro.
Online.
With a bunch of tattoos, color hair,
Bro,
the hairstyle.
yeah. Oh my god.
He looked like a GTA
Dude,
5
that's
character.
such a perfect comparison. I didn't even think of that.
That's what he reminded me
Yes,
of.
bro,
man.
you're fucking right. That's what he looks like. That's facts. Yes, that's the best comparison I've
Like,
ever heard,
it's
bro.
it's the fucking worst, man.
Yes,
Like-
dude. But I will say his portrayal was better
Oh,
in
yes,
Snyder
yes,
Cut.
yes. I agree, bro.
All
I
fucking
definitely
2
agree.
minutes of screen time he had. And honestly,
Yeah.
bro, if they would have given us that Joker, it probably would have been better.
Oh, for
he
sure,
probably wouldn't
man.
even been on this list.
That's true.
Probably.
No.
But because we did get what we got,
Hey, man.
it's just like, what the fuck,
What
bro?
the
And you
fuck,
know what's
man?
crazy, bro? Well, never mind. I was going to say something, but I'm wrong.
Okay.
Factually, I'm wrong. I was going to say, isn't it crazy that after Jared Leto's Joker, we haven't gotten a Joker since then? But I was like, wait. Joaquin Phoenix. We did get a Joker.
Yeah,
What the
Joaquin
fuck?
Phoenix.
But it would have been crazy if we didn't get Joaquin Phoenix. I'd be like, damn, his Joker was so bad.
so
they were
bad
like,
that-
we're not going
yeah,
to adapt
bro.
a Joker just because we need
Fuck,
people to
dude.
forget Joker for a few years, and then we're going to bring him. Like, that's crazy. But no, I was factually wrong.
But
on
yeah,
that.
Jared Leto as Joker, and then at the number one spot,
Bro, I know we say Jared Leto Joker's trash. What else can we say? What can we say about this guy at the number one spot? What can we say, bro? Like, let's be real, dude. This is so bad.
like just thinking about it makes me mad, bro.
Dude, it's so because like here's the thing, Hector. It's not only bad, but like
This guy-
they missed the mark so fucking bad. Like, who in their right mind thought, oh yeah, this actor to play this character? What?
No, dude.
What the fuck?
Go ahead, Hav. Who is it, man?
So on the number one spot, y'all. Oh my god! On the worst superhero castings, we got Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor from Batman v Superman. Dude, I'm with you, bro. Thinking about it pisses me the fuck off. It's so
You know,
it's so like no, like it's bad, but like
this is like,
like okay, listen, I'm gonna sound fucked up. Ready?
oh my god, what are you gonna say right
Like,
now, bro?
It's fucked up.
Am I gonna have
bro.
to edit this out, bro? Am I? I don't know what you're gonna say, dude.
I'm so fucked.
We're 3 hours in, bro. I don't know what the fuck you're about to say.
This is gonna sound fucked up, bro.
What?
So I'm gonna say it anyways.
What?
You can edit it out if you want.
Oh my god.
Like, dude, Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor.
Okay.
That's casting is so bad. It's so trash. It's like a really dumb casting.
Okay.
Like, it's so dumb, bro. That's fucking special needs dumb, bro.
Oh my. Oh my god.
Bro.
I'm not editing it out, man.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm not gonna edit that out, bro. I mean, hey, dude. I mean, I don't know.
That's how bad it is, bro.
I mean, maybe the guy who got him was special needs,
bro,
right?
at this
Maybe,
point,
like, I don't know. You know, actually, dude, him, like, he's a perfect example of the opposite of what we say about Ryan Reynolds, Tony Stark, about him embodying, about them being themselves, and it works.
Yeah.
This motherfucker is himself, but it doesn't work.
Because, and it's like, himself is basically him from Zombieland.
From Zombieland, and even being interviewed and stuff, and it's like, it doesn't work,
No, bro.
Like, who are you? Like, who are you right now, man?
yeah,
Like,
it's not Lex Luthor.
And you know what's funny is I remember people.
Yeah,
there were
dude.
people coming to his rescue,
Yeah.
supposedly spreading facts, but I guess they were debunked that he's not Lex Luthor, y'all. Come on, y'all. He's Lex Luthor's son.
Oh my gosh, is that true?
I think they debunked that.
Oh my.
But even
yeah,
then,
dude.
like,
even then, it's
he
just
still
like,
has the name, and that's the Lex Luthor that's gonna go up with Henry Cavill's Superman. So whether it's the OG or it's either senior or junior, is it his son or the? It doesn't
don't
matter.
matter.
It's the Lex
Still
Luthor going
Lex-
up against Superman. It has to be It has to be perfect. It has to be
So
how he is in
fucking
the
trash,
comics and
man.
shit.
Listen, dude, I liked him in Zombieland.
No, he's a
Right.
good actor.
In Zombieland 1, 2, yeah, but it's just for this role.
Yeah.
It just was not for him, man.
No.
I don't know. Honestly, bro, honestly, I don't even know why I don't know why he accepted it. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know, dude.
Like,
I
don't know. Like,
I
was it
have
the?
no-
I'm assuming probably the money. Maybe he was getting a bag.
I don't know.
But even then, it's like, dude, what the fuck were you doing?
You remember the
man?
movie Superbad?
Superbad, yeah,
Okay, so you remember like the two kids in Superbad was like Jonah Hill,
yeah,
and then there's the other skinny guy. So
Yes.
his name is Michael Cera. So you know how he acts, right? Getting Jesse Eisenberg to play Lex Luthor was like getting Michael Cera to play Batman.
yeah, dude. No,
It doesn't fit.
Nah, bro,
He
you're
just
in the
can't. No disrespect to Michael Cera. He does comedy movies. He was
Yeah.
just in the new Barbie movie playing not a Ken, but like Ken's friend Alan or whatever
Oh,
the fuck.
okay.
He's funny and he's done funny things. He's a funny comedic actor,
Mm-hmm.
but his acting, his whole vibe doesn't fit Batman. So what made him think Jesse Eisenberg's vibe could fit stoic, professional, menacing Lex Luthor?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
No, dude, it was just so fucking bad. Like, I
Dude.
don't know. I don't even know what the fuck I was watching, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
man.
dude,
I was
every-
like, why are you here?
Every time he came
What's-
on and he acts like the hyperactive Jesse Eisenberg, I'm like,
dude,
that's
what are you
not
doing?
Lex Luthor.
Like, you're not even acting.
Yeah, bro.
Like you're doing
Even-
doing what Ryan Reynolds and Iron Man and fucking
Robert Downey
yeah,
Jr.?
you're doing what they're doing, but like you're not good.
Yeah.
like with them, like they could be themselves and fit the character, right?
Mm-hmm.
With you can't be yourself, man.
Yes.
You gotta do what you're being paid to
Yeah,
do
dude.
and act.
And my
Motherfucker,
thing,
I don't know
and-
what's going
and
on
the
here.
thing is, too, in that same movie, I don't know if you remember, there's a scene where Superman comes and finds Lex Luthor at his tower.
Yeah.
Because he's like, you wanted to meet with me or whatever the fuck. And he starts acting like Jesse Eisenberg, but he's trying to come across as menacing because he basically says, like, I basically took the woman that you love. And he's like, you're crazy. Lois is downstairs. And he's like, who said anything about Lois? After all, the most important woman in anyone's life is their mother. And Superman gets all angry and laser-eyed. He's like, where is she? And this should be because now it's one of those things where it's like Superman is like he's like on his knees like begging him like don't hurt my mom, don't hurt blah blah blah, and like Jesse Eisenberg obviously is like standing over him, but he still talks like Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
So I don't find him menacing.
No, dude,
bro.
fuck no,
He's
fuck
like, you want
no.
me to free Martha? You got to go fly to Gotham City and fight the Bat, fight to the death, day versus night. And I'm like, oh my god, shut the fuck up, bro. You're not Lex Luthor,
No, dude.
dude. It was
Honest,
so bad.
just like fuck off, man. Like just respectfully, man.
Respectfully, just fuck off. Bro.
Just another zombie land. Fuck it.
Hey, at least Zombieland 2 was cool.
No, fuck yeah.
At least that was
I like
cool.
both of them, bro.
Yeah, they're both
good,
great.
man. He's
But
good
no.
there, bro. But with here, no, this
Lex
is not your
Luthor.
realm, man. This
It's
is
not,
like,
and
this
that's
is
why
Not, yeah, man.
we have him at number 1 as the worst fucking superhero
Exactly,
casting
bro.
to have
Jesus
ever been given,
Christ.
dude. Whereas the other ones, bro, on the list was like, oh, that was a bad casting
But it
because
was-
they didn't play the characters right. Here, it was like it was bad from the start.
Yeah, dude.
Just him getting the job when he was announced. Hey, Jesse Eisenberg was cast to play Lex Luthor. People were like, "What? Like, what the hell?" Like
Oh my
even from
God.
the start, it was bad.
Yeah,
and when it's
dude.
bad from the genesis, like from the beginning, like right when it's announced, it's got to be number 1.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That's kind of how we interpreted the casting, guys, for the number 1 spot. I just figured if it was bad from the
Yeah.
start, from the jump, it's got to be number 1.
No, yeah. Now, finally, we're gonna get to the honorable mentions, and guys, I don't know if you saw. You're still here with us, man. We're over 3 hours, and
crazy.
we're gonna, you know, obviously it's honorable mentions. We're not gonna. I don't think we're gonna say too much.
Yeah.
Maybe just quickly breeze through them. And number 10 spot, right? We got Finn Jones as Iron Fist, and honestly, the reason why.
Here's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like obviously I wanted to add him on the list. I can't speak for this character
Yeah.
because I haven't seen the show.
Yeah.
And I wanted to add him on the honorable mentions list because I wanted to hear Hector explain maybe why people have their frustrations with this character
Yeah.
and the portrayal. And also because I know Hector said he likes the Iron Fist. So
Yeah,
you're like,
I
wait
do.
a minute. So one of you hasn't seen the show. The other one likes it. Why is he on the worst list? Because he's appeared in multiple lists. When I did my research, when we did our research for the list and stuff like that, he came up in a lot of worst lists. So I added him because I wanted Hector to take the reins on this one and explain why do fans not like this portrayal of Iron Fist. And also I wanted to hear kind of what is your defense, like coming to defend
Yeah.
him and why
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
think it's okay and it's not
Yeah.
as bad as people make it seem. in
So I'm
this.
gonna try to do my best without like spoiling, what the the show and everything. But I think what it comes down to is him as the actor. I think he did. I would say he did an okay job.
Okay.
Right. I think he's okay. And I think what most people have an issue with is because it's not necessarily he's not acting as Iron Fist. It's more like it's an Iron Fist show, but it's not really Iron Fist. So I don't know. So I don't know if what you know about the show. Do you like he just has a fist, right?
Right.
As we know, Iron Fist. He has the ability to make them obviously both of his fists.
Yes.
And he's an expert of martial arts and everything.
Yes.
Right. And so, what the biggest issue that I normally see and I understand is essentially this is in kind of an origin story where he's still learning what it is to become Iron Fist and the typical stuff, right?
So he's still building up to becoming what we know as Iron Fist from the comics.
Yes,
He's not quite there yet.
Yes, and that's the point. Him building up to it.
Gotcha.
Right, and
Okay.
I will admit, there are times when there are fight scenes or even just a single power, because in the first couple of episodes, bro, he doesn't really know how to harness it. Like he doesn't know how to activate in the shit, whatever. He's still learning.
Yes.
And so it gets to the point where people, I guess, get frustrated. They're like, dude, what the fuck? Why is this guy suck ass at fighting? Because he does know martial arts, but not as to where what we've seen, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
Or like how we know him as in the comic books and everything. And same him not being able to control his powers fully, becoming his full potential. So I think that is one of the main reasons as to why people did not like this Iron Fist. And truthfully, the reason why I kind of accept it was because he was still learning to become Iron Fist, and maybe in season 3 we could have gotten that, but because it was canceled because of the whole Disney situation. Oh,
They bought up. They ended and they cut all ties with Netflix. They wanted.
Exactly.
They did it as a business move to get the
Exactly.
characters back into the MCU.
Exactly. So we couldn't see that. And what made it worse, actually, bro, I think it was in season 1. They actually show a clip because they talk about it's a legendary Iron Fist.
Yeah, I remember you telling me
And
about
there's they show a
clip,
an ancient footage or whatever, the Iron Fist.
Yeah,
and it's
archive footage,
and,
sure.
and it's the actual Iron Fist. Both of his fists lit
fists.
up, and him fighting like a badass, bro. Like some Daredevil, some crazy shit.
Gotcha.
And people came up and they're like, dude, this is Iron Fist.
Yes.
This is not Iron Fist, bro. What the fuck is going on? You're literally just teasing us. You just showed us Iron Fist. This motherfucker's not Iron Fist, man. Get the fuck out.
Damn.
Right? But then again, I've got to think about it, bro. It's him. It's a kind of like a coming of age story of him getting progressively better and better.
Yes, it makes sense.
Maybe in the 3rd season we could have gotten that potential, right?
Sure, it makes sense.
But I think that is the main reason. But if we're talking about like actor wise, obviously this is a casting. I will say that I did like him. There were some moments where, I would say that he was just okay, man. I don't think he was super bad. I don't think he was like great and amazing. I think he was fair, and I think when maybe if he reached that potential of that Iron Fist, maybe that could have bumped him up more for me.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? But yeah, that's the only reason why he's in honorable mentions, guys. I mean, we already kind of explained it with him, but that's his whole situation.
And since we don't really strongly believe, either of us, that he was terrible, that's why we put him at number 10 at the lowest spot, because we didn't want to think that he was up there.
Exactly.
But yeah, honorable mentions, number 10 we had Iron Fist, and number 9 we have Terrence Howard as Rhodey from Iron Man 1.
Yeah, man. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, man. From my opinion, I thought he was fine as Rhodey.
Nah, man, I didn't really like him, man.
Okay, I want you to take the reign on this one, just because I think he's okay. He's not the best. I think I prefer Don Cheadle, obviously.
You know what, dude?
I want to know why didn't you like it? So why couldn't you connect to this?
So, I guess the first time when I saw him, right? I just I didn't really care for him. He didn't really stand out to me as an actor.
So my question is, because I know not too long ago you rewatched Iron Man 1 so that we could review it on the Cape Shit Pod, which by the way we recommend you guys go check out.
Yeah.
Did you remember that Rhodey was cast by a different actor in the first Iron Man movie, or when you saw him you were like, oh
no,
shit.
I remembered.
Okay, I was gonna say, because you were like, oh, I don't really care about him as a character. My question was going to be, if you didn't know, did you feel like you didn't care about him because you're like, that's not Rhodey, that's not the face.
Oh no, bro. No, I knew that. It's just like, I think obviously I don't know him as an actor personally, like in other projects, but in that Iron Man film, I just didn't really, I don't know, I just didn't really buy him. Like, I don't think he really stood out. I understand that he's a side character, but even the other guy, the other Rhodey, what's his actor?
Don Cheadle. So that's the one that we have right now.
So even him, even though we see him as being a supporting character or whatever, I think he does a way better job. Like him being Rhodey is more believable. Especially the friendship between both with Tony Stark and him are more believable than it was with the other guy, in my opinion, bro.
You know why that's crazy, bro? Because Robert Downey Jr. said the same thing, girl.
Really?
Yeah,
no fucking way.
That's why they recasted him.
Oh shit!
Because when they were making,
I had no idea.
Because you got to remember, Iron Man 1, Incredible Hulk were self-financed movies, and and that's when Disney bought them out, and they were like, hey, like, what if we make Iron Man 2, but like, the end of Hulk teased Iron Man. So like we showed that they take place in the same universe. So what if we? And that's when they started getting the idea of a cinematic universe and blah blah blah. They wanted to start building plans to making a cinematic universe, expanding the universe, and making all the movies connected. That Robert Downey Jr. was like, okay, but if we're gonna make a second movie, we would have to get another actor to play Rhodey to take these movies more serious type shit. That's not exactly what he said, but generally speaking, that's what he said.
Damn, I had no idea,
and so
bro.
he was the reason that Marvel Studios recasted Rhodey with Don Cheadle, because Robert Downey Jr. was like, we're gonna need another actor if you guys want this big ambitious plan of making movies and making it all work, then we're gonna need like all the heavy hitters we can get. So we should probably recast that guy.
Wow, I had no idea, bro.
That's crazy. And I think not too long ago, like a few years ago, Terrence Howard went on a podcast and they were like, "So what happened with Iron Man?" He told the story and he was like, "Robert Downey Jr. basically said he didn't want
You
me
didn't
back."
fuck with me, man. Damn,
I was
dude.
like, "That's wild."
I had no idea.
So what you're saying is very much to what Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
said. That was his reasons for like, yeah, we should just recast.
Yeah, I
this
just
guy.
didn't buy it. Like, I get it, like, because they're supposed to be really good friends.
Right.
But for some reason, bro, I just didn't buy that friendship. I didn't really buy it. Like, his acting.
And
was
you're
just,
confirming that because it's not the Rhodey face that you're used to, that doesn't play a factor.
No.
Okay,
no,
I just
bro.
wanna make sure.
No, bro, it's just him as like the way he was portraying Rhodey, man.
Gotcha.
Like, I just didn't really fuck with his acting. I didn't believe like the vibe with Tony and everything. It's just,
I guess for me, bro, I'm the
Yeah.
same with you. That's why I think he's just okay.
yeah.
But like, I don't think it was like enough for me to like care so much. I
Oh
guess,
well, that's why he's an honorable mention.
I guess that's why he's on the list, right?
Exactly, he's
So-
an honorable
so I
mentions.
guess,
He's
yeah,
not. He's not in the official top 10.
yeah, I'm just eating my own fucking words, bro. What the fuck? But yeah, man, Terrence Howard as Rhodey in the first Iron Man movie at number 9, and number 8 I got Shaquille O'Neal
Dude.
as Steel.
Okay, you got to take the reins on this. I know who Steel is from the comics.
Okay.
Right? He's a motherfucker. He's like a super smart engineer that like built like a suit that mimics Superman's powers or
Yes,
some shit.
yes.
I know him, but I don't know. I haven't seen this.
So I haven't seen the movie. I just had to go on YouTube and look up clips. Again, guys, so real quick, just before we go
Yeah,
on.
who the fuck?
There's a lot of people on the honorable mentions, and you're going to hear us say, we didn't see their movies. And you're going to be like, how'd they get on the list? It's because
Honorable mentions, bitch.
that too, that plays a factor. But another factor is when we were doing our research, looking at all these different websites, looking up at, who is the worst superhero castings? And we took all the ones we agreed. We saw that on a lot of those lists, the same people were repeated. And we were like, damn, bro, if they're really that bad, we should add them as on the list.
Yeah.
And then let's just go on YouTube and look up YouTube clips and see if they're really as bad as they say. So there's going to be a few on here that I'm going to say I have not seen their movies, but I went on YouTube and I'm like, oh, that's why it's bad. And that's why they're on the list, bro.
Yeah.
So starting off with number 8 as Shaquille O'Neal as Steel. So you are right. I mean, from the clip that I saw, it's just Shaquille O'Neal, bro, the basketball player, in a big ass metal suit. And there's these robbers shooting guns at him and like the bullets bounce off. So I guess that makes sense. Like the suit that mimics his powers. The reason why I have him at number 8, super low on the list, is because from the clips that I saw from this movie, this old ass movie that's from the 90s, Shaquille O'Neal, bro, he's not an actor. So he doesn't
He's
know
just there, bro.
He doesn't know how to like show emotion. Like when he
Yeah.
delivers his lines, like when he's sad, when he's happy, when he's surprised, like it all comes across very Catherine Newton.
Listen. Oh shit.
Where it's just kind of like he just kind of delivers them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm just kind of like, I don't really buy this motherfucker's acting, bro. So
Yeah.
like that's why he's at number 8. He's just kind of like meh. He's just kind of forgettable.
All right, man.
So at number 7 we have David Hasselhoff, the Hoff, Baywatch, SpongeBob movie. We have-
Yeah, that guy. I
That
remember that
motherfucker.
guy. But Nick Fury.
Yeah, he's singing. He's out here swimming and shit.
Yeah.
He swims with his arms and feet for the first mile, and then he becomes
He's
a
a
fucking
motorboat.
speedboat.
Oh yeah, speedboat. He becomes a speedboat.
fucking speedboat, bro.
Dude, that shit's
But David
funny.
Hasselhoff as Nick Fury, bro, and he had his own little television show back in the 90s or
Okay.
80s, I think. It was the 80s. God damn. But yeah, guys, for all of you guys who are like, what the fuck, David Hasselhoff? But like, he's white though. Yeah, guys, but guess what? In the comics, once upon a time, before they race swapped Nick Fury, inspired by Samuel L. Jackson, Nick Fury in the comics, the
Was white.
director of S.H.I.E.L.D., was a white guy. As a matter of fact,
He looked badass though.
he did look badass. If you took off his
Actually.
what?
No, you know. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, Nick Fury, guys, back in the comics, when he was the white Nick Fury back then, if you took away his eye patch, he looked like Mr. Fantastic.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had the same.
He had like the
hair,
the
the
brown
white
hair,
hair.
the brown hair combed back with
Yeah.
the white hairs on the side. So yeah, man, back then Nick Fury was a white guy, so they got David Hasselhoff to play him in the show, in a little TV show that didn't last very long. It was like one season. It got canceled. Do you have them? Okay, so Hector pulled
Right
up
there.
some. What do you want to call these, bro? Playing
These-
cards or what's up?
He said playing cards. So guys, I busted out some Marvel trading cards.
Trading cards. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, they're collectibles, Hob. They're collectibles, buddy.
My fault.
Right, and it's all the characters and shit, right? And I pulled up Nick Fury.
Yeah, man.
Look how cool he looks.
Yeah,
though.
dude. Damn, White Nick Fury. That's what he is.
Yeah, man. Damn, it's kind of.
He's got the blaster from Star Wars. What the fuck? That looks like Han Solo's blaster. That's crazy, girl.
But yeah, dude, fucking Nick Fury, man. I kind of miss this Nick Fury though. He looks cool.
Yeah, he does look cool, man. Remember when we heard when they confirmed that White Nick Fury was supposed to be in Multiverse of Madness as a cameo?
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was supposed to be in.
that.
Yeah, White Nick Fury was supposed to make an appearance in Multiverse of Madness as a cameo.
Oh,
but then
wow.
when they fired the original director, who was the guy that directed Sinister, and he also directed the first Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
When they fired him or he quit or whatever, and they casted Sam Raimi, Sam Raimi made a bunch of changes to the story. But yeah, we were about to get that. And so the reason, guys, why he's at number 7 is very much like Shaquille O'Neal, man. He just doesn't feel like Nick Fury. He's just kind of delivering the lines like whatever. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm sure David Hasselhoff is a good actor. I've never seen Baywatch. I've never seen a bunch of just shirtless men and bitches in bikinis running slow motion in the beach and
What
shit.
the fuck?
It's wasn't my cup of tea. I was growing up on like Arthur
That's
and shit as
crazy,
a kid.
bro.
So I don't know. I'm sure he's good in other shit. I'm sure he's good, and even in movies that I've seen him in now,
Yeah.
like he's just kind of whatever. So for me to see him play Nick Fury in the '80s, like it just kind of felt very much the same. So very
Yeah.
much like Shaquille O'Neal, like his just acting was very one-dimensional, basic, stoic,
Yeah.
just nothing special about it, bro.
So next up we have what?
At number 6, we have
Jennifer?
Jennifer Garner as Elektra.
Yeah.
And this is
I remember this girl.
is the Elektra from the Ben Affleck Daredevil movies. And the reason why she's on the list is because I kind of somewhat a little bit know how Elektra's supposed to be in the comics, but I mostly know Elektra from the Daredevil series.
Oh yeah.
She's from like,
Dude, she's really good.
And
I like
she's
her a
really
lot.
good in the Netflix show. So when I went on YouTube and I looked up clips of how she acts in the Daredevil movie and even her own standalone movie, because she got a standalone movie crazy, she acts nothing like the Elektra that I know. She just acts like Jennifer Garner, the actress. She just kind of acts like she's playing herself. She doesn't
Yeah, I
even
get
try
you.
to put on an accent. She doesn't even play a character like you don't buy her as this secret like assassin that uses size to kill people. Like you don't buy her as just an assassin. She just kind of comes across like a basic bitch,
like a basic chick, bro.
yeah,
That's
bro. Like,
crazy.
you don't even buy that.
No, I
she's
get
some
you.
sort of,
Like there's no persona like to her.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't really add much to the character and stuff.
exactly, bro. Exactly.
I mean, speaking of
Daredevil.
yeah, right. We
At
have
number
Ben
5,
Affleck as Daredevil.
coincidentally, We have Ben Affleck as Daredevil, dog. Again, these people, man, I'm telling you, they came up on a bunch of these lists, man. So I had to put them on the honorable mentions, and I had to go and watch the YouTube clips. I'm like, well, man, are they actually that bad? And hey, man, Ben Affleck, bro, goddamn. I'm not gonna lie. I did see a clip on YouTube of his movie of a fight scene, and the fight scene is cool. Like he's kicking ass, and I guess it's all right. But his portrayal as Matt Murdock is what I did not buy.
I got
Because there's
you.
a scene where he's in like he's having lunch somewhere at a restaurant with Foggy, and his whole thing is he's complaining that obviously because they're just starting off as lawyers that they're not having enough clients. But you know how in the Netflix show Foggy's like the one where it's like, damn, we need to find more clients, Matt. What the fuck are we gonna do? And Matt's kind of like confident. He's like, don't worry, Foggy, it's gonna go well. Like we just
Yeah.
gotta keep trying. We just gotta keep putting our name out there. In this clip, Matt is the one that's complaining that they're not getting enough clients, but he's like, Foggy, but I'm sick of this, man. Like, when are we gonna get more clients? And da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
I know
dude, this
what
motherfucker sounds like a bitch. Like,
yeah,
why
it's
is he,
supposed, yeah, it's
he's
supposed to be the
so-
other way.
Why is he complaining?
Yeah,
right now?
dude.
He sounds like a child, bro. It just did not feel like Matt Murdock to me,
Fuck,
bro.
dude. Yeah.
It just did not feel like Matt Murdock. Like I was just like, that's not how he acts.
I mean,
bro.
sorry, Ben Affleck. You're not my Batman, and you're also not my Daredevil,
Sorry,
bro.
cuzzo. Stick to making drama movies.
For real, man. At number 4, man, we got Haley Berry as Catwoman.
Halle
Halle
Berry.
I thought it was Haley.
No, it looks like it, right?
Yeah, it looks like Haley.
But it's pronounced Halle
Halle
Berry,
Halle
which,
Berry.
by the way, is the actress that plays Storm in the X-Men movies.
Oh, okay.
So that chick, right?
Gotcha.
Again, guys, never seen the Catwoman movie. I've heard it's straight garbage, and
Oh wow, you put okay.
I put it was straight fucking garbage, guys.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I honestly have not seen it for that reason, so I had to go and watch a YouTube clip. I literally watched a 40-second clip. It wasn't even a minute long, and I was like, yeah, that's bad.
And that's because this Catwoman, bro, Halle Berry's portrayal as Catwoman, she is super overly sexualized.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you know how
I know what you mean,
Catwoman's
I know
whole
what you
thing
mean.
is that she's supposed to be sexy or whatever. Dude, I thought Michelle Pfeiffer
Yeah.
as Catwoman from Michael Keaton movie was slutty. This bitch is literally walking with like the hips moving, like she's walking down the runway. You know how models walk down the
Yeah.
runway? I'm like, why is she walking like that? Like she doesn't even feel like she's like sneaking into a
a building?
into a building, like a safe, like trying to steal like a jewelry behind a
Yeah.
glass case. She's just like walking normally. All this
Walking
bullshit.
like it's like a.
Even when she's like crawling, like when she's trying to cat like walk on the roof and like she moving her hips and all this bullshit. It's like they very like over sexualized the character, and it was so cringe. I'm like, dude, they're just trying way too hard. Like
Way
I bet
too
there
hard.
was just nothing but horny men behind the screen, like behind the scenes. Like, yeah, that's how
That's
you play
right.
it. That's
That's right.
yeah, right, bro. Yeah, dude, it was.
Hey,
Just,
them hips don't lie.
it's
for real.
It's bad, bro. It's bad.
Yeah. Oh, I can't. Oh my. Okay, then this one. I want to talk about this one.
Yeah, I know. This
This next
okay,
one.
listen, this is a hot take, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Bro.
This next one, man. Number 3 spot. Honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions, man.
Tom Holland as Peter Parker. dude.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really? I mean, honestly, I think he's all right. I don't think he's trash.
I don't think he's trash either. That's why he's only an honorable mention.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, go what a half?
Yeah,
Like,
all
yeah.
right, guys,
Talk
so
to
listen,
me, man. What do
man.
you?
I'm sure. I don't know. At this point, I've lost track how many times I've discussed my issues with
Oh,
Tom
that's true.
Holland as Spider-Man. I may have mentioned it in a previous pod. I can't remember, but I'll just bring it up here, guys. I think Tom Holland is fine as Spider-Man and Peter Parker, but he's not my favorite
For sure.
because there's a lot of things that they do that the MCU and the writers did with his character and his portrayal as Peter. Whereas I felt like Tobey Maguire was the perfect embodiment of Peter because they follow so close to the source material. Tom Holland is not my favorite because of how much they stray away from the source material.
Yeah.
They change his story so much that him being Spider-Man kind of doesn't make sense. Because his whole thing is like, well, Peter, right? He's not the most popular kid in school. He's kind of like a nerd and whatever the fuck. But like, he's in like in a club and like a debate team in school, and he's got friends and shit. And I'm like, okay, well, that's gone. He's always struggling with money. Yet his super high tech Spider-Man suit was given to him practically for free by Iron Man.
Yeah.
And it was given an even better Iron Spider suit by him again. So every suit that he's ever made was always been high tech and all this bullshit. So it was all used with Stark tech. So that's out the picture. Him struggling to get a girl was not an issue because they linked him and Zendaya pretty fast and Far From Home. There was no rejection, no bullshit there, like no issues with it. It was confirmed that Uncle Ben, I guess, never really existed in the MCU. So for him
Yeah,
to
right.
be Spider-Man
That's weird.
didn't really make sense because the whole thing with Spider-Man is he becomes Spider-Man because of Uncle Ben, because of his actions, and he didn't stop the
Yeah,
burglar
dude,
from
that's
killing
facts.
his uncle. He kind of carries that guilt and becomes Spider-Man. Where in this universe, he's Spider-Man because he's like, damn, I got these powers, and the Avengers are out there and they're saving the world. I should do that too.
And
that's
I want attention from Tony Stark.
and wanted attention from Tony Stark and shit. And I'm like, whatever, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I
dude,
guess
I
that
agree,
makes
man.
sense. Like, I guess if any of us had powers, we would be like, oh yeah, I should save the world
That's
type
true.
shit. But you're missing a very essential, deep aspect of what makes Spider-Man Spider-Man. That is the key.
Absolutely.
Every time he puts on that suit, every time he puts on that mask, Uncle Ben is always in mind. He's always in mind because he is the reason that he is dead. Like, for his actions and his ignorance, letting that burglar go, he couldn't stop him. He lost his father figure, essentially. So he realized, damn, like I have this great power, but I also have a responsibility to this city that I should be saving it so that less Uncle Bens happen in this world. Type deal. So
Yeah,
you
dude.
take that element out of the Tom Holland Spider-Man, he's just saving the world just to save. Like, yeah, it's cool, and like he's got the homemade suit and everything, but now it shifts, right? Because when Tony Stark recruits him in Civil War, like, you should come with me and fight with Cap. Now it shifts from him wanting to be like, helping the little guy and wanting to save the city, doing little small petty crimes. It changes to where, like, now he just wants to be Spider-Man, especially if you watch Homecoming, which, that fucking movie. he tries too hard to want to like save the city and fight Vulture and fight crime and all this bullshit, simply just to get Tony Stark's attention, because
Yeah,
he's like,
dude.
look, I should be good enough to be an Avenger. Like, what if Tony Stark needs me and blah blah blah? And it's like, your focus on wanting to be Spider-Man just to get the attention of Tony Stark is such a spit in the face and such a disgrace to Uncle Ben, the character, who's been around in the Superman lore since literally the very beginning, that it's
Yeah.
like, what are we doing here? So I think my issue with Tom Holland's Spider-Man is just how much they strayed away from the sort of, but he's got web shooters and he's a kid and he's 15. Like, at least he wasn't played by a 30-year-old. Who cares? Even if he was 15, he acts like he's 12.
Yeah, dude.
He acts too kiddish. I'm sorry. Listen, guys, we're both 23. We were 15 years old not too long ago, and I
Not
can tell
acting
you
like
we were
that.
not acting like that.
Nah, man.
We don't act like but Tony Stark and blah 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 and like all
Yeah,
this
bro.
bullshit. Right? Wait, like I can help you because
That's all, like-
I have powers and I'm sticky. What the fuck?
That's
No,
some like 7-year-old shit.
yeah, dude. Like kids, like 15-year-olds don't talk like that.
Nah, man.
Like I feel like the writers,
Maybe they do, bro. I don't fucking know. Out there somewhere, I don't fucking know.
No, dude, hell no. We weren't talking like that when we were 15.
But maybe there was others, bro. I don't fucking know.
Nah, bro. I find that hard to. You know what it is, bro? It feels like, because obviously people who write this script are like grown ass people, like
So they don't
old-ass
know,
people.
yeah.
So I think what they think is, oh well, he's 15. Oh, he's just a kid. So they give him kid dialogue, thinking it's gonna
Yeah.
fit. And it's like there's a difference between making a 16-year-old act like he's 12. To like,
Nah,
and
yeah,
then what
bro.
you
That's
actually,
true.
and what actually 16-year-olds actually talk about, and how they talk with their friends and shit. They don't act like this, bro. What the fuck? It's cringe at that point. But that's basically that's just my issue.
Yeah,
with
that's
Tom
number.
Holland, man.
Yeah, that's at number 3, guys. At number 2 from the honorable mentions, we have The Rock,
Oh my,
Black Adam.
oh my god, bro. This one, bro.
Honestly, bro, like
he's just the Rock.
he's just mediocre, man.
Yeah,
it's just mediocre.
He literally just plays the Rock.
It's just The Rock.
With just only, but you know how like every time he does interviews and shit, he's always
Yeah.
smiling. It's the Rock, but not smiling, and he doesn't raise an eyebrow. That's it.
Yeah, dude, that's true, dude. Like, I
You know
don't.
what I mean? He doesn't even talk like Black Adam, like, because the only thing I know about Black Adam, like a lot, is not from the comics. It's from the Injustice games. Because when you play the story mode, like there's cutscenes with him in it, and just
Yeah.
like the way he carries himself, the way he talks and shit.
Oh no, for sure.
Dude, The Rock sounds nothing like that. He acts nothing like
Yeah,
that.
like you said it perfectly, bro. The Rock just acts like himself, like The Rock.
Yeah.
like there's nothing.
Even
there's no
his
depth
delivery
to it.
when he tries to sound menacing, like heroes
Yeah,
don't
dude.
kill people. Well, I do. Like I don't buy it.
Yeah, dude. It's
I will
just-
admit his suit looked raw, like when he like loses his powers and he's all anorexic and shit. But then when he gets his powers back and he gets the classic Black Adam look, where like his metal shit is actually gold,
Yeah, it's cool.
and his suit is more black, and it looks more like the suit looks raw.
Yeah.
But
I will say-
other than that,
I will say, like, even though-
also doesn't Black Adam, isn't his lightning bolt backwards to Shazam's?
No, I don't think so.
Are you serious? I thought it was backwards, like how Reverse Flash's symbol is.
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't believe so. Let me see.
Wrong. I might be wrong then. I was gonna say because The Rock, his
see
suit,
real
it's not backwards. It's the same shape as Shazam's.
Yeah, let me see real quick because I don't think so.
I thought it was reverse.
Cause look here.
Oh no, I guess not.
Yeah.
I thought it was. All right, in that case, it's not really a complaint then. I'm good. But still, though, The Rock.
That would be a cool detail though.
Yeah, I thought that's what it was. I thought it was
Yeah,
reverse.
no.
Like how Reverse Flash's symbol is
Yeah.
backwards and everything.
That would be a cool detail.
I guess I was wrong on that.
But yeah, but I will say though, I really did like Hawkman though.
Hawkman was cool.
I really did
was
like
really
him,
good.
bro. His suit, dude, was cool
I liked
as fuck.
I
Everything was
liked
cool as
Dr.
fuck.
Fate, bro. I just
Dr.
felt
Fate
like
was cool
he
too.
was cool, man, but I feel like he just wasn't in the movie as much,
Yeah.
and they kind of wasted
Yeah.
the character.
But Hawkman, like,
oh, he was
dude, he was good.
good, man. Yeah,
I hope James Gunn brings him back. I
I hope so.
really like him.
I hope so too, man.
But okay, guys, so that's number 2 spot, the honorable mentions. At the number 1 spot we have is Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, I mean, as a kid, I remember I liked Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
But then looking back, I'm like, you know what, man? Nicolas Cage, man.
He doesn't even act like Johnny Blaze.
Nah, man. Nicolas Cage just,
He looks cool.
dude, it's like a reoccurring theme that these bad actors, they just act like themselves. But it's not in a good way where like how the people that we mentioned that they act like themselves and it portrays the character perfectly.
Right.
It's not like that. It's like the complete opposite where they act like themselves when they're not supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what I kind of just got the vibes with like Nicolas Cage and this.
Yeah,
I
man.
don't know, dude.
I don't know, bro. Like, and watching Ghost Rider, like,
Yeah.
piss fire and shit. Like, what the fuck,
Dude,
bro?
listen, man.
I don't know, man. I just don't buy him as Johnny Blaze. He just has that Nicolas Cage like look on
feel.
his
Yeah,
face.
dude.
It's
I
just
know
the
what you mean, bro.
Like, it felt like Jesse Eisenberg in the sense that like it just doesn't fit the vibe, man.
Yeah, dude. I get what you mean. But yeah, so I mean, we don't got that much to say about him besides that
Yeah.
number one spot.
Watch,
And I guess
rewatching his movies, bro, is gonna be an interesting.
it's gonna be interesting, yo.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming this has nothing to do with it, right?
No,
All right.
no.
I'm assuming that's pretty much it, right? We actually managed to pull through, guys.
Yeah, man.
We actually
We're able to get through this through this whole damn list, man.
I mean, actually look at the time real quick, Hav. Where we at, man? Where we at, Hav?
Oh shit,
Where we at, dude?
bro! That's the length of.
Oh
That's the
my
length,
God.
dude. That's the length of Flower Moon, bro.
Dude, that's fucking crazy.
That's the length of
I can't believe we
Flower
actually
Moon.
did this, yo. I don't know why we did this.
Why did we do this?
Hey guys, are you guys still here, man?
That's
Let us
crazy,
know if
man.
y'all
If y'all
still
still
here.
here, bro, like shout
Yeah,
out
fuck
to y'all, man. Holy shit.
We're at 3 hours
31,
and
bro.
31
Dude, that's
minutes.
the length of Flower Moon.
Dude, I don't know what the
Dude, we're
fuck.
30 minutes away from Snyder Cut, bro.
I don't know how the fuck we did it, man.
That's
I don't know how we did it, guys, but legit. I mean, there's nothing else, right?
No,
we pretty
man.
much covered
We
everything,
covered
man.
everything, bro.
Dang, this was definitely a long one. I hope you guys,
Enjoyed it.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. But yeah, guys, hang up your capes, man, because that's gonna be the end of this episode. We hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for listening, and be ready for whenever we drop a new episode. Until then, wait for our signal. Take care, guys.
See ya.